Girl!
And then he started making shoes that looked like Nerf footballs. For the
You know I like you, don't you? Here's my diaper. I think I might have pinched one off too soon. Oh shit, I left a rosebud in there for you. You really are a fat bastard. You know, that hurts my feelings. I've tried going on a diet, you know. The zone. You know, carbs are the enemy, you know. All the bullshit and fantastic. Oh, check out my boobies. Who's your friend? Oh, I'd like to have a go with that filly. Oh, do you find me sexy? Oh, look at my boobies.
Shut your mouth.
You know I like you, don't you?
Yes.
And I hope you like me the way I like you.
Yes.
I was wondering if you would be my girl.
Wait. Is that?
I have something I want to tell you.
Yes, Michael.
I'm not like other guys.
That's why I love you.
No, I mean I'm different.
What are you talking about? Are you alright?
Get away!
Sheriff, he's over here. Look out!
Can we get out of here?
No, I'm enjoying this.
Well, I can't watch. Excuse me.
Scrawled in blood. What's it say?
And then he started making shoes that looked like Nerf footballs. For the
How's
company
everyone doing out
Adidas. It's crazy. Never seen anything like it. I hate them. I only wear Nikes. Those must be comfortable shoes. I bet you could walk all day in shoes like that and not feel a thing. I wish I had shoes like that.
My feet hurt.
Mama always said there's an awful lot you could tell by a person by the shoes. Where they're going, where they've been. I only wear
You are a fat bastard. Kicked his ass.
I have worn lots of shoes.
There for you.
I bet if I think about it real hard, I can remember my first pair of shoes. Mama said they'd take me anywhere. Mama said they were my magic shoes.
All right, Forrest. You can open your eyes now.
They had more cowbell.
I must have been out of my mind. Look at you. Why don't you do something with your life? Sit around here all day. You contribute nothing to society. You're just taking up space. I mean, how can I be with someone like you? Wouldn't respect myself. Please! Please! I take it all back. Everything, I take it all back, every word. I love you. I love you. I can't live without you. I'll do anything. One mulligatawny and, what is it right there? Is that lima bean? Yeah, I've never been a big fan. You know what? Has anybody ever told you you look exactly like Al Pacino? You know, Scent of a Woman? Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah! Very good. Very good. You know something? No soup for you! What? Come back. 1 year. Next. Next! Hello. You think you can get soup? Please, you're wasting everyone's time. I don't want soup. I can make my own soup. 5 cups chopped zucchini mushrooms, half a cup of olive oil, 3 pounds celery. It is my recipe for wild mushroom. Yeah, that's right. I got them all. Cold. We kicked its ass. Let's get ready. Switch me on. Don't worry. Yep. Just occurred to me we really haven't had a completely successful equipment. Still a vista.
Could I trouble you for a glass of warm milk? It helps me sleep.
You think that it is madness? You can trouble me for a warm glass of shut the hell up. Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. I love boobies. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Oh, dear.
Negative. No sign. Wait a second. I think I got him.
You know, you could put somebody's eye out with that thing.
We airlifted out the last passengers, Ace. We're heading out.
What about the animal cargo?
Don't worry about it. It's just one little raccoon. If I were you, I'd turn back.
Well, if you were me, then I'd be you. And I'd use your body to get to the top. You can't stop me now no matter who you are. Loser! Le who, the her. Hungry fella? That ought to hold you for a while. There's nothing more we could do. Look, Spike! Whatever you do, don't look down. Yeah. Hang on, little buddy. I got you. Maybe not. Slipping. Don't let go. No!
I swam across, I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing to do. 'Cause you were all yellow. I drew a line for you. Oh, what a thing to do. It was all yellow. In your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turned into something beautiful. And you'll know, for you I bleed myself dry. And now your boobies are dry. I wish they were wet, but, you know, come on. You get what you get and you don't get upset. Clock strikes upon the hour and the sun begins to fade. Still enough time to figure out how to chase my boobs away. I've done alright up the light of day that shows me how. And when the night falls, my loneliness calls. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I want to dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Isn't it a place you can get to by a boat or a train? It's far, far away. Behind the moon. Beyond the rain. Somewhere over the rainbow. Way up high. There's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, boobies fly. Boobs fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I?
I'm gonna have to hear you sing.
Can't you just trust that I'm a really good singer?
Just one song, so I know what your voice sounds like.
Yeah, well, I will just do it. No big deal, I just dive into it, I just start singing. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, my heart is beating so fast. Alright, just do it, alright? I will sing and girls will show me their boobies. People are talking about people. I just ignore them, but they keep us saying we laugh just a little too loud. We stand just a little too close. We stare just a little too long. Maybe they're seeing something we don't, darling. Let's give them something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. How about love? Love is going to be so. My throat is sore. I've had a sore throat for like a month and a half. And this is not an acoustic environment that is suitable to request this shit from me.
You gotta know, I'm not just some guy. Brennan, that is the voice of an angel. Your voice is like a combination of Fergie and Jesus. Why can't you do that in front of people?
Are you messing with me right now?
It's me, Dale. You're good.
I know.
This is gonna sound weird, but for a second, I think you took on the shape of a unicorn.
I felt like I was hovering above my own body watching myself sing. Okay, orphans, listen to me. Listen to Ignacio. Oh, listen, I know that it is fun to wrestle. A nice pile drive to the face. Or a punch to the face. But you cannot do it because it is in the Bible not to wrestle your neighbor.
So you've never wrestled?
Me? No, come on, don't be crazy. Listen, I know the wrestlers get all of the fancy ladies, they see their boobies, the clothes, and the free creams and lotions. But my life is good. Really good. I get to wake up Whiskey and Lulu every morning and clean their poop. It's the best. I love it. And do you know how long I've smoked stogies for? All my life. It is fantastic. Go look for some boobies and let me know what you find. And it looks like I already found some myself.
Virtually every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The psychedelic jackets on the record albums have their own.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing.
Me?
We want you to smoke the natural herb.
Sweet.
Some call it marijuana.
Sweet.
Some call it sensimilla.
Sweet.
Some call it lamb's bread.
The tea.
And some people call it...
Welcome to another edition of the Adam Dunn Show. I'm your host, Adam Dunn.
I'm Dave Jarnick. And that is...
Brian Monarch.
Not even on camera, though.
And I don't hear very much in my headphones,
me
so I'm hoping
either.
that we're hearing... Hope they're hearing better than we're hearing.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Well, we are now. It's coming up a little bit. It's coming in.
There
We're
we go.
fine.
It's
more like
now I feel like I'm in a studio. All right. Well, he thought we were tripping.
Now I'm in the party.
Welcome
Exactly.
Arnold Schwarzenegger to the show.
Yep, I can't do the voice, but I can do the face. Not live. It'll take me a week.
Uh-oh, what's
I don't
going on
think
now?
his mic's not on.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
jeez.
No, his mic's on. His mic is on. Oh, we need to get right up to him.
There we
go. Oh,
All right.
you got to get in there and make love to the mic, sir.
Yeah. Like it's a member of your
So
family.
Brian Monarch is in town for three nights, three consecutive nights, right?
3 consecutive nights. I feel like this is a good angle for me.
You do? Oh, good. Well, we did that on purpose. We did that on purpose.
He's being sarcastic right now.
It's okay. That's
No, I like it. It's fine. I
That's-
do have a big nose, but that comes with the Jewish territory.
It's okay. I'm surrounded now.
Now there's two of
I'm
us.
sandwiched. I'm sandwiched.
You got rye bread around you.
That's right. And I'm like some
Corned beef.
some hallouma. I'm a
You
cook,
might
so
spontaneously combust.
some hallouma cheese in the middle here.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. Appreciate
Thanks
you
for
making
having
time.
me. Thank you.
You 3 nights. So was
comedy-
was it totally sold out last night? I mean, you just
Yeah, it was packed. Yeah, and tonight sold out. The early show sold out. I think there's a few tickets left for the late show tonight.
And
That's
and that's the Denver Comedy Works, right?
Comedy Works South.
South.
Yeah.
South. Gotcha. That's
Yep.
good to know. That's always one of those ones where you're like, wait a minute, because I was looking on the other one. I was like, wait, he's not on that, and then I realized. So there you go.
Yeah.
It's like here we're on West Alameda, and if you're on the fucking other end, you're just like, people calling you you're definitely not here because I'm looking outside. And
Got to find the big red building.
so
No, I sent you a picture of it. I made sure of it because for some reason there are certain map apps for this studio address that wants you to make a U-turn and go to the church across the street, and that would be bad.
Yeah, I don't want to end up there.
So I made sure you had a picture of the building.
There we go.
Yeah. And right now we have people watching us on YouTube live, but it'll get uploaded into whatever. But
To a regular video they could see later.
yeah, well, they're just making fun of me right now because they think I take too long to roll a joint, but it's blasphemy, I tell you.
Where can you see all the hate?
we usually don't put it up. We usually try to not put it up because it ends up fucking like, wait a minute, and everyone's just gets suckered into it. But
It's never really the hate that distracts us. It's when we start to laugh and you're telling some story about, my grandmother and, we just got her through some
Chemotherapy
disease
or
and
something, and you're like,
something, and then I look on there and I'm,
Is that one
giggling.
of the segments? I have to tell a grandma story?
That's later tonight, but we said we would, let you go early, so.
It looks like there's like a major heat happening in front of that microphone.
it's an entity. There's an
Yeah,
entity.
it looks
there.
like it's coming from hell.
This is I think this place is haunted. I'm sure this is a haunted.
I
spot.
didn't misrepresent that we were like an upscale professional show.
I had no
did we?
expectations
No. Okay,
coming into
good.
this.
And we're living right up to him.
Yeah.
There you go. Like that's the way it goes. So, how's the crowds here in Denver? As far
Oh,
as-
they were amazing, actually. LA is sort of hit or miss.
And you're LA native.
I'm an LA native. I perform there every week. And, sometimes people in LA can be a little snobby, a little bit PC, and a little bit. I don't know why they go to comedy clubs, though. That's my one thing I just don't really grasp. Like, what are you doing here? You paid $30, now you're offended?
Yeah. And
Maybe it's me.
Wait a minute, they get offended at a comedy show?
Oh, you have no idea.
For real?
Oh, for sure.
I figured they'd just be laughing and try to heckle you or something like that, but get offended.
I welcome hecklers. I would rather have a heckler than somebody in the crowd.
Really?
Why did you fucking come
Do
here?
you ever call them out
why
and go,
did you
Mr.
fucking
Angry
come
Guy?
Here? Exactly. That's my song, right? Yeah, there we go.
Do you? I mean, I think it's also. I've watched you on a couple of clips with hecklers and stuff, and I'm sure it's, it's part of the deal. But the thing is, now people are getting way too sensitive, so it must be, it's almost like just being a waiter and having to deal with allergies is like being a comedian and dealing with people's fucking feelings all of a sudden.
Yeah, but I don't come to your job and tell you about how bad my day was when you're there to cheer me up, and I'm gonna just give you shit for it. I mean,
I don't come down to your job and knock the dick out of your mouth. Is that allowed to be said on this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
Nice. I like that.
You looked up what I did?
I didn't write that.
Well, I love the one you did. You did the Eddie Murphy swap.
Oh yeah, we played Richard Pryor on him. I don't know why I said we. I did it. Usually I say we when Joe is involved because Joe does the voices for Arnold.
Right, and that's what was his last name again? Joe
Gaudet.
Gaudet, yes.
Gaudet.
And
shout out to Joe Gaudet.
Yeah.
Very good voice actor.
I wish he would call into the show, but apparently he's with his
You can trouble me for
family.
a warm glass of shut the hell up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we always have drops ready at any moment.
That's what's good about having two of those roadcasters over there. You can have what do you got? 16 pads instead of just 8.
Lots of going on.
Yeah.
lots going on. Sometimes we can carry a show just on that alone.
There you go.
If need be. So how'd you get into the whole idea of doing deepfakes and stuff?
I was on Instagram one day. I used to do Photoshop stuff. Like I'd put myself on a Jim Carrey Ace Ventura poster, and I was like, I'm Ace Ventura. But then I saw somebody put it was, before they were really good, but he had like one of the first videos of his face or a famous person's face on something else. And I was like, I messaged him and I was like, how do you do this? He had a good following already because he was like one of the early pioneers. And he was like, you know what? I've seen your comedy, so I'm going to tell you. I usually ignore these kind of requests. And he told me like what software and everything. And I was like, I have to do this because I just like, I just knew I could do something funny with it. Yeah. So I just grabbed it.
Home run.
Bugged him every week, figuring out new things. How do I do this? And then and then over the last few years, it's gotten even better. It's like high def now, and it looks real.
Yeah, everybody's getting better. It's like you see Kyle Dunn and stuff. You're like, damn, this shit's hilarious, And,
yeah.
Well, soon you won't have to do it. You'll just talk to the AI bot and say, do this, and it will.
Yeah, then they won't even need me. Other people will just be like, put Arnold Schwarzenegger on King Kong.
I know, but that's what sucks. You're in the pocket right now. Where you're in the pocket where most people don't have a clue, even though they have all the technology in their pocket.
You wouldn't believe how many people are like, why did Arnold do this?
Right.
For real.
Yeah.
That's so great.
There's
What a great
so
compliment.
many comments where I could just tell that they're being sincere.
Oh, bro, 100%. Yeah, no, I looked through the comments too, and it's funny because you get people who you're like, you do know this is not real, right? And they're like, huh? You can just, and they don't even read the comments all above them. They're like 30 comments deep, and they still haven't realized,
Yeah.
It would be pretty cool since they've gotten, you've surpassed the hobbyist. You're getting millions and millions of views on these things.
Yeah.
If Arnold made a video for you to use saying, I just want you to know this guy's great, but that's not me.
Yeah.
And then you deepfake that one.
That would, perfect. I'll put Stallone on him.
So you do the regular LA comedy scene right now? Do you have is there a place you play, or do you do the whole circuit?
Right now, my home club is the Hollywood Improv on Melrose. As a matter of fact, the manager just called me right before we went live here.
They told you not to do the show?
It's a she. And she was like, are you going on that show with all the weed and the shrooms? And I said, yeah. She goes, stop it, Brian. And I said, it's too late. I'm already sitting down.
That's right.
Got them in a hand.
And if you do want to share this with us, we use this product. It's called a Yo-Tip.
A Yo-Tip.
Yep.
Just so you can have one.
And then that way you don't have to share. That way we're not sharing.
We're not kissing each other.
I won't catch your herpes or anything?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Or my chlamydia, either one.
Right.
I'm safe, babe. We're not going to get herpes tonight.
At least not from us.
I got a tip for my joint.
Yeah,
we're keeping them safe. We're keeping them safe too. When we're doing
also, I don't know what's going to happen after this. I had a shroom chocolate, and now I'm about to smoke some of this green
Peer
monster
pressure.
weed.
This is what I gave you too. This is the GMO.
There's chocolates up there too.
What is GMO?
So it's funny. It's one of the
like a vegetable.
Yeah, right. It was actually a riff on because it was a Girl Scout cookie hybrid, and so the actual Girl Scouts were getting kind of like coming down on all the weed people for using their names because they had Thin Mints and people are starting to steal all their names. So this guy was like, well, all your cookies are made out of GMOs anyway, so fuck it, we'll just call it GMO. Then around the industry, people started calling it garlic, mushroom, onions, and so it got all misconstrued into those things. But technically, it was just a riff on the Girl Scouts.
What a journey that weed has
We
been
haven't
on.
had a completely successful taste of
that?
this equipment.
I said, what a journey that weed has been on in terms of its verbiage.
Right. And it's but it's definitely one of the most popular strains because it makes really good hash too. So it's one of those like.
And it's garlicky on the hash side.
And if you say that to somebody, they just go, "Oh yeah, garlic, mushroom, onions. I taste it." You know.
Yeah.
Weed's like that. Weed has this thing where it can be so different to different people. Some people can pick up on flavors and just have. I think it's because they're different tasters, right? You have those super tasters who taste everything. Yeah, knock them out. But
all right, now that they're gone.
Okay, now we can talk.
No, now it's right.
All right.
But in general, it's that weed is one of those amazing products where you can get everything from raunchy, nasty flavors to sweet to amazing, with an amazing spectrum all the way along.
There we go.
There we go. And then LA, I mean, you're in the heart of it all too. Like LA is the biggest is the biggest market for cannabis as far as, but it's all marketing, right? I mean, that's the thing. LA's notorious for beating anything down, right?
I guess so. I'm not too far into it. As far as me and the cannabis industry goes, I've done a show at like a couple places like this. It was almost like they had a comedy stage in a place like this, but it was a little bigger.
Right.
And also, I buy sleep gummies, but that's about it. I buy weed too, and I put it in my packs. But
that's a good product.
Yeah.
I like that
Are we
one.
allowed to say packs?
Of course.
All right.
Just because they don't advertise in the show now.
Hey, PAX!
Yeah.
If you want to get your name mentioned again ever on this show,
They do
throw them some cash.
And they do sponsor our buddy at Bean and Stock over at the Great Moments in Weed History podcast. So I know they're throwing out there for some people. So.
All right, we might have to contact them.
We better be careful about throwing out any leads right now. We've got another podcaster sitting over there who's part of the Dude Grow show, and don't know if we want,
He's gonna steal all our shit.
There's a pretty good chance, just so you know, you'll probably get a call to appear on their show, and then Danny Danko's show is another one, and
Nah, they're all poaching. They're all gonna poach our shit.
what can we
I
say?
won't be here.
So
Darn.
are you one of the few? So do you have your own podcast too now? Because every other comedian
Probably.
does.
You
probably do.
I mean, I probably will. Like
Oh, yeah,
before
no,
before the pandemic, I had my second bedroom. I had built into a little podcast studio, and then I realized nobody's gonna be able to come here.
Right.
So I was like, well, that was great. So for 2 years, it was sitting there, and then now I could do it, but I just haven't gotten back to it.
I mean, it's
yet.
one of those things. That's what I was saying earlier to you. Is like I feel like we're in the kind of same zone where every comedians and weed people, we all have a lot of stories to tell because we've all been, dealing with a bunch of bullshit for so long, and all of a sudden now we're on the come up, and everybody's got the ability to kind of.
It's hard for me to concentrate on the comedy, writing new jokes and everything with the deepfake thing blowing up right now. Like,
Right.
I'm like, oh, I need new ideas for that. I got to keep everyone that's following. Like it's been such a big explosion. I'm just like,
Do people come to your shows expecting you to have that's all you're going to do there, and you're like, I'm not doing any of that here because I'm a comedian. I'm a comedian.
That's how I roll.
Good. Well, at least it hasn't done that where it's like it's so big you're like, fuck, they don't even care about.
I did
comedy.
it. I was walking out to my car the other day. They're like, you're the deepfake guy, right? And I was like, he's like, my wife. It was that because my husband's in the car. I have to show him the guy that made the Annie video, and I was like, all right. So I introduced myself to him.
Well, since it's just the three of us talking right now, I'm gonna
Just the three of us.
Give you the secret idea that I just had right now is that this is a movie script. I mean, this really is where some intelligence agency comes to get you to do their, they need you to make it look like some foreign leader was in some precarious thing and only you have the ability to do that, and maybe it'll be a feature film.
Could be. I see comments all the time where like, the government's been doing this for years.
No, they haven't.
I know.
No, they're going to come recruit you is what's going to happen.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Or you wouldn't tell us if you were doing it.
I mean, I just feel like I just wouldn't even do it. It's just, when it comes to deepfakes, I like the humor aspect. I don't want to actually be part of like putting someone on porn or like trying to do some political shit.
No, it's a movie about that. I'm not
I'll do
saying
that.
we're gonna write a fiction about the CIA. Not really the CIA.
I thought the
Come on.
CIA was coming to get me to make videos.
No. Maybe. Well,
They
again,
should
you
be able
wouldn't
to do
tell
better
us.
than me. I hope. I can tell.
You would think so,
They have
right?
a bigger budget.
I do get comments a lot like, "Why does the Flash movie have worse deepfakes than this guy's Instagram?" Stuff like that.
Really?
I haven't seen Flash yet. I didn't even know there was deepfakes in it.
Yeah. Oh, spoilers.
I mean, yeah, maybe there. I know there is some in Indiana Jones 5, but I heard it ain't so great.
What is that deepfake? Is that like how they did Grand Moff talking in the new Star Wars because he had been dead? Is that what we're talking about?
Well, I know Lucasfilm was using a different technology at first.
Well, they're talking now like it's pretty much anybody who's already a major player can sign up and go in and just fucking they'll do everything, give you 85% of what you normally would get.
Yeah, I heard about this.
And if you do 5 or 6 movies in a year that you normally couldn't do because you couldn't be in 5 or 6 places at once, and you got 85%, I think everyone's going to sign up for it, right?
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to happen though. I know that there was rumors about Bruce Willis doing that because of his condition and everything, but like I don't think
Well, the thing is, they're going to go like,
That's a shame.
they're never going to want
I
the
know.
real one. They're going to want the prime one. They're going to be like, all right, we want the prime version. So
Also, you can't do everything with deepfakes. People always put in the comments, do this scene, do that scene, but like the second somebody turns this far away,
Yeah, it
like,
just starts to shimmer and-
yeah, it can't see the face. It needs to see. So like it has to be like 45 degrees to 45 degrees, then it's fine. But
I think
like
things are moving so fast, though.
It'll
Like,
happen,
It's
I'm
going to be
sure.
like by the end of next year, it'll be like, oh, we can do that because now the technology is filling in all of the things. They had
they'll use
a
it,
really
yeah.
scary one the other day where it was talking about how they had a picture of a woman, and they asked AI what they thought about the picture, and they said, yeah, there's a baby breastfeeding, and it wasn't in the picture, and they were like, how the fuck does it know that?
there's a baby breastfeeding.
And it said something about the baby suckling, and it was like a girl holding a baby but looking straight-faced out of the shot, and the computer knew that it was a fucking baby there. So it was like, that's kind of weird, right? So it makes you go like, oh shit, it's getting too smart. If it can fill in the gaps to the point where
Yeah.
it knows what should be there
I'm
when
a
it's
little
not
worried
there.
about AI.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be your fault, bro.
No,
They're gonna be
I
like,
mean,
they're
I
gonna
just
be like
I'm just
Brian
writing
Mara.
their programs.
They're gonna be like that guy.
We all saw Terminator. Of course, we're afraid of AI.
Yeah.
We're 80s kids.
That's true.
You know that this is when it was. We really thought they were coming.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, it really all came down to memory and us not, like physically they couldn't have enough in the same place to do what they wanted to do, and now everything's keeps getting smaller and smaller and tighter, and it's like, oh yeah, we can do that, you know what I mean? And cold storage that shit for 100 years, and you're like, fuck, it's over now.
There's a part of Running Man where they kind of like frame him, and but it looks
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
deep
yeah,
fake of him saying things he didn't say, and I remember watching that on Laserdisc with my friends.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
And he was like, they'll be able to do this in 10 years. I'm like, they will not be able to do that in 10 years.
It took a little longer, but
It took a little longer.
like
but,
it's our 90s, right? Like,
yeah, now they're doing it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I showed my kid, we went to a Goodwill, and I showed him a Laserdisc. I was like, check this out. He was like, mind blown.
This was the
right?
best you could get back then.
He was like, he looked at
This
it
is
like,
what the rich people
and then
bought.
and then I showed him it had 2 sides. He's like, what the fuck? Like, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Wait, do you mean you had to like flip
And
it
holds-
midway through
and it
the
only holds
movie?
one movie. It was ridiculous, right? Those things were.
That's why I can't do albums. I just like, record albums. I'm just like, they sound great. I'm too lazy, dude. I can't get up after 4 songs to hear the next 4. My dad used to have one that would take that fucker and just actually flip it.
Sure.
Right. Oh yeah.
At least that gives you anher 4 or 5 songs.
But still, compared to just being able to put something on. For
Yeah,
a
now
month.
you got digital. You just be like on your phone, like, okay, now play the Black Cross.
I remember my first iPod. I was like,
You
so
don't want it
stoked.
for the artwork.
Yeah, I mean, the artwork is cool. Hey, there's some classic albums that sound amazing. I just can't listen to them on a record if I got to get up after 4 or 5 songs. Not that I'm sitting there. I'm not the kind of guy that just sits there like, let's listen to an album. When I'm driving, I'll do it.
Careful, Brian.
While you're
I know
driving,
everyone here is.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna give
While
you
you're
one
driving,
before you leave.
I will play the album. But no, in
Mark's a vinyl guy.
Okay, I don't.
Oh, yeah, don't
Like I
just-
said, they're better.
easy.
I'm saying I'm lazier than
Okay,
him.
good
I'm
way to-
lazier
good.
than you.
Okay.
But I remember with my friend who was a DJ, and we would carry all his records and
Close one.
just go to these places, and it was like upstairs in Amsterdam with these records, you know what I mean? And then the day that you could get digital, it was like night and day, and all of a sudden he was like, dude, I got it all.
I'm done.
But I was saying that the first time I had my iPod, when I got my first iPod, I remember just thinking like, you know, I remember figuring out I had like a month's worth of music if I just leave it on, you know, and I would just do that, just leave it in the thing and never turn it off. But
So where are you headed after this? Denver is just a stop from LA, or are you going on tour? What are you?
Right now, I'm just honestly performing every week in LA at the Hollywood Improv. I run the shows, so I book it.
Oh, that's got to be fucking cool.
It is cool. I deal with a lot of the big names and every week, and all my shows are sold out. I'm like the best producer in LA. If I had to toot my own horn about one thing,
all right,
one thing, it would be that.
Well, that's why you got that guy's
and
number.
my dick. Just kidding.
Wait, they're still
they're
out
outside.
there.
I can talk about my dick all we want.
Okay, good.
Well, that's awesome. That's a great place to be doing that too. So I mean, it's like you're literally in the.
We got like 5-year-olds
To
in
talk
here
about your
playing
dick?
on his laptop. I'm not listening to him.
Oh no, he's just a small adult.
It's all right.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, he was suggesting the liquid death earlier.
He's in charge of global cybersecurity, or so you know.
I feel like if they ever reboot Hanson, he should be like
on the
lead
way here.
singer.
He said, on the way here, he told me, he goes, you know, if there's another guy there that knows how to do deep fakes, there's 2 of us in the room. So he was pretty impressed with
Okay, cool.
knowing that you were going to be here.
Nice.
So as you can tell.
Yep, I'm the deep fake guy.
Hey, you know what?
I found a niche.
And Howard says that, right? If you figure something out that works for you,
yep,
milk it.
Yeah, I am.
But now you have 2 things though, because running booking everybody that comes into your comedy
Yeah, that's
club
been my
is-
job for a good 12 years at least.
Wow, that's
yeah.
fucking. So there you go. Then you can obviously.
Teach us how to book guests.
You just gotta like be at the comedy clubs, get to know these rich fucks, and then these famous fucks, whatever they are.
Fuck them.
Yeah, and then they're actually all really nice, to be honest. Like most of them are great people. Arsenio Hall is really nice.
Well, the scene's also gone through so much ups and downs and all
Yes.
that, and it's like kind of now it's plateaued almost to a point where it's, you know, I think anybody who survived through the comedy room and all the bullshit that went down and everybody kind of it definitely seemed like there was
Because of the pandemic?
I'm talking pre-pandemic as far as like how the scene, like the pandemic didn't help, that's for sure. But as far as like just as you know the comedy has, I think Netflix obviously changed the game, you know, and specials like because growing up for us it was like Richard Pryor and fucking records and you know I mean people were literally in that phase where it was just like the golden, you know, if you had a George Carlin record or tape or something like that, you'd play it till it wore out, you know. And now people are consuming so much fucking, you know, so much information, so much stuff. Is like again, Netflix kind of changed it, but then everybody competes with them, and you see how it's turned into. I mean, even in Denver, there's 4 different clubs going every night, you know, on the weekends, which is great.
We need to laugh right now. Kind of sucks outside.
Sometimes it does, yeah.
I think the post-pandemic is definitely a good. Well, the pandemic in general is probably one reason why comedy also went up, just because people need it.
Isn't there a conversation to be had about these douchebags that come to your shows that sit with their arms folded and want to get
I
offended?
wrote a
because-
song about it. He was playing it earlier. I wrote a whole song. I don't want you to play it.
No, we'll
I'm
play
just
it
saying-
after you're gone.
Okay. I'm going to sing it tonight at the club.
That just seems to me is just so absolutely fucking ridiculous that you almost want to have somebody standing there when they're checking the ticket. You look him over and go, "Let me ask you something.
What are you doing here?
You offended by dick jokes? You know, just to make sure. I
Yeah.
mean, some type of litmus test at the door."
I don't know what. I think some people don't know what a comedy show is, maybe. Like, they're just like, this is something, an event. Let's go check it out, honey. And then they're in there like, what the hell?
Said we have to have 4 drinks. Let's go.
Yeah, it said we have to have 4 drinks. This guy's talking about his dick. There's a kid in the room. What the hell?
I know.
Dave's the party guy.
Right? That's not true at all, by the way. I'm not a party guy.
But it is. I mean, we see people now selling out Red Rocks and stuff too, which is great. You know. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like
Bill
you got
Burr did his special there.
Exactly.
He's funny. Hey, that guy's funny.
And Bert, I think Bert Kreischer's got a show coming up there. Or,
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah, for sure. So
I think I did see something about that, actually, on his Instagram.
So it's gotten to that level, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Burr's awesome. When I first came back to America, I was driving from the DIA to, and they used to have a comedy channel here. They somehow disappeared, but now it's a country channel. But I heard him for the first time, and I grew up in New England, so that his take on all the different accents, like from Maine to Rhode Island and all that, it was just like, it was so on point, and it was like instantly knew he was fucking the shit, and that was like about 14 years ago or something like that. And then now you see how like, you know, it's like he's selling out Red Rocks, which is fucking huge.
I don't think I've ever seen a podcast where there's just people hanging out.
No, nobody's ever hanging. It's just a little room.
It's always a studio or something like so.
It's the environment we've created.
Yeah, I think that's what sets it apart to some degree. Like you guys have something that I don't think anyone else has.
Well,
maybe they do. I haven't been on every podcast. I've just everyone I've been
Get
on is
ready.
not like this.
We're global, man. You know, we've got people listening like when it's
studio audiences are good to have though, because then you can kind of, it's just like literally like if you're doing comedy, if you don't have anybody in the room, you're trying to do comedy over like just on a mic to an empty room, it's pretty hard. But if you get one person, you can look at them and go, that guy's actually getting it. All right, cool. You know what I mean? It's like kind of the same. You get even within a small room like this, if you get one person nodding when you say something, you're like, oh, I think we said something good. And you almost feel a little pressure because you got
some approval.
You got to deliver a little bit. You know what I mean? You're not just sort of like, oh, we get lost in our zone.
How long has this Adam Dunn show been out?
We're going on 11 years now, I guess, right? 11, 12, 10, 11
The show's
years.
been on for 10 years, but it's only been good for the past 4.5 since it's been.
Oh yeah, since Dave's showing, since Dave.
So he thinks your solo show is just no good, huh?
Well, we've had different. I've had some different co-hosts. So my whole thing is, you know, I was like, you can't have two of the same people. That wouldn't make sense.
Yeah,
because then
I always did.
I feel like that's how wrestling commentary goes too. You got to have like a guy who's rooting for the good guys and a guy who's rooting for the bad guys. That's how Love Lines was too. I don't know if you had that out here, but in LA, Dr. Drew had, you know, multiple co-hosts. He had Adam, what's his name? Adam Carolla. He was great, and then he had some other dude before that.
Yeah, it's nice to have a little bit. And it's also like when you're
there you go.
Because I mean, like, yeah, Bill Burr can talk forever by himself and rant, and he's awesome. But when he has a guest, it's a totally different show, right? Because he's all of a sudden like now he's a fanboy and he has to fuck with, he
was on my buddy Theo Vaughn's show, and that went a little sour for Theo. Actually, he was just kind of like, Bill Burr doesn't give a fuck where he's at. He doesn't give it.
No.
He's just like,
He's
what are you
ranting.
talking about? And Theo just invents things in his head as he goes.
Sure.
You know? And
yeah, Theo would be good on our show. Theo would be good on our show.
Oh, dude, he would.
He'd make sense because
That'd be
he
your
definitely goes off. He definitely goes off
top
the
of the
rails.
line episode, probably.
Right, and
He's very entertaining.
But in general, yeah, I think if you have, well, podcasts are really one of those things where if you're doing a specific thing, cannabis is lucky because it doesn't get pigeonholed, right? You got so many fucking subjects, and there's so many different weed-related things. So we can go and steer in different directions. And then I think that's the problem when a lot of people get into podcasting. They're doing such a tight subject that at a certain point it's like, okay, now what? You know what I mean? And if it's political, it's political. We try to stay away from politics because that never goes well. You know what I mean? That never helps.
I'm not very political, so I wouldn't even know what to say.
Right, and so it's. It's kind of it's good for us. We have a kind of endless well to go from.
They say we're the cannabis show that rarely talks about cannabis. We do. We kind of use cannabis throughout the show when we interview cannabis personalities, but it's not necessarily we're going to teach you how to do this.
Right.
There's a lot of grow shows too, and it's like, okay, you can do this and you can do that. And the thing is, it's great, but the problem is things change like that too.
I tried growing my own weed once.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Not great. It was like 106 degrees in LA, and like I just didn't.
Was this like a young thing when you were a kid, or is this older when you're like actually?
It was like I would say 10 years ago.
Okay.
9-10 years ago. Yeah.
Mark could give you germination advice.
Oh, yeah, he
really
kills everything.
I'm never going to try it again.
He kills everything he touches.
This is before they had dispensaries.
But he grows mushrooms. He grows mushrooms.
Don't you need like cow poop for that?
Actually, mushrooms might be your way to go because we've got our next guests that are coming on after you are from Sacred 3 Mushrooms, and they have mushroom kits. So you could just probably hook them up with an address. I bet they could send you out a kit, and those grow quick. And
I'll just take your pills.
but you get like you literally have a year's supply in one run. For sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll be okay with the capsules. We're not sending him home with a mushroom grow kit.
No, he can just get it in the future.
Wink,
He can get it in the future. It's not. It's like, Mark didn't have the greenest thumb, but he has a fucking good.
He's a fungal thumb.
He's like a fungal. He's got some nail fungus going on there. Maybe,
always been good with fungus.
No, he's
somehow
really
you
good
can grow
at
the
it.
fungus like it ain't nothing.
So, just did he give you a few of those capsules?
He gave me a few of those capsules.
Were any of them Yeti?
Yes.
Yeti.
Okay. Well, did you give him the whole speech?
Yeah, I told him. I said, just take them all at once. That's how it works.
Look,
No,
I'm
no.
a lightweight. I have a mushroom chocolate in me that what was his name? Felipe gave me.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, I'm all right. I don't know why I smoke the weed. I'm like literally
Peer pressure.
Yeah, I was like,
It's all
well,
right.
this is what they do here.
It's actually good for you. It's a good
Because you could talk about it later.
Yeah.
Cannabis is a great, like, for me with mushrooms, my number one rule whenever if I could take.
Meanwhile, I'm performing in an hour. I'm sorry, I didn't
That's okay.
interrupt
No,
you.
no. Don't worry about it.
Can't wait for this set.
Oh, this should be a good one.
Wait,
Should be a good
are
one.
we sending anybody there to watch to see how?
I'll go.
No, you can't. You are working, dude.
What?
Shitty Jamie.
It's gonna be an interesting night.
For sure.
What if it's one of your best shows ever?
It might be. Then I'll have to ask you to send me some Yetis.
Those Yetis, I tell you, 100%. Like when I come on the show, and like people were like commenting, like, "Is Adam on coke or something right now?" And I was like, "Dude, it's the fucking Yetis, the fucking Yetis, the fucking." I was like, "Holy
Now
shit!"
I'm probably not gonna take them.
These
now.
things
Like,
really
No,
get
just
you going.
maybe not take all of them at once.
No,
Just
no,
take
no,
one
no,
capsule.
No, you'll be fine. He's not going to take. I told him, of course.
One capsule, yeah.
Yes, he
Okay.
knows. Of course. No, but
And
it does,
just don't have anything to do
it
for the
does
next
get
8
your.
hours.
It literally.
Jesus.
No. It literally gets your brain fired up, which is good. I mean, you're telling me.
It'll probably get me depressed.
No, it'll give you a whole new
No.
deep fake thing to go after. It'll be.
That's what the mushroom gods are going to tell me what to do.
You'll
next
look
with
into the
Arnold
crowd, and
Schwarzenegger.
everybody's face will be Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you'll be like, "Holy shit! Everybody's face is Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've created everybody into a deep."
I've only done mushrooms like
Stuck
6 or
in a
7
deep
times,
fake
and I've
loop.
never seen anything.
You didn't take enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Disneyland once, and
Mistake.
I think the ground was. Yeah, it was a mistake. I cried 3 times at Disneyland. I cried 3 times at Disneyland.
Maybe don't do that again.
It's a good moment.
Probably
It's a
not.
good moment.
But
Maybe I'll cry on stage tonight.
no, you don't.
No,
I,
you'll
would,
be
I would not recommend that. But we're going to have to let you go because
Yeah, I
I know
gotta
you
get
have
to the
dinner
sushi.
reservations. He's going to Sushi Den.
Yeah.
We got 3 minutes.
Yeah, we were saying last week on the show, we're like, yep, that's the first thing you think of when you arrive to Colorado is
Landlocked.
we want sushi, right? So I'm like, yes.
You know
No,
what?
it's from
My
the-
girlfriend is the cruise
But it's good.
director. I just follow the fucking. She found a good place.
She did pick a good spot.
Yeah,
Sushi
she, knows,
Den's-
she seems to know what she's doing.
And here she comes. And here she comes.
Watch,
And here she
check it,
comes.
check it.
Up here. Yeah.
Oh, she got the look on her face
She
too.
knows
You're,
what's
you're
up.
in trouble.
She's always got that look on her face.
Yeah, we knew it.
Oh, we saw you.
I
What?
was just
wait.
telling that
Nothing.
you
We're
picked
wrapping
you're
him
the cruise
up.
director.
We're wrapping him up.
He wasn't talking about his dick. Okay,
I was
I'm just
earlier,
saying.
though.
Earlier, yes, but not right now. But thank you. I love your deep fakes.
I'll keep making
doing
them.
I like your comedy too. So I wish.
Did you hear that? I love your deepfakes. I like your comedy too.
Well, I
Yeah,
haven't had a
I know.
chance to see enough of
I'm
it.
telling you, that's
Your
unfortunate.
comedy is
No,
you can't see people's
I'll
comedy.
tell you what.
know?
I get a hard on whenever someone comments on my comedy videos these days because I'm like, thank you. Enough with the Arnold Schwarzenegger comments.
I saw your one today that you posted from last night standing there, but most comedians, you don't want somebody standing there with a camera on you so that I can see your joke on Instagram.
Oh, yeah,
you
that
gotta
was
go,
just-
I haven't seen you.
That wasn't a joke. That was like, okay, I'll tell you my intro. I go on stage, I go, who likes getting laid? And everyone's like, woo! I go, who likes going down? And then some dude in the front's always like, yeah. And I go, me and you sucking on dicks. So at the end of the show, so that's how I intro the show usually. Then at the end of the show, I go, will you guys do an Instagram story with me? And they're like, woo! And I'm like, you know, and you saw it. I was like, and this guy told me he likes sucking on dicks. And then that's how I end it.
Nice.
I shared that
Yeah,
one.
you gotta have the comeback at the end.
Yeah. All right,
Well, cool.
guys.
Thanks for coming through.
Yeah, it
Thank
was
you
fun.
so much.
Awesome.
Thanks for the
Appreciate your time.
Yetis, and thanks for this big jar of
Send
weed.
all
that
have a
those,
bagel
send
and
all
the
those stoners
cookies.
our way. We'll
That
take
the,
care of
Did
them.
you want
airport
a
security's
few
gonna.
chocolates?
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
want any weed chocolate, babe?
For later? All right, let's get them.
All right, we'll get
here.
some wheat chocolate.
I'll put them in
It's
some more
supposed to be good for
boxes here.
sleep.
I'll get another box.
to have you on.
Thanks, whoever just said that.
No,
I
we
got these
some.
ones. I got these ones. Let me take one of these. Classier box here. A little
Do I
black.
keep this, or you will wash
No,
it
you
for the
keep
next-
that one.
That's
That's
for
all you.
That's for you.
Okay.
Do you have we have any more on this
You don't want to
side?
get herpes tonight.
I don't want to get herpes.
No.
I should carry one of those around with me everywhere I go.
You should. They're a great product.
I have a theory that these can catch herpes.
There you
I'm
go.
not gonna play with that.
All right. Thank you very much.
That's
Brian.
only for my own personal studies. Can you put this
That's
in there? I got a lot of.
Enjoy
All right,
the
man.
sushi.
Good luck at the
All
show. Have fun at the sushi.
We're gonna keep it in her purse.
Thanks for coming through. I'll see you next time.
Yeah, later.
Happy birthday.
Oh yeah, grab some. Yeah.
Oh, look, a moth made it.
And there we go. All right. So
That's
we
got to be
have-
cool to be able to make a video regularly that gets 10, 12 million
Right.
plays. That's influence.
It's okay, we got you can tighten it all
Oh,
up.
look
Kick
at
that.
him working.
Look at working around here like a real studio.
We can bring on our mushroom people.
Yeah, no, I already told them. They got it. They
Okay.
know what's up. They know what's up. I need a dabber, dude. Where the fuck? I have no dabber.
Oh, does anybody have a dab tool?
Why have no
Because
dab?
Vinny cleaned up and we don't have a dab tool
I
here.
can't find mine, and all of a sudden, I couldn't. You didn't have one out for some reason. No one's taking dabs.
Uh-oh.
Come on. Where's yours?
I'll get it for you.
Jesus.
Ah.
Well, anyway, we got Tanasi and Lady Hi-Fi coming on from. There you go. Coming on from Sacred 3 Mushrooms, who are friends of the landladies.
Do we owe her money still from the old studio?
No.
Okay.
She's all good. She's all covered.
Okay.
And they are going to be
Did I
here
make a
for the Psychedelic Science Conference coming up.
Hey, who's going to that?
We all are. I think
That's
everybody.
right.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
That's a bag, an orange bag.
Mushrooms, I hear.
Oh,
Yes.
he
Lots of orange. At least you didn't wear green. If you wear green, then you get blended into our
I'm
screen.
getting triggered right now, like I'm in therapy. He's got a notepad here.
I know, he's
gonna
gonna
start writing shit down.
You have to
so.
lean back, too. Lean back.
All right, I did have a rough day today.
I almost did wear a green shirt too.
I'm be glad you didn't wear a green shirt because you would be blending into the back.
Those guys left already, Vinny? They left? Okay, then he forgot his stickers. Anyway, he forgot his stickers. But
They're still in the parking lot, I'm sure.
if they're there, then give them to him. You can't forget the stickers. That was what they got all excited about.
I know. Well, I brought some Ozo stickers today, too. Vinny will put one on the door.
We're moving up around here. Welcome to the studio, guys.
Wait, can we just, because we didn't take a moment earlier.
What are we doing now?
Everybody, do us a favor.
my
It
God, we're
helps.
so late.
It helps us out.
So late.
Click the like button. If
You have to
don't
do it in the first 10
subscribe-
minutes.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
Well, it's too late.
Algos.
We fucked up.
Algos, bro.
JJ says it'll be okay. So
Yeah.
everyone click it now,
Click
and then
it.
it'll make us feel a little better. And maybe the algorithm won't stick us into this, I don't know, this space.
The dead zone, bro.
The dead zone. And then I was going to say something else, but I forgot because I'm stoned, and I do that a lot.
Stony baloney.
Yeah.
On
Just
these
relax,
weed? Are
bro.
these weed?
Yeah.
Yes, there's weed in those.
Do you know
Yes.
how many milligrams they are?
A lot.
A lot. Yeah, we don't have numbers. It's just a lot.
No more than 100.
Yeah, maybe a couple hundred
Good
possible.
thing I
You know,
know how
close.
to handle it. Man.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
You got one of those big ones?
Brian said
Yeah.
he does 5 milligram of gummies before bed and goes to bed. I'm like, oh, okay, good. You'll love these then.
You didn't tell him though.
I told him. I told him. I said just do half.
At one of the Indo expos we had here in Denver, we had this investor from like Saudi Arabia come over.
Oops.
I gave him a 30 milligram blueberry muffin.
He didn't take it
He had
home?
to be escorted back to the hotel.
Yeah.
He was,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hallucinating, seeing dragons.
You got to
and
talk
shit.
right into that.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
So 30 milligrams is
that's in there. That's
Ooh,
I
that's a
mean,
lot.
they have a lot of pent up shit, and I'm sure once you literally release the dragons at that point, you're like,
Yeah, you're done. That's no good. 30 milligrams for a newbie?
But
I don't know. Those numbers
I'm
just
up
seem
in
so
the
low to me
hundreds.
every
I
time. You're
thought-
like 30, whatever, dude. That's just like
Actually, I'd tell you this. I took 250 milligrams
Right
and got on
into
an
it.
airplane. And there is something about the high dose milligrams when you get that elevation and take off.
you get literally get
something-
elevated.
Like I fucking I blacked out. And I had my wife there, and I was like holding her hand, and like if it had been anybody else, they'd have fucking called like, "Hey, he needs help."
Well, it's all about the
It was-
altitude.
and there
that's
was
why.
something about, and
it's
I've
the
seen
physics behind it.
and I've seen a chick do this before.
I've
doing it.
had the
Something
very
about
I've
the
had
elevation.
the thing is I've been so high on a flight that it felt so fucking good, that actual takeoff. It was like I literally remember going like I could feel my body weight go down and come back up, and I was like, that
hate
is
that.
so, because I was coming up just at the right moment, and it was so perfect. It was like, that is the greatest right there. So if you can
That's
get
the precursor
if you can
to me going,
when you can time it right, it's great. But also, it does kind of suck if you're on a long flight to do anything really, because you're just like, you start thinking about being on this plane. Oh my God, we're in this tube. And you're with these people, and you start overanalyzing the whole situation. You're like, ugh. But yeah, shrooms, definitely psychedelics on planes is weird.
I've never taken a
I don't
dose
do
on
that.
planes.
I don't think I can do it.
No.
Oh no, I've done it, and it's not good. It's like instantly like bad idea.
Yeah, just
because
gotta be
everything's
able
so
to-
official.
enclosed
All of a
space,
sudden
you
it's
know?
over. Everything's official, and you're like handing papers, and you're like, no, I'm not ready for this shit. This is too much to deal with. You know what I mean?
Well,
So-
because you could have to deal with something that is completely beyond your control. A douchebag sitting next to you.
Searched.
Something. Sorry, we're gonna have to put you on a different flight. Where am I going? Bad, Utah. Ah, So no, yeah, I've not attempted that yet. Now, being a passenger in a car, seeing the Grateful Dead, I can say that. Yeah, I was a passenger in a car and don't know how we got from point A to point B.
What are we
But
looking
I
at?
wouldn't be
What are we looking at here?
that guy. I don't look at the top.
Love from the Plant. He's a local grower out here in
Okay.
Denver. And then
Nice
these are
papaya
some
punch,
breeds that he's
BXM.
working on. Blanca Peak, Papaya Punch, back cross. It's a Colorado cut with the straw nanner.
Okay.
A 14er cut.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, this was the.
Oh. Look at
Blanca
Dave. Look
Peak.
at Dave. Just poo-pooed. He just poo-pooed.
No, I'll go with the 14er cut.
Yeah.
Here, I won't take the big dude.
Take it all. That's what it's here for.
So where are you guys based out of?
I'm in Elizabeth, just south of Denver.
Oh.
I was in Aurora. She's still in Aurora.
Pretty close to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Castle Rock?
Albert.
Oh,
right,
okay.
right
yeah.
there, just the next town over.
Everyone's going south.
And I mean, it's definitely
growing.
Like it's
fast.
crazy. No, it's crazy. That whole area is just nuts. You just like we moved there 10 years ago or 9 years ago, and there's whole swaths that were just farmland. You know what I mean? And now it's like fuck.
Here's
it's just
a
wall-to-wall
handful
house.
of $1 million homes.
Yeah, well, you saw it by
Scattered.
like by the Walmart, where it's just like all of a sudden you're just like, whoa, a neighborhood. Where did that show up from? You know what I mean? So
I
it's
was going to say, once there's a Walmart built there, you're not in the booth.
Luckily, they did bet it off this year, so they just voted in May to keep Elizabeth the city limits from doing that and keeping that development from pushing into the basically taking over how they've been doing,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's. Well, the crazy about Colorado though is they build all the houses like 2 feet apart from each other, and you're like, dude, we live in like expansive land, right? When you want to when you want to like face them kind of like back to back, so you don't really have to like, hey, how's it going? 24, you're out doing your dishes, looking at the other person doing their dishes.
Oh, that would be fine. It's hearing their toilet flush is
Unless you have a really good neighbor, that's always nice when that happens.
Yeah,
so.
And where are you guys from originally though?
I'm from Southern California originally, but I've been out here for about 7 years now.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
how did we get into mushrooms?
I grew up in Tennessee, East Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Then, yeah, I've been out here about 10 years.
10, okay. Yeah, so kind of similar. And definitely seen lots of changes. So Southern California, what were you doing out there before you came here?
So I mean, I was just going to school out there, and then I did my post-baccalaureate program out here. So I'm a clinical laboratory scientist.
Nice.
So I've been in the lab, working in the lab for about I just am hitting 7 years now.
And what were you focusing on mostly?
So I do like all the testing in the laboratory for like anyone who comes in, and you get your blood work done and you get your results back, and you're like, hey, where did these come from? Well, I'm the person who's actually like doing all the testing. I'm the one looking under the microscope, communicating directly to the doctor, and then the doctor is telling you like basically what's going on.
So you don't have to tell the patient
do
you're
not.
so fucked.
Yes.
I just looked at your blood work and you're fucked.
Yeah, I do not have direct patient. I don't talk to them directly, which is actually kind of
Good.
nice too.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
That must be nuts.
Because
And you're
sometimes
like,
you don't
no.
see the best things, and it's like, okay, I don't have to be the one to tell you that.
Right.
Yeah, no, that would suck.
Yeah. But it's very rewarding too at the same time. You are helping people. So
you're obviously comfortable behind a microscope, and that makes life in this.
yeah.
That's where the hyphae comes in. You're like,
Exactly. So you being in the laboratory for 7 years, it's like, I've always been interested in mycology, and I met Tanasi about 4 years ago, and we started talking, and all of a sudden I was like, hey, why am I not doing something in the mycology world? I'm truly passionate about it, and not too bad at it. So
Timing was pretty on point too.
Yep.
4 years ago, it was like right around the time when everything just was like, if you're seeing what was happening, you're like,
Paying
oh,
attention.
this is going to be the next thing, isn't it? And now
like-
we have the conference coming up starting
Monday.
next week.
Yep.
Next week.
Oh, it's Monday.
It's Monday. It's the first
Psychedelic
day.
Science 2023.
Now, is Monday a setup day or Monday is a...
So Monday is a setup day for any exhibitor who's
Exactly.
going, but there are speakers going on Monday through Friday.
So
So if you
these-
have tickets, I would suggest attending Monday through Friday.
Okay, interesting.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
that's going to be, so it's MAPS.
It's the Multidisciplinary
There you go.
Association for Psychedelic Science.
Thank you
Yep.
very much for
So
doing
I
that, because that's also
Say that again, backwards.
Yeah, you'll have to get me back on that one. Yeah.
and MAPS have been pushing hard, obviously, for psychedelic therapy, and now it's interesting to see Colorado as it's kind of like going through this cannabis phase again, where it was like, yeah, this is it. Everyone's
Like
coming here.
2008.
Yeah, or up to 2012 when it really like happened. Like let's say it officially happened, and here it kind of is like skipping. It's skipping that 2008 to 2012 phase where it was kind of in that gray zone and people were doing what they were doing. But I think with psychedelic, I mean we're still in that phase right now. But in general, because it's so easy to identify. Like whereas cannabis is like pretty easy to fucking figure out what's up.
And it kind of made the bridge for it, so that way it could move as quick as it is, right?
Literally, like that South Park episode where they legalized cocaine, and he's like, "Oh, I can do this. I did this already," and he's like, "Do, just go straight to the, go." It's like, exactly who we need to talk to, and you do see there's some crossover with some players who are like, okay, now you see law firms that are like figuring out that this is going to be the next frontier, but at the same time we're still in the Wild West too, right? So it's
right.
It's the best time to be there.
So we're actually the second state to fully decriminalize it. Oregon was first, we're second, and California is definitely on the same track. There's just a few counties in California that had decriminalized it. So,
Yeah, and I think the difference too, though, is like Colorado is lucky because it has a small population and a little more, a little less of a problem. Is fucking Oregon's just like wide open, kind of
Right.
crazy right now. Everybody just took it way too far.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I think
you can walk around with 2 grams of meth in your pocket.
yeah, and it's just like really,
Like he said, way too far.
Way too
like
far.
really
Right.
is that what we want to do? Like,
Well,
yeah.
if the drug can kill you, I don't think it should be free Nelly Willy like that.
Right. Well, especially when there's alternatives that we have now, and that's what's awesome about cannabis and shrooms and other psychedelics and things is like those are 100% covering all bases that anybody really needs. They just don't know it yet. You know what I mean? Like they just haven't tapped into it. Like I feel like dabs cover a huge people. A lot of people don't like weed because they're just so strung out on way harder drugs and it doesn't do anything for them. But all of a sudden you give them a dab and they're like sitting down like, holy shit. And then they get into the process and they have something.
Did you just sell dabs as like weed crack?
No, as a rehab,
right?
like as a rehab,
If you're
like as a
doing the
rehab.
hard stuff, you
No,
need
like as
dabs.
like as a rehab though. I think a dab rehab situation it makes sense just because it would definitely hit all those receptors they probably need to be hit. Like flip the script a little bit for them. Because you can't go cold turkey. That'll kill people too. That's the other problem is most people, even alcohol, right? I mean, alcohol. If someone's a real alcoholic, you don't want them to quit because then that's when they die usually. Because you want them, you have to wean them off of it, which sucks.
Well, that's also where plant medicine is coming in, and there are these studies coming out now that, it is showing that it is treating people for PTSD, anxiety, eating disorders, just mental illness in general. It is such a benefit to society right now, and I think we're just definitely following a good track on things for sure.
And right now we're in a weird phase too, where America has literally taken on like when I first moved to Amsterdam, which was in '89. huge heroin problem there, right? Like on the streets, people just laying in front of the central station. You had to like walk over 6 or 8 people to get to the bus stop or whatever. People just didn't give a fuck because it was decrimmed and they didn't, there was no enforcement. And then they came and cleaned up the whole vibe over there. And then you go to somewhere like Kensington here or something like that, and you're like, oh my God, it's like how it was in the worst places it was in Amsterdam at the worst height of when it was. But the difference, I think, though, is that heroin compared to like people who are on meth is a big difference because, they're not stealing cars and doing shit. They're just like, they can't even move. Right? People are just like fucking frozen solid.
Yeah.
But
and we had the pill farms that sprouted up in the 90s and early 2000s that just devastated the fucking nation.
Right. Well, America's definitely in a mental health crisis, and psychedelics is couldn't come at a better moment for people at this time. So it's like it'll be interesting to see how ibogaine studies, things like that. That's also like proven like
right
over and over and over and over and over again, like huge numbers, 80% of the people like coming like and that's like. Almost, I wouldn't say instant, but it's pretty fast. It's like 72 hours in, and you're just like, okay, your body can't, you are not even interested anymore, which is great. So there's a lot to unlock.
And that's where I come in. I've started Sacred 3 because being a veteran, I'm doing my own therapy in my bedroom with these mushrooms. I found how therapeutic I found them to be for me and help me. And then I'll start a kit and share it. I can't supply you mushrooms, but I can give you the supplies and the knowledge through videos.
Right. When it's interesting too, because mushrooms have even in the 70s, right? There was already kits in the back of High Times. There was already spores, and nobody that I know ever did it. Like it was just like it's there.
It was a scary proposition.
But the idea of actually ordering it from there, no way, nobody would do it. I mean, I ordered a Phototron. A lot of people ordered Phototron, but somehow the mushroom thing is just like weird that it was always quasi-legal in some way, shape, or form. You just couldn't get to that. Like, oh, we'll do everything except for that part. You know what I mean? And nowadays it's getting to the point where people are able to share to make it easier for people to grow, which is, I think in the beginning of the whole point was just to get past that first phase was really hard, you know what I mean? And once you got past that first phase.
I've made this kits pretty easy with like just 3 steps.
Let's hear them.
Yeah, give us
3 steps. So step 1, you're going to inoculate the jar with your genetics. And we have fruity spores and Sacred 3 mushrooms. Sacred 3 mushrooms is where you're going to get all your supplies, manure, grains, stuff to grow. Then fruity spores is your genetic side of the company, and that's where you'll get syringes, plates like she's got there. So then,
can you show the plates?
So you would take your syringe into your grains.
What strain is that?
So this one I brought. So this is Golden Teacher. This is like
classic.
Classic, very beginner strain mushroom. This one, and I brought these plates because they all. I mean, you can see they all look very different. And this is how the mycelium are actually growing out. And mycelium grow underground, but we're able to do it in a laboratory now. And then, so this is a Casper. I know it's probably hard to see.
What you got?
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit better.
I don't know if you can kind of see it. Yeah.
Right there. Boom. Like
yeah. So Casper, I mean, from personal use of Casper, it's like very energetic, very focused, light body high. And then this one's actually a Cambodian strain. And I've heard really good things about this one from a lot of people who actually like microdose the Cambodian strain, especially women actually, because it comes on very gentle. And they say it actually helps a lot with anxiety. So, obviously it affects everyone differently.
How long do they take to grow into that?
So when you inoculate a plate, it's about 7 days for it to inoculate about halfway. And then you never want to keep a mycelium growing without transferring it longer than 2 weeks, actually, because then it's just going to become overgrown. And you want to keep it healthy. I mean, mycelium are very, very intelligent organisms. It's a eukaryote, just like humans are eukaryotes. So they actually use the same processes that humans do to absorb nutrients, and you have to feed them the correct the temperature has to be correct, like humidity, light, everything like that. So they're highly intelligent organisms.
Is it possible we're the evolved form of mycelium?
I mean, we could be, who knows?
Right, so we're closer to fungi than plants.
Yeah.
True that, yeah.
So with the 3 steps, first you'd inject the grain jar. I have some kits over there if we really want to show displays.
Sure. You left him next to Banner, though. He took one, though.
Banner took one. He's
I'm sure.
Sneaking up.
We open up one and bring it over. We can kind of show everything.
Making him work. Like he's back on the Dude Grow show all of a sudden. He's working.
Oh, he's hired.
He's on.
He's got a knife.
So this is how you would get it if you were ordering one from me,
Right,
basically.
it's a discreet packaging.
Very discreet.
The shipping label is going to say STM. It won't say Sacred 3. I should have had this open beforehand.
No,
I was
it's all
unsure
right.
if we could fit it on the
That's all
table.
right.
So it's going to come all wrapped up like so. Boom. And then you would open it up. As
And it's contaminated.
I broke it.
Dave contaminated it.
Wait, do you really want me to open this up?
Yeah. Open it up. So this is, you want to see the steps, right?
He's Dave's like, oh, jeez.
We're not at the point of
He's like
contamination
IKEA.
yet.
He's
Don't
like, it's
worry.
like IKEA now,
We
right?
could do this whole process right
These are
here.
instructions. Oh, that's paperwork.
Right. So step 1's going to be your grain jar. So in this box, you got substrates in one box. Substrate over here, grains in one box, right?
Gotcha.
And if you follow the steps, I have instruction videos.
And this is the kit you'd be using. You'd be growing in this directly into that
shoebox
thing?
size.
Okay.
Within where I was going. So steps.
Uh-oh, there's only 3.
You got me weak.
Fuck, you got too high.
Step 2.4, man.
So all the videos I have on a QR code that comes in this kit with everything you need. This QR code takes you to all the websites, and so YouTube likes to censor videos and take down everything with pink oysters. So right now I have a Google Drive link you can look up all the videos for, and I'm testing Rumble right now. I got the instruction videos on Rumble. We'll see if they allow it. If not. But step 1 is your grain jar, right? So you open it up, grains in here, and you're going to inject your jar, your grain jar with your grain syringe, right? And then that's going to sit in the dark around 70 to 75 degrees, and wrapped in a towel.
Is there
throw it in the
humidity?
closet.
Yeah, the humidity, I guess, in Colorado is so low. Is there an issue with that, or is
And this whole process, if you're growing gourmet mushrooms, humidity will be a thing for you.
You can just put them in the ground.
But since we're doing this cubensis and everything's grown in totes and in jars, the humidity is contained within the vessel grown.
Keeps it easier.
Mm-hmm. So, but if you were doing gourmets in a tent setup, you definitely have to induce humidity.
Sure.
So here's your jar, wham bam, has injection port, filter patch for air exchange. You inject that injection port with your syringe. A syringe will do 2 jars, so you can actually do 2 kits with it. Then that sits for we're getting them done in about 21 to 30 days.
Okay, so from the point of
And
injection.
it'll be fully colonized. And then you're ready for this part. You would take your manure out, and it has gloves and your water, anything, ISO to clean everything. You'd put the manure and this together in the tote, and then put it back in the dark in a closet wrapped in a towel where you had this basically, 70 to 77.
Okay.
And then in 2 weeks, that will be fully colonized white.
Okay.
Then that goes into the lighting source. And I've used windows for over a year, and you can use artificial light.
Can you? So when it comes from this, so from that last step,
so wait,
can you spread it out and colonize any further? Is there any way to like take it any
Expand it?
Yeah. Is there like a way to kind of seed it into some other format?
For this tote, I've got the volume with the 2 pounds manure, 1 pound grain.
Is about right.
Perfect ratio for this size tote.
Gotcha.
But if you want to scale up, I mean, I sell all the supplies. I sell a 32 quart tote. If you email me and hit me up about the 32 quart totes, 2 of these together, then you can expand that way. Or
But also we're having, it's not just one flush, it's second, third, fourth, fifth flush. So
multiple flushes. So this will actually keep fruiting for 30, 45 days.
Nice.
Of mushroom giving. And if you want to expand, right, this is the glory of the mycology world. So this jar, instead of busting it up and putting it into this tote, I can take this and spread it to other jars.
That's kind of what I was thinking about it.
And
Like
now this jar will be like 4 jars.
Sure. Because it's always nice to maximize whatever you're doing, right? And it's like with mushrooms, sometimes there's so much going on in such a short amount of time. It'd be like, that if you even just gave them a little more room, they probably would have filled in. It's kind of like fish in an aquarium, right? Give them enough room, and they'll adjust to their surroundings. How many different strains do you guys carry right now?
So right now we have.
I like that everything's really a strain for once. For once, it's a real strain. No questions asked.
Nope.
It's not, is it a cultivar? Not, is it any. It's a fucking strain.
I've heard that that's not actually
What?
correct.
No. Don't do it. Don't.
I didn't want to bust no bubble.
Yeah, no, I've
it's
heard
still
that
not
that's
true.
not.
Bacteria,
isn't it
only
genus
bacteria. Is
or
it only
something?
bacteria?
Actually, variety.
Yeah.
What variety?
Jesus Christ, we'll never get
There's
it
a
right.
difference between varieties and isolations.
I thought it was a
correct?
strain.
Like,
I thought
or
it
is
was
that
the
what- or is
bacteria,
that the
so
same,
it's
like the same type
bacteria.
of thing? Like,
That's where I don't know.
okay,
Yeah.
all right.
All I do know variety over strain. Strain is one.
When's the
branch
strand?
of
When the
variety.
strand is coming in? I want a strand.
No,
So
you
the
don't.
strain.
Strands
I
of
think-
that.
I think like
What's
there's
the
different
strain?
varieties, and then there's isolations of those certain varieties that like you
Right,
know,
so there's
that's like the Yeti.
I mean, there's a
Lace-
penis envy, and then there's, there's multiple hybrids of a
Right,
penis envy.
exactly,
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, that's like a very, very common variety of cubensis out there right
All
now.
right, so it's a variety. We'll go back to varieties. Damn it.
Yeah, so right now
Just
we
when I thought I was
actually,
getting it correct.
so we do have 23 varieties right now going.
Illusion Weaver.
Any Cyanesis in house or?
Pinellia science.
Yeah.
Um,
Because it's just hard. It's like my.
we have a strain, but it's not being propagated.
It's definitely the best. So in Amsterdam, that was by far the best bang for the
So-
buck. It was 1 gram, 1 gram was more than enough, and it was like 9/10 of a gram is what you really wanted. 1 gram was almost too much. You know what I mean? It was like that 1/10 of a gram made a difference, but it was by far the best profile of all of them because it was just like
Smooth.
straight up peak and then come down after. We didn't have that like warbly, like, oh my God, is this ever gonna end? you're like, oh, it's over. Then you're like, no, I'm fucking and too much body high too. You know, this is like
Right.
all mostly head, not so much body.
I'm pretty sure that
Hard to grow though.
I think that's where the strains come in. So we're dealing with Psilocybin cubensis, which is what all these are and what's on the sites. Then you have the Pinellia
Get lost?
sciences.
A whole bunch of.
And then you have like Psilocybin adolescences. Like there's a whole bunch of.
Better
I
than
think
keep them in there and just rifle through.
that's where your strains will
That's
come
what happened
from.
to me.
You got mixed up.
No, I'm taking them out. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need to take them out. Just turn the bag the proper direction and look at them in there. Mark shaking his head at me because he's so disappointed in me. Yeah. Don't know. Don't say anything.
If you're triggered or appalled, then you're in the
But it moves really. What was that?
It sounded like my bar mitzvah.
Yeah, sounded like a more mitzvah for sure.
But it's amazing how many generations can go into mushrooms compared to also because you're moving so quickly. And are these so when you isolate them, do you just can you keep something active around, or do you have to go back to the well every time to?
No, I
redo
mean,
it?
so when you have your different varieties of mushrooms in the mycelium, you have to keep transferring them. So basically, like, you transfer to keep them alive, you have to keep feeding them. And then, obviously at a certain point when you have your ultimate goal, for me personally, is like you want to get a monoculture, which is, most people, you have a tote. When you fruit your tote, it's the exact same mushroom that comes up and everything it fills the entire tote. So that's a monoculture. So that's what you're aiming for. And really the only way to look at that is by fruiting it or looking at it under a microscope. So that's like where quality control comes in. So, with under a microscope, you're looking at it and you're looking at the different varieties of mycelium that are at the slide you're looking at. So you can actually tell, if there is like any certain type of contamination in there, because like I said previously, mycelium are very intelligent organisms, so they will outgrow molds and bacteria, but you could actually have a small amount of contamination if you are not looking at it under a microscope. And then that can take you into the, there's a whole different area of breeding where people are coming up with, these crazy type of mushrooms. So, I mean, breeding is just like insane.
Well, is your scientific background, does it lead towards you being a good mushroom breeder?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we have a microscope. And so basically what you're doing is you are looking for a monokaryote cell. So you would take a spore and you would plate it out and you would look for a single spore. And you would take that single spore of one variety of a mushroom and you take another single spore of another variety of mushroom. and then grow those out, look at them under the microscope, and make sure that it's monokaryotic. And then you would take those two and plate them together, and hopefully
and they're both mono.
mono.
You definitely want it monokaryotic.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's the only way to go.
And so at that point, you would, those two monokaryotic cells would mate, and then you become a dikaryote. And so that is where you're getting your new strains of mushrooms that people are growing. So that is the section of like breeding.
Interesting. Yeah.
Now, what do we do when we breed them like this? Is what are we breeding for? And this is where there's going to be a trip report I'm putting up on Fruity Sports soon. It's like kind of like a thing for people to fill out, right? And we start cataloging these mushrooms.
Like earwood back in the day almost, but
right. So fill out the reform. You're like, I did this many mushrooms. I did them this way. They're grown this way. These are the feelings I felt, and just check. And then we start cataloging this. Okay, then instead of
check.
Me giving what I feel. Instead of me giving what I feel on the mushrooms, right?
Right.
I got like, here's 100 people, pick 10 of them, and read their reports and kind of get the gist of what they felt. This is what you're going to feel.
You're gonna definitely. I mean, it's the same with doing with growing. It's like you can grow your way and kind of get into a certain mode. Give your seeds or give your clones to some 10 different people, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, dude, you grew it way better than I ever fucking even did it. You know what I mean? Just because they got a different vibe of what they're doing, and the plants responded better to what they're doing, or worse. You know what I mean? Or the other way around. But you've definitely learned a lot by having multiple people give you the feedback. Trip reports are hard because it's same as grow report. Like you might give out 20 people and get one guy to give you fucking an answer back. It's like it's very hard to get that full.
Right.
Like when you find that person who's really good at it, you're like, damn, this is awesome.
Well,
but
I'll design the thing in that.
Make it easier
to make it really easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do you have a booth at MAP at the
Psychedelic Science will be at 146.
Yep. Come say hello.
Did you see the layout how on the thing how it goes? Or?
Yep, we're right next to Android Jones and Alex Gray.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
and then the
go.
Netflix documentary "Have a Good Trip" is actually the booth directly across from us. So
cool.
I'd say
we're in a tight, nice little corner. I think we'll get a lot of
a
traffic.
good section.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. You seen that church they built? It's crazy. I mean,
they just opened that on the 3rd.
Did it
empty
finally
on.
open? Yeah. That's amazing. It's like. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Alex Gray and his wife, or they built in upstate New York. Where is it? Or
White Falls, New York, I do believe.
It's
Rosendogs.
Fucking
get us up there.
Amazing looking. If you look at it, you're just like, dude, this is like modern.
Right.
It's like the Sistine Chapel in the middle, and
And the way they built it's like straight out like concrete or some type of concrete. It's supposed to last like 1,000 years. Like a temple has all these ancient temples. They built it in that sense to last like a long time.
they made that unbelievable. Like I didn't know that it opened just recently, but
and honestly, to be like in the deep like psychedelic trips, he has gotten the visual art the best out of anybody. When you see the human body or the earth in these realms of psychedelics, like he's nailed it almost a lot.
Yeah, they came out to Amsterdam. I forget what year it was, but it was pretty awesome. They came out. They did the poster that year, and they're definitely a cool couple. And 100%, like I said, they tapped in on something where you're just like, okay, well, they have that can convey to people who've never taken any psychedelics a lot. You know what I mean? Like you can really like, oh shit, okay, well, it goes that deep. It's like, yep, and deeper. You know what I mean? But that's
visual artist. It's amazing.
Yeah. So it's three. So it starts Monday and it goes till Thursday.
Friday.
Or it goes all the way till Friday. Wow. That's really long.
I want to say I think Monday, Tuesday is just booth setups. Then
there's speakers on Monday. And
no,
Tuesday.
but she's saying speakers. Yeah. Exactly.
But I think the actual exhibitors.
It's just Wednesday,
Thursday, Friday.
Right.
Yeah.
But still, it's.
You have a way of press passes, so we can.
We'll make sure we
can go and
Right. I think I can get a couple of work passes.
And this is a good event to. I mean, this is like one that you want to see the speakers. You know what I mean? Because there's some events where you're like, speakers.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? It's like, how to start a business, and you're like, whatever. You're off. But these are like that is going to be a huge focus.
Well,
it's a huge focus. I mean, Paul Stamets is there, and Dennis McKen is there, and
Rick Doblin.
right? And just big names.
He's the director of MAPS.
He is. Yes. Yep.
Big names and a lot of talent, and then just also people coming in from all over the world. So it'll be interesting. It's like Denver's now hot again. You know, what I mean? It's like,
And there's so many different doctors, PhD, psychologists, psychiatrists.
Clinical professionals just looking to get into it, or
And
leading the way, I guess, for everybody.
But it's also interesting because we're literally, we've gone through the whole carpetbagger thing with cannabis, and it's going to happen even harder with psychedelics because there's a lot of people who want to get in. They're definitely not going to do psychedelics themselves. They're definitely not interested in it at all. They're just interested in seeing it as this market that's going to expand so big. It's going to be huge.
Right.
And it's kind of scary because we all know it's like the reality is somebody gets a kit, they grow their own shrooms, they take care of all their friends around them. It's not like we really need this top-down sort of approach at all. We really need to start.
Big money doesn't need to be in this.
For the white powders, they will. For MDMA, for when you're dealing with compounds that are coming out of a laboratory, I think this is the time that we need to just step on the gas and get legislature and law enforcement involved, because the fentanyl crisis right now means we need safe access to psychedelics. And if it's going to be used in a
Well, that's scary. That is a scary part too, though. It's like now people, have become, now it's like a landmine everywhere you go, right? It's like, and all it takes is smart, let's put some fentanyl into that program, which is like the last thing we ever need. You know what I mean? Like, and ketamine, if you're buying it on the street, it'd be really stupid to do, just because at the end of the day, a lot of that is diverted veterinarian versions of, you know what I mean? There's a lot of, a lot of different levels to that.
Well, we didn't even mention that the Nuggets won the NBA championship the other day.
We forgot to mention that?
Well, to tie in is because there was a shooting.
Yes, oh
and
my goodness.
10 people got shot, and I'm thinking to myself, no, it was afterwards, and it was, the press fuckers tried to tie it in to the Nuggets, but it was a bad fentanyl deal gone, and they two fentanyl fuckheads just started shooting at each other. Had nothing to do with the Nuggets
Two
and fans.
fentanyl fuckheads. Oh, there you go.
But it's a terrible fucking drug. I mean, it's just...
It is, the truth of it, it's poison from China that's being smuggled up, and they're infiltrating us that way in a poisonous way, and they're poisoning us civilians. There's no reason why you should get a bag of cocaine and die from it.
Right. 100%.
That's poison, sir.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
We've heard, it's a crisis right now. So let's get back to the good psychedelics. How do people find you? What's your website?
Sacred3mushrooms.com, and we're at sacred3mushrooms at Gmail, fruityspores.com, and fruityspores@gmail.com.
And booth 146 at the Psychedelic Conference.
Yep, 146. And there's a YouTube show called Psychonauts TV. And it's on YouTube, and it's me and another guy named DP, and we're doing it every week, every other week, depending on the show.
Wait, are you advertising another podcast on our podcast?
We
right
go
now?
deep. We go a little deeper on doses.
Oh, it's fine.
Actual.
There's no rules on this show.
No, there are no rules.
No rules.
It's a pretty cool show. We just started, though. We were talking about doing big doses and what the realms are and how to do with them and what you're experiencing in them.
I'd love to get involved when you're doing something about how same dose, different strain effects, because I've been very fortunate enough to eat several strains that Mark and Schmoopsy have cultivated. But the Yeti,
he can't stop talking about those Yetis.
It was 8 hours.
They're good.
One pill, 8 hours, both times.
Yeah.
No, it was 3 times, because I was, I'm thinking, it's not going to happen again.
We're talking about 0.225, nothing like real dose either.
Okay.
A microdose.
Yeah.
And
Literal.
8 hours.
So that's very interesting, and how I think that psychedelics or plant medicine will affect every person differently is because for you love the Yeti, I love the Casper. I mean, it just affects my body chemistry.
You did the Casper, right? No?
It affects my body chemistry in like the best way possible.
There's no Casper in here, I noticed.
Because you guys hogged it all.
But you know what? We'll leave this. I brought a Casper. We'll leave it with one of the kits today.
And leave
so
it with
that's
Mark.
for you guys.
He's the guy to leave it with.
Okay.
Yeah.
But,
but I'll take one of these home for sure.
It's like cannabis, though. Everybody has their own metabolism and their own type of what their body probably is craving or, responds good to, basically. And shrooms are definitely like, it's funny to watch because people now are, there's so many people who have, like, back in the day, like we all did, they did like an eighth at a time, you know what I mean? And the shrooms were sitting in some guy's house underneath the thing, and they're a little bit funky and a little,
Why is that everyone's first experience taking an eighth of mushrooms? It's like that you probably shouldn't do that. I don't know,
Yeah.
right? You're young, and everyone says, "Oh, take an eighth of mushrooms. Oh, that was a great idea."
Yeah, exactly.
No, we always split an eighth until one time, a block party in 1990, maybe it was 91. We did the same thing we always do, split the eighth in half, put some on pizza, ate it. I'm telling it had to be no more than 15 minutes. I'm getting off. I mean, I'm just, my buddy's, he's high too. All of a sudden the phone rings, and I have no idea what our friend Jimbo is telling him on the other end, but it is, when he tells me the story, is, oh, by the way, I ate half a stem and half a cap last night, and I got off for 14 hours. We just ate 2 stems and 2 caps each, and I threw up like instantly, and I still was high for 12 and a half hours. So I think strain specific, how it affects your body chemistry, can be more than dosage, because 2.225, that was way less, and I got off just as long.
Can you imagine doing a 5-gram dose?
No.
Well, we have Travis on the show, and he's coming through on 7 and 10 gram penis envy runs that he's doing, and you're like, holy shit! Like, he's also
an experienced psycho.
Very experienced, and he grew the mushrooms himself, and he talks to them, and he communicates with them back and forth.
When you're talking about mapping things out, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. And here's 5 gram penis envy, here's 10 grams penis envy, and doing them on empty stomachs and fasting and treating it like a ceremony. And that's kind of like I brought this. I could break down a whole 5 gram dose I just did Sunday, and like how much therapy I got from it and shit.
I mean, Tanasi was honestly, I came over later that day. I mean, he seemed like a completely different person. Like, his spirit was much lighter. Like, you could actually see it in the person. So,
and it doesn't come, I want to correct everybody thinks it's body weight, and it's not body weight. It comes down to your, I think, brain chemistry when you eat these compounds. And then when you hit these realms, it's like the 5 gram is very introspective. You're very cleansing on yourself and reassessing your life.
The 10 gram
where's the interdimensional range? Like Kalindi Lee, he used to do conferences in Detroit and stuff, talking about 40 gram doses and fighting
40 gram
going
doses?
Interdimensional places.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, that's why I have
That's like
a job, though.
That's just a lot of work. Just the actual eating part of it. Like,
so
damn.
that's the dedication to, I think, to get to the breakthroughs, is especially like a 10 or 15 gram dose, is that you first have fasted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or first
prepared.
you've cleaned your diet up the week previously.
Sure.
And then you fast the day before. Then you have to consume the entire, 10, 15 grams is still like a pig pile.
Yeah. No, and again,
it's commitment.
It's commitment, and the thing is, for some people, a tiny mushroom is hard to get down just because it's like, because it's all psychological, you know what I mean? It's not physical at all, and it's just, and then somebody else can just woof them down.
Teas could help.
Teas are definitely
help that, and when you can't
lemon
get to
tech,
the
lemon
big
tech.
dose.
I mean, lemon tech, even with a small dose, you can get, very quick, fast sort of dose. And I mean, that's the thing is, I think all psychedelics, one of the trade-offs is, it's like the peak compared to the length of the high, whether it be there's some that fall off and like you're like, wow, this is amazing. Like, it's like someone just pulled it away. And there's others where it's just like, you're just twisting and turning and trying to like go to sleep and go like, why? And like,
that's what I kind of want to map out for people and be like, okay, this one's kind of laggy, or...
That's exactly what they did with cannabis. It all is just trial and error and research, and just what was your experience, and writing it down, compiling it, and then attempting to draw conclusions. It will take a very large sampling size, to really come down to what works and what doesn't on a medicinal level. But I'm happy that with MAPS coming to Denver this week, that there'll probably be a total influx of great psychedelics around, because
of course it will.
Of
course it will.
And really, there are people coming from that have relationships with pharmaceutical companies. So this is not street shit. These are new compounds that are hundreds, if not thousands of times more potent than what we consider to be.
And speaking of potency, DMTX. You know, they've been doing the DMT intravenous extended stays in Europe trials. We are allowed to do them in America now. I think there's one guy who did the phase 1. Since Denver has legalized plant medicines, it will be the hub to do this new study, phase 2.
I don't know if I'd want to do intravenous DMT. To me, that's like, that's going.
I think you lose me at
Sign me up and
intravenous.
let's document it on camera. I don't care if I shit, piss myself, whatever. Just do it. Let's do this.
This is your man right here.
It'd be amazing.
I call myself the plant medicine.
I'm sure James Bean will be calling in. James wants that job.
No, that's.
I mean, Dr. Rick Strassman. I mean, he was the first one to ever do these type of experiments years ago.
Did you see that? That Vice special with that guy that was in the underground. He had the underground military base that he was making acid. Who we got? We got 4 people on Zoom.
Oh, you're just realizing we had people on Zoom right now?
Oh, hello everybody.
Uh-oh.
Who do we have?
What's up, y'all?
What's going
Big
on?
Big Crew.
What's poppin'?
Yo.
Holy moly, there's Randy Lanier on the bottom.
Boom, boom, boom.
You can tell Randy's old because his phone is...
Peter Papadopoulos in the house.
Papadopoulos. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody?
Just flowing over here, man. Festival season.
There we
Just
are.
getting it together.
Nice.
You guys coming out?
For the which one now? For Barcelona?
Legacy, July 21st.
Oh, tell us.
Where is
that's
that?
in Michigan. That's the Michigan one, or?
Yep. Michigan, Hartford Speedway is the spot. And it's like...
Wait, there's a
like
Hartford in
Southwest.
Michigan?
That's where they had the High Times back in the day, right?
Connecticut, right?
Was that the High Times spot or not?
Not the High Times spot.
Okay, there was a speedway. They did a speedway. They did a couple speedway things somewhere up in that area. Well, that's
the High Times one was in Clio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But this
the other
one's on the other side of the state.
Another speedway.
All
That's
right,
what we
well,
got over there.
Help us out. Who's on top right there? I can't see his name. Dallas and Randy. Turn your phone sideways. It'll look better on screen.
Look at you producing. And then we got Mr.
There we go.
Papadopoulos at home, it looks like.
Yo. What's up?
You're back
in Greece?
No, he's in Boston. Where you at, Boston?
Yeah, I'm in Boston. I'll be in Greece soon.
You see all the that does not look like a Greek background. We got come on, you got sports memorabilia. That's not in Greece.
He would make it a home wherever he is, man.
And speaking of speedways, we got Randy also, Lanier hanging in there. What's going on, Randy?
Yeah, we
Hey, everybody. Happy birthday, Adam.
Thanks,
Nah,
Randy.
hey,
Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, Randy. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I know you're old and it's 7:30 out there. It's late, so I appreciate you zooming
I got my
in.
I got my twin grandsons here, 7 years old. So.
Awesome.
Oh wow. Wow.
You might hear them in a minute. They'll come running by Zoom and fighting each other, maybe.
Hey, give a big fist bump to your partner, Mark Lopez, because that guy just went above and beyond. And for what you guys did for the Yo Tips guys last night, I watched that video, and we'll tell the story on Patreon, but it was funny. But Randy actually got the Yo Tips guys in touch with like 4 of the largest Florida brands and MSOs that will probably be carrying Yo Tips right now. And so thank you for that. I very much appreciate that.
Well, we hope so. Perfect match, especially in the times that we're in now. A lot of people don't want to be trading saliva, so the Yo Tips is a pretty good idea for those people that don't want to, are consciously aware of maybe what's going on, whether it's real or not. But anyway, yeah, I hope it works out for them. We had what's called Hits and Giggles last night in Boca Black Box in Boca Raton, and it was a sold-out Freedom Grow charity event for all the cannabis prisoners and their families, and it was so successful. It was a vibe. It was so much fun, and we not only uplifted everybody in the house, but we uplifted the 200-plus prisoners and their family, their children. So, really
awesome.
great night.
That's awesome.
Good for you, brother. Good for you.
You should send some of that sunshine our way. We need some sun out here.
We don't need anything from Florida.
No, you can keep that. No, it's okay. It's all right.
Keep it.
Keep that one over there.
Where are you? Where are you? In New Michigan?
Denver.
No, we're in Denver. They're in Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, congratulations,
And Boston.
Nuggets.
Boston.
Way to go, Nuggets.
Yeah, man. Congratulations.
Oh yeah, we're in the world champion state over here.
But you got to check out their website. They sell legal mushroom kits that are totally legal to ship, and what you do with them after you get them is up to you. But you're breaking no laws shipping them. So, what's your website again?
Souvenirs.
Sacred3mushrooms.com.
Sacred3mushrooms.com.
Yeah, I ship all across the United States. I've shipped the North Pole, Costa Rica, Australia.
If you can ship to Australia, then you're good, because that place is a fucking nightmare.
They don't let nothing in. They let me send syringes and kits in.
That's crazy, because they're super. They check every single package coming in.
I tested them, and I've gotten in about 4 packages, and it seems to be okay.
Well, Mark's happy because he goes to Australia 4 times a year.
Oh, yeah, Mark's always there.
You know me.
So what's next for you, Randy? Do you have anything coming up soon? I know you guys have your brand launching.
Yeah, thank you for asking. freedomgrow.org has another event in 2 weeks, July the 3rd at Cooper Colony Golf Course here in Cooper City, Florida. And it's a charity event, and we've never put on a golf event before. And that's going to be really cool because it's cannabis-friendly golf event, and it will be on between all the holes that we'll have vendors at, the dab stations. It's going to be good.
Cool.
That
Nice
sounds
one,
fun.
Nice one.
The only person we know that plays golf is JW, right? He went to college for playing golf.
Send him down there. It's a ringer.
We'll send our ringer. And Pete Papadopoulos is not swinging a golf club anytime soon.
No, I mean, I used to love swinging a club, but, I'm still healing.
Yeah. That's a whole other story. So Terp Tower, anyone coming up soon, or tell us about that?
That's what we're trying to figure out, We had an awesome time in Barcelona. Barcelona was just, the only thing with Barcelona, you were there. It's like, I just wish we had.
Oh, we got a little.
Wait, hang on. We have to interrupt. We have a Dutch gentleman who joined us.
Yes, she's here.
He's here. This guy's zooming all the way in from Amsterdam.
Sorry, it's not possible. It's not possible. I just want to wish Adam from the TH Seeds and Geen Groenblijm, CIA, KGB, all of the companies, happy birthday, many trichomes, and just, celebrating you and your time here on the planet.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Say something in your regular voice, because she's looking at me like, what the fuck is he laughing at?
She doesn't understand.
She's like, wait a minute.
Why are you laughing at him?
What's going on there, Danny?
Birthday.
Thank you, bro.
I'm good.
Thanks for posting that photo of me looking all fat and pudgy. I was all, man, I look like a hamster in that photo. I was like, Jesus.
Was that when you were drinking?
Yeah, back in my drinking days. I was all.
I found this old hard drive of all these photos from the old High Times days, and I'm like, why not just post? Like, now it's all about, throwing up the, photos and pictures and all that, and.
It's always so funny too, because all those photos from back in the day too. Everything's so dated, right? You're just like looking at the clothes and looking at everything. It's like, oh my god, what was I doing?
Oh, that
picture I posted the skillet, like the early dabbing devices, like the skillet and the essential vape, and like, I got some funny stuff from back then for sure.
Red hot dabs.
I was gonna say red hot dabs. You gotta just get that would be a good. That would be a good collection. Glowies for Kobe. Have a whole fucking book about it. You know what I mean? Just watch it. Oh, the pain. Because there's a lot of good glowy photos out there and videos. For sure.
Glowies for Kobe.
Who posted that photo of you and your mom? Was that you?
Me.
Yeah. Were you like 19 years old?
No, I was 24 years old in that photo. I was 24, and that was my first shop. That was at the CIA. But thanks for coming in, Danny. What's going on? How's New York?
New York is wild.
You guys have
really good.
you guys literally have a weed.
Now,
there's like a weed event every weekend now. There, it's crazy.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it's changing very rapidly, and things are definitely very exciting here in New York. I mean, I feel like the whole East Coast.
Are
Are you doing a lot of appearances? I know
Thanks.
you waived your
What's up,
fee
Mike?
for us tonight. It's normally 10 grand for 30 minutes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm just happy to just see all this come to be, come to happen in our lifetimes. You guys all remember, most of the people here remember people telling us it'll never happen, it'll never be legal. And obviously, legal comes with all the pitfalls of licensing and over-regulation and over-taxing and all that.
Big
but
money.
just legal
Stupidity.
means not going to jail, and that to me is really the major benefit of all
we
this.
can all agree
Like,
on that, 100%, right? Hey, you
Yeah.
you dissed us on Cinco de Danko. We were we totally tried to get in touch with you, but you were like Mr. Popular. All of a sudden, had parties named after you.
I mean, I had an event.
I put the word out.
happening
I was
in
like,
real time.
no, didn't get it. I was like,
appreciate it,
we got poo-pooed on that day.
I will be in Michigan in July. I see Michael Fang on this incredible event, Legacy Michigan.
That's right.
In July, I'm very excited about that.
Shout out to the Organic Cup.
Yeah. There's a lot, so much going on. It's really just, it's,
you guys.
It's amazing to see.
I see Randy getting called off by his grandkids. If you need to go, Randy, we
Randy.
appreciate your time. Thank you so much for zooming in, and thank you for everything.
Good luck with the golf.
You're on mute,
You're
but
on-
Randy's got his book, Survival of the Fastest.
There he is.
Just a really short story. So the book I dropped in August, it became a bestseller in a week in Amazon.com. I've optioned it for a full feature film, and then about a month ago, I got notified that it had been voted in a finalist for the Motor Press Guild Book of the Year Award. And just how this energy works, the book was voted Motor Press Guild Book of the Year Award the other day, and I'm floating. And I got these beautiful kids here.
Nice.
That's one of he got a twin here in the other room somewhere.
Oh, they can play some,
All right,
play some
hey,
tricks.
thanks guys.
Thanks, Randy.
Adam.
Randy.
Always nice. To-
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on.
Hey, see ya.
Take care, bro.
Thank you.
All right, so let's get back to Danko and his being a ventriloquist.
Danny, you're pretty good at that. We have a whole sound bank of you, right?
I mean, I've heard a few drops here and there.
Okay, just so you know, we sometimes hold whole conversations with you.
No, well, we need a little more.
We're getting more. Don't worry. Every time he talks, it adds to the
We
collection.
have a whole conversation once, a whole podcast.
Virtual Danny. We won't need you anymore. AI has taken over. We had Brian Monarch on earlier, who does all those. He does all those deep fakes with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Impressions.
You've seen those, I'm sure. Popping up.
Impressions, right, yeah.
No, he doesn't do the impressions. He does the deep fakes. He has other guys do the impressions.
He's like the technical guy.
He's the tech
he
guy.
knows how to...
He creates the whole deep fakes, and he has his other guys do the voices. Yeah, he's very cool.
Yeah, wait till you see these two next week deep faked onto your face.
Oh, the Danny Danko
Yeah.
deep fake porn's coming out soon. Don't worry, we got it already happening.
I mean, that's
bro.
kind of the problem with that stuff is like this.
Straight to
there's no
porn. Go
limit.
straight to porn. Yeah, no. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Danny
I had to
Danko
go
porn.
And now you can't believe anything you see. So.
Like we did anyway?
Right. If you don't believe it
No,
now, how are you going to
but,
believe
like-
it in 5 years when all this AI has got all this fake people saying fake things?
Or no, it's real people licensed to AI so that they can do and work on more projects without
We're
actually
doing
having
like
the time.
we're doing like the little boy who cried wolf for the entire world right now in AI. You know what I mean? So it's like at a certain point where we just don't believe nothing. You know what I mean? We're all just like whatever. And like, no, this is real. This is real. No AI. But anyway, so Michigan, what date is that? Again, the legacy one.
It's
We got him right here. We got him right here.
I don't know the exact.
Tyler, when is that?
This is
What's the
whole
date?
crew.
Mike Fang.
We got the whole crew here. Peter is Peter. Well, so like the whole thing started when we did Organic Cup and Danny came out to our New York event. Then we did Barcelona, and Peter was a huge instrument. He's instrumental in bringing us out and orchestrating pretty much the whole thing and allowing us to be there. Tyler was there in Barcelona, and then Dallas is Big Cloud, and we are basically combining all forces together and making the ultimate event of the year, like the place you got to be. It's going to be an international destination, basically, in Michigan. We're bringing out all the heads, the most epic, the most legendary, the most, influential in our industry, the people who made it so that we can be here. And so, yeah, I'd love to let everyone else talk about it. But I know Peter wanted to talk a little bit about Barcelona too. That was like a really fucking epic event.
Yeah, well, I'm just glad whatever forces, which was a huge part of T-Dog, is the one who kind of put us together. And, since then, we've been able to do such a lot in such a little bit of time.
I like how Michael's like the Mr. Oz right now. He's in the background.
Yeah, we can't see his face.
It's all right. No, it's fine.
Yeah, fine.
He's the Oz. He's the Oz. Michael
And
Oz
was
fan.
T-Dog the artist connected you guys?
T-Dog, yeah.
T-Dog's awesome.
Did we ever
he's
wind up
such
having
a
him
great
on?
guy.
or-
And
No, we did. We had him on the
lives
show.
us
But we had him
up.
on one of those crazy shows though, where we had like this, where we had 47 people on the show. We try.
It's a party.
We keep it rolling.
All right, we're going to let you guys go, and we'll see you at MAPS.
I'll be there.
And
Okay.
hang
I
out
will.
here.
You'll be
and
there.
give your website again for the fourth time so that everyone who's stoned like me.
Check out sacred3mushrooms.com and fruityspores.com.
There we go.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Back to the lab. Back to the lab.
Yeah, I gotta
we'll
get back
talk
to the lab.
about this pain I got in my shoulder.
Hey, Texas Yellow Cat for pain, let me tell you. That's the one to do it for,
There
okay?
we go.
More science. On
We'll get
Grab a Yo Tips too, and
We'll definitely get you guys
bagels
back
and
on sometime
cookies.
too when
Yeah,
you're
please.
when you
Yeah,
have a
cool.
chance.
Thank you guys so much. And
Well,
Sacred-
tomorrow. What
Sacred-
about Bar Terp
Oh,
Town?
they're gonna be here tomorrow. No, we're hanging
Right?
out.
We're
Yep.
doing a booth tomorrow, right?
I know you are, so we'll be hanging out all day tomorrow.
We will see you.
But no, I mean
Awesome.
show
Bar
wise.
Terp Town,
come back on the show.
4300 West Alameda tomorrow, noon to 7:10.
Yeah, get on a plane, Danny.
Come on,
I
Danny.
expect to see you here.
It's not possible.
Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, check
Thank
us
you.
out, Lady Hyphy and Sacred 3 Mushrooms. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. And we
All right,
Banner,
a couple of you scallywags, come
Banner
on
and
over
JJ
here.
coming through.
How about Banner and JJ?
Get them over here.
Come, Banner and JJ, come
on through.
Oh, and Adam, happy birthday, man. I haven't
What am I
said it
doing?
yet. So,
Whatever. You tell me. Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you. 54.
yeah, me too.
We got it.
Holy moly. You know, I always love when Jedi Knights of Rosin come and they have like so
it's
many
bringing
in his
presents
hands that he can't hold them.
like that. When they come like that is the best, you know. So JJ from here, you got this one too. Oh, this is my birthday present. Wow, this is like I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of work
Start
to
eating.
do.
You got supplies for the summer, man.
All right,
know,
Fang's on now.
So cool. We got
Fantastic.
JJ from Dutch Botanicals over here, and we got Banner coming
What's
on.
up,
I
man?
think.
Hey, Banner.
Or Andre. Let's get Andre on.
Andre.
Andre, why don't you jump on? Jump on. Since you got your present, and he's looking way too comfortable over there. I can open up the present, take a look. Andre's back. Oh, it's a party now, Danny. Look. Andre's in the house.
And
know
he
it's a
smells
party.
like hot springs.
Wow.
Mr. Grossman.
Yeah, that's where you just came from, right?
I do smell like hot springs.
Of course you do.
He smells like hot springs. Fresh from the valley.
Oh, wait, we need a drum roll. Adam's opening up his birthday
Oh, he's going to
gift.
open my first present. First present from Mr. Andre Grossman. So I can't believe you wasted one of those for the thing. Man, what are you, crazy?
Well, we get plenty posters.
You wasted a poster, man. What year is that one?
Put it in the waste.
What year was this one?
He's opening, for those of you who are not watching, it is a Marijuana 101.
I got to learn how to grow weed, basically, is what he's trying to tell me. Danny, this is for you, Danny. 101.
Nice.
Which I haven't had this one. There you go.
Everybody.
Nice one. Thanks, bro. Is this signed? Is this from your pictures? Do you have your photos in here?
The cover.
The cover? Oh, yeah,
And
of course.
probably some inside.
All right.
I signed
Andre
it.
Grossman cover. He signed, of course, right? Let me
Of
see.
course.
Oh, let me look. There it is.
In a
All
green
right.
candy press.
Sweet. Nice. Thank you. Love
You're
it.
welcome.
Add it to the
Hi,
collection.
Andre.
Birthday.
Danny
Hi,
Danko.
Andre.
Danny Danko down
Danny.
there in the corner.
Oh, hi, Danny. How are you?
Good. I have to say, Andre, to people who don't know, is an absolute legend of cannabis photography. And even when I first started at High Times in the late 90s, he was already, a legend, had shot many covers, many centerfolds, many incredible articles and stories, and all the cannabis cups in Amsterdam and everything, just going back to, I think, the 80s, right?
Late 80s started.
Yeah. Incredible.
Back when nobody had a phone in their
we had
pocket
some
with
fun,
a
fun times.
14 megapixel camera or something like that. Everybody thinks they're a photographer, but back then it's like all of a sudden you had to not only do that, but you had to also develop it yourself and do it all yourself, right?
Film.
Yeah, real film. Real flim, man. Flim.
With chemicals, man.
Yeah, bring back that shit.
What? That's bad for the environment.
I have some calendars from like the mid 90s that were cannabis calendars shot by Andre, and the famous Kyle Kishman Harvest poster, and I mean so many amazing classic photos, not just of the cannabis and the hash, but also the bands that performed and the people who were at the events. And yeah, we had a lot of good times traveling, and
what was amazing is that Andre, not only that, but he was working with the Cristo, who was one of the most unique artists ever back in the day, and definitely. And now he's here in Colorado, which is so weird. It's like the weirdest thing ever to have. All of a sudden, he's like, "So you live here?" He's like, "Yeah."
I know.
And they're like in Pueblo or down south. I was like, "What?" It makes no sense. This guy's he's not built for the area either. That's one of the crazy things.
Amsterdam, Colorado.
Yeah. Amsterdam, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gray, overcast, kind of like Berlin a little bit.
Here it's like living in a microwave.
Here it's like the opposite. Yeah, for sure. And then,
thanks anyways.
You got some hazelnut crosses going on over here?
I have a bunch of spritzer crosses. I don't have any.
Spritzer?
Actually, I do have a hazelnut cross. It's hazelnut and spritzer. Yeah. Nutcrackers.
Nutcrackers?
Yeah. And then I got some Oni, some Wilson Zero.
Oh yeah, spritzer, some over here.
Spritzer, and then Sugar Shack.
Wow.
But yeah, I got you we got you the Connoisseur Club basically for your birthday.
Beautiful. That's the shit. They all look beautiful. Actually got some of those spritzer hazelnuts growing right now. So.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah, so
this is actually some of the flower. This is a Zaza spritzer.
That Sugar Shack was really good.
And I got those too going.
Yeah.
Too, so I'll keep you on the
Everything you brought last time was just absolutely fire.
Well, I appreciate
Absolute fire.
Oh,
Look, Andre's going for the glasses.
It's like amazing smelling.
Yeah,
which
it's like a little like the Sage and Sour one that I had. Somewhere, right?
Dude, I just got some Hands of God times the garlic guys over here from the LA 420 guys from
Talk into the microphone.
from the Brainstorm guys. I got some. I'm just super
He's like
excited
whispering
to,
to me.
Super excited to pop some of a little collab that Adam did over there with Brainstrap.
Nice. So, the Hogs ones?
Yeah, dude.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. But hey, that's got a little bit of the almost like the Sage and Sour vibe to it. So there you go. Bust out.
And Papadopoulos, what's on your plate, buddy?
Say again. I'm sorry.
What do you got going? What's tomorrow bring? What's the next thing for you?
Well, I'm so looking forward to working with these guys. Like, in Barcelona, we were able to do something that I thought was special, and we had such a short time to put it together. Like working with, Toro and Bling Your Bud, and some of the other people that we worked with that made it I think special. I am very proud of what we were able to do, and unfortunately I'm not going to be able to be at the event in Michigan, but yeah, I've been helping them put it together a little bit, and one of the things I want to say about working with them, they're not just putting it together to do some money grab or throw an event together for no reason. It's like there's passion behind it all, and
well, I think if you start with the legacy as your background, then it's kind of like you got to deliver, right? It's got to be about
but some people
where we all
throw that
came
word
from,
around,
where we
and
came from.
Not deliver, or just make it set a very low bar, You know,
it's like the
and,
it's like the rave scene back in the day when there was like good music and good people, and then all of a sudden these guys rolled in and were like $10 for a water, fucking bap, bap, bap. And all of a sudden it was like, this party sucks, bro. Like all of a sudden it was like, yeah, there's no love there, you know what I mean?
No
So
soul in
as
it.
long as you're on that same path and then like, you know, growing good cannabis, and you guys are, and the thing is, it's like obviously because Fang and those guys are really organic orientated, which is what you want to be, then you don't come home feeling like shit because you just smoked a bunch of chemi weed that everybody dumped, you know, like black ash fucking shitty weed, you know, and then you get home and you're like, well, can't wait to get home and smoke my own weed, which is not a good thing to do, right?
Exactly.
It's nice to go to an event and actually be like, holy fuck, there's some awesome growers out there, right? And so yeah, if you can bring together good talent, then the rest sort of lays itself out, you know.
And do it like, you know, I've always any of the events that I've tried to put together have always been about giving back, and I've been blessed and lucky enough, like, hey Danny, what's up, man, how you doing? You know, I've been lucky enough to be around.
Well, you just noticed Danny was there? Is that what happened?
No,
okay,
I'm
say,
talking
no.
about things that you know, like from back in the day, Danny was kind enough to invite me into so many things, and you know, which led to so many opportunities, and those days back then were so awesome. And anytime I can try to bring back that sort of vibe, man, I love to at least try. You know, that's what it's about for me. It's not about.
Oh, you're so good-natured, Papadopoulos. So I don't know if he's listening. He listens to the show every now and then. But Uncle Stoner, if you're listening, you probably want to take Pete up on his advice next time. He can give you some...
Man,
oh, don't go there, jeez.
He's a good guy.
We put together a good event. I helped him put the Squash Off together in Barcelona as well, and I mean, he is, you know, it's hard, man. Those things don't just.
He should take the compliment. He should listen to you a little bit more and stop trying to wing it a little bit less.
Yeah, that's
what
that's,
cannabis wing it. Never happens.
You know, you know, the organic cup though, working on that, like, you know, what we were able to put together, you know, I'm very proud of, and again, I'd love to let these guys do a little talking because they're, you know, better informed on what's coming up as far as the show in July, and then, you know, maybe we could let you know about some stuff we hope to do. We're hoping for Thailand still at the end of the year, but things are weird. There's a new administration in Thailand, I guess, that is, you know, not totally pro weed, so there's some gray area. Well, I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. There's been elections over the last few months that
I haven't been following too deep, but the thing is, they are just coming out of extremely reversed laws, you know, like to the point where the problem being is that, as we all know, whenever it gets up to the higher level, like police and whatever, they just do what they're told, right? So right now they're told not to do anything, and all they have to be told is to do something, and then all of a sudden it's like shit. So yeah, doing an event might be tough just because you never know, because, you know, definitely it's like all they got to do is...
They'll wait till the night before your event when you've sold some tickets.
Yeah, we're moving the event.
Yeah, and by the way, what you're doing right now, nope,
not
can't do it.
happening.
Nope.
Sure. You know, you don't want to make too much noise, but there's a lot going on over there as well, and you know, going over there and doing something that would be welcomed in the same way like we do it in other countries too. It's not like we're not, you know, it's not.
What's similar to back in the day in Amsterdam with Danny, right? Like we just did it, and then they figured it out, and they were like, "Wait a minute, you can't do that." And you're like, "Oh, well, we've been doing it for years." And then, you know, all of a sudden you're like, "Fuck, now we're gonna change it up
like
a little bit."
Things, making it a private event.
You got to roll with the punches on these things.
Not selling kits to people and trying to, you know, turn it into something about profit, I think factors into it. But like you guys saying, it's like they could come in at any time and just, you know, do whatever they want. And then,
I mean, you have somebody there. Do you have somebody in Thailand right now? Because that's what you need. Is you need a boots on the ground person there that's telling you every day how's it going. Because to do something out
Right.
there, you wouldn't want to roll into town and try to just throw it together, right? It'd be like, oh shit.
We could make some
Well,
connections.
we have
Which is what we did in Barcelona.
No way, not you guys.
What? Can you show that? What's that rig you got there? Holy shit! Is that like a triple recycler? What the hell is that? Dallas.
Oh. Yeah, that caught my
Got
eye.
a free glass, man.
Holy shit!
That's awesome.
No, last show,
Who is that
Did you make
glass
that out of
artist?
Hetty?
Give them
This
a shout
is
out.
Freak, FREEEK. And
Wow.
this is the OG from where we're from, man. Midwest fucking glass boss.
If you ever want to connect him with us, that's a glass artist we would love to talk to.
Absolutely,
That's a step and above.
Yeah,
I don't know
this
what
is
that
a
just
custom.
meant.
He's actually never done any clouds like this. This was for my solventless competition last month, Petty in the Clouds. I actually made.
Were those like
he made
trophies?
five-
Were those like the
Yeah, he
trophies?
made 5 of them, and the rest of them were the trophies. And first place Cool Melt, first place Live Rosin, best Rosin Pod, and best Hash Hole.
That
would have been.
I'd have won that one.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So what
But
trophy
no,
was
man,
that
it
for?
was awesome. Freaky actually came out and did some live demoing.
In the woods. We're just in the woods with a stage and Yeti. Do you guys ever listen to electronic music like dubstep?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys
We're
know who
in Denver.
Yeti is?
Oh, Yeti is our favorite mushroom, though. That's what we've been. It's our favorite kind of mushroom. I've heard the name.
This guy just came out though, and he played a 2.5-hour DJ set of some really experimental bass music. We got all these glass blowers and all these hash heads all out judging in the woods, and there's lasers, and there's really high fidelity audio sound systems, and
you're covering a lot of bases.
I think you just sold JJ.
JJ's like,
Bring
what?
it out to Denver, it will
Lasers.
kill and
You're
kill
like,
and kill.
lasers, woods. Oh,
Dude,
this is it. We're
We
doing
have
it.
all of that on deck here.
Do you want to bring it to Denver? He's saying he's ready.
I will sponsor that with you big time, bud.
There you go.
Come through. Yeah. How are we gonna do it in Denver, guys? How are we gonna get them to let us do the hash competition the way that we really
it's like
want
you
to
said,
do
you
it?
don't ask
You just don't ever ask for permission. You just do it. You're wrong.
Forgiveness. Forgiveness is
It's
the
way
word.
easier. It's way easier.
Yeah, ask for forgiveness.
I've already got some great ideas, Tyler. Let's talk. We'll talk.
See?
I'm
Pete's
Denver
full
all
of
day,
them.
baby. I'm all day. Let's go.
Dude, lasers in the woods with hippies and the books and
What could go wrong?
Dude, come on.
You're like lasers, woods. It's fucking gone. It's on, right? Dude, for sure. Well,
There's like a
it's
crossing
Sonic Bloom.
in the
This
dark
week is
that
Sonic.
went down.
It's Sonic Bloom coming up now too here, so it's
True.
It's like the season, right? So
It is the season.
It's just about to kick off hard. here.
Bonnaroo
Hey.
also.
There it goes.
Dude, we got something big here, Tyler. Hit me up.
There you go.
Yeah, let's
We'll get you
DM,
guys
slide in my DMs,
Slide in
Tyler.
my DMs, bro.
I'm in there all day.
Make sure you guys follow Big Cloud Presents on Instagram. We're gonna give you guys some free tickets to the Legacy Michigan. Anybody that's in the in the live watching,
Well, so wait,
Tyler,
you're the one sponsoring Danko to come to this event in Michigan?
Yeah. Yep.
Good man. Good man.
Danko, I see you there.
See?
It's not just me. It's July 21st through the 23rd. It's in
Good
Hartford,
job.
Michigan, and it's a bunch of Lazy Bone and Flesh and Bone.
I'll send you guys the flyer in the comments.
Wait,
Can you
where's
pull it up?
Danko's name on
It's
that?
right there. I see
What
it.
It's
print?
on there.
Where?
Big print. Big. He's
Where?
big boy.
Big boy. He's a
There,
leader.
Big boy, right?
legendary John Sinclair, Ed Rosenthal. It's gonna
Yeah.
be insane. Dragonfly, Earth Medicine.
Awesome.
Oh, by the way, Ed
That's
is
some good
blowing
news.
us off right now.
Oh yeah,
Camping.
we're being blown off by Ed Rosenthal right now as we
Right now.
speak. So there you go.
Yeah. Although,
Wow.
wait a minute. No,
You're
in his
nobody in-
defense-
you're
He
nobody
came in
this
early.
industry
He
until
might
you
have
get
been,
blown
yeah.
up, man.
No, he
might
came
have.
in 2 hours early. That was the problem. He's the classic guy. He was like, I'm here. We're like, dude, I'm driving there right now. I'm not even close to it. He was waiting in the chat already.
Oh, fuck.
This
Oh.
isn't just a festival, though. This is like really honoring the culture.
There's a lot of line. It's a big lineup, that's for sure.
Camping, RV camping, workshops, activism, tons of amazing music and performances, yoga.
Tell
paint,
Ed he's
like
Hold on a
hyping him up right
second.
now.
honoring
Text him.
geneticists, which is really important. And I think,
Text him. Tell him we're hyping his ass up.
You know, the people who bring us these amazing cultivars.
Yeah, that's a killer.
Thanks for the plug, Danny. That's fire. You guys
I
recording
mean,
that?
I'm excited about it. I can't wait.
He was on.
I think it's going to be the most significant event of the year when the year's said and done, and with all the events going on. That says something. You know?
Ed, what's up?
Thanks, Peter. Wish you could be there,
Appreciate
Peter.
you so much.
Yeah,
Peter.
we are featuring the pillars of cannabis, which is like every important aspect of the community.
We got Ed's ear. We're in Ed's ear right now as we speak.
Ed, zoom in.
Oh, Ed's
We're
on?
live, Ed.
Well, he's
Zoom
on.
in.
We're looking at his ear right now. He's got phone up to his ear. There's
Hey!
Ed's ear. Ask Ed's ear.
Ed, we're ready for you at Big Cloud.
You
I
have
got your
to zoom
flights
in.
today. I just sent them over.
Zoom in.
There you go.
He was eating. Like that should stop him from coming on the show. He always eats when
Normally, when
he's
he's
on
on the show, he's either sleeping or eating,
or both.
or both. It's happened. All the above has happened on the same time. At least a few times.
the show. All right, since Andre is hogging up the microphone, we'll swap
Guys,
Andre
follow
out for
Andre's Instagram,
Miles.
AGROS55.
We're gonna trade you for Miles right now.
AGROS55.
Andre
on
Grossman.
Instagram.
Andre
Legend.
Grossman, everybody.
Legend.
Legendary
Andre.
cannabis photographer.
There he is.
Had his work on my wall.
Back when cameras were
Required, like they had lots of buttons and settings on them.
They
It
were
wasn't
real.
just point and shoot.
This guy wasn't even supposed to
Oh,
be here.
I've seen the shoots, and with the lights and it's incredible. It's
He knows
amazing.
what an f-stop is.
I got super nervous when he started taking pictures of my plants the first time because I was like, I don't know, those lights are hot, dude. And the plants were like looking perfect, and then they were starting to get a little bit. And I was like, no, dude, you got to take the picture quicker.
Ed, turn your phone sideways.
Where's he at?
He's on the corner there. If he turned his phone sideways, it wouldn't fuck up the screen.
What's going on, my friend?
Ed, you're looking great, man. Turn your phone sideways.
Boom.
Ed.
We've basically just had the entire senior staff of High Times Magazine from 1989 to what? 1996, right? I mean, just all you guys.
What's going on there, Ed's thumb?
How's Ed's thumb?
There we go.
Ed, did you want to go get yourself a snack?
A snack? No,
Okay.
no. I'm just smoking.
What do you?
Oh, I know it's not. I'll fix it all up here.
Hi, Jane.
This was on this video.
Hey, Jane.
What's up, Jane?
Hi. Where are you guys from?
It's a full house here.
Oh, you need a hat? Is it raining in your house?
Not a hat.
Well, the light that is above him is completely,
It's all right.
we can't see what's on the hat.
all
If
right.
that's what you're trying to show us.
One person on the screen not wearing a hat, I think.
That looks really good.
There we go.
Looks really good.
Oh,
I want one of those. I'll trade you for a dozen bagels.
take that.
Yeah, you should take
On the
that.
short head.
Look at the shirt.
Drugs win.
This is my Father's Day present from my daughter.
There it is.
Nice.
Love it.
What
Drugs
you
win,
smoking
drug
on,
war.
Ed?
Sweet.
So, hold
Ed
on.
wins drug war.
What? I'm sorry?
I said Ed wins drug war.
Yeah.
Ed's helping
You know
end the
what?
drug
My
war.
son was at a party, and the judge who was on the case, Breyer, who, is a statist apparatchik, and but he told my son that ultimately I won. Yeah.
Fuck
and
yeah.
he lost.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
get it that way. He lost. He was a state operator. I don't want to get into it. I could say some nasty
Let's
things.
not get into it.
Save
We'll
that,
do
save
it
that
on-
for
He's
the
not
next family
welcome at
dinner.
the cool. He's not welcome at the cool kid parties either anymore, right?
But the whole thing is,
Breyer.
oh no, he retained it because people didn't understand that one day it wasn't enough of a repentance. Because he forced the jury into a decision, and that's what the jurors said. I'm
Right.
not saying that, the jurors said that.
Right. Well, he refused to allow the information about it
Yeah.
being legal under Oakland law and all that.
Yeah, and the jurors held a press conference at the next meeting of the court, and they renounced their
Satan
decision. It was the first time that a jury did that in American history.
Satan, I renounce you.
Okay, never mind. I just wanted
to.
Danko loves him though, right?
But the
Danko?
whole thing is, I can't help you with it.
Yeah, Ed, you got to talk more. We need more drops. We can almost have an entire 15-minute conversation
We
with
can
you.
have Danny and you talk to
Not
each other.
yet.
That's what we usually do. We try to
relax,
get.
bro.
No, no, you know, Danny and I, we're at war, right, Danny? Oh yeah.
Wait, that was our shtick, Danny. Come on.
We're both going to be at this event in Michigan in July.
Yeah, right.
Looks to be like the summertime event of the season.
Is this like a wrestling
It
match?
looks like a duel.
Yeah,
It could be a
we've
duel.
got.
Oh no, you need to put a verses in the middle.
Michael
Put VS.
Fang
Put a little
and-
VS in there.
We got the whole crew from Big Cloud here.
Ed Rosenthal
You know,
versus Danny Danko.
It's right by Lake Superior, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we're going to vacation there for a few days.
Nice.
too.
Yeah, I have
Amazing.
to. You have to excuse me. I'll be back in a moment. I just don't have any dope here.
Oh, well, there you go.
You know, I call it dope now, not marijuana or anything, because of what Steve D'Angelo said. You know about that. He said, you know, calling it marijuana, it's foreign and it's a pejorative, and so I just call it dope. So I'll be right back.
Go get your dope.
Go get your dope. Anybody want to take a
We
side
got.
bet
Speaking
with
of
me?
dope, we got Jay. We got Miles in the corner over there. You like that? You like that segue? You like that little segue? Hey, dope. I don't know.
He's coming
Depends
back with
how-
food.
I thought you were not supposed to be here. I thought you were.
I'm supposed to be here apparently.
He told me. I didn't say anything.
There you go. I love that. I love that. Because I was all sad. I was like, no Miles. There he is. I saw you walk in. I was all, what?
Good vibes.
He lied.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir. There you go. It's all, isn't it great? All you have to do is show up. It's perfect.
That's beautiful.
It's the best kind of present.
Good times. Good times.
Miles is killing it right now with fermented plant extracts. So if you're looking for ferments, right here, go to Build a Soil. And I know Mr. Fang is totally knows what's going on with them.
He's down with ferments.
He's down with the ferments. for
Down
sure.
with Build a Soil. They
And he's down with Build a Soil.
really love the team over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miles is down there all the time.
Yes.
We'd love to
Build a
have
Soil.
them out too. If they ever want to come out to Michigan and have a presence, we'd love to have them.
I
Sure.
think.
I think they've reached out before to be a part of the Organic Cup, so we just
Yes.
definitely have to reconnect. But we got a spot, Legacy, Michigan. Love to have Build a Soil out there.
Well,
We got a
actually,
whole-
Miles has an entertainment agent now because his dance card is full. So you can send an email in, and we can see if we can get back to you. But if it's worthy of him doing it, but
No, July.
have you seen the rider that he has
It's sick.
when he has to go somewhere?
It's crazy.
I mean,
We included Build a
grams of
Soil
hash and says,
and Jesse in our Northeast Leaf Magazine impact list as having an impact because I think for home growers in particular, living soil is the way to go.
Yep.
And Build a Soil is the brand that has the best products for growing in living soil. If you're going to just go with one particular program, that's the one to go with. And all the teas and things that you can brew, you can customize it however you want. And so to me, not only is that the best way to grow cannabis, but I think that's the way we should grow all our fruits and vegetables and everything else, and sequester the carbon in the soil, allow the microbial activity to occur, have the symbiotic relationship between the mycorrhizal strands and the plant roots, and just let the soil do the work. Feed the soil and let the plants just grow and friggin' save the planet and smoke great weed.
Sure.
I think that was a perfect 60-second
All right.
spot right there.
I'll tell Jeremy we got the ad.
Pull that clip.
I mean,
Pull
it is.
Roll that beautiful
It
beat
really,
footage.
I mean, it's selfish of me because I
Yeah.
just want to grow. I want to smoke great weed.
But also
at the
people-
same, if me smoking great weed can also help save the planet, then it's a no-brainer. It's a win-win.
Such a humanitarian.
Well, there's also tons of people who only have a tent to grow in, and it's like if you only have that much area, fill the entire area with soil and grow in
Yeah.
it properly. Don't fucking put a bunch of little pots in there and try
No,
to
make a bed.
never
make
water
a bed,
it properly,
and just add organic material and brew your
feeding
tea.
and keep feeding
Wait,
them.
Ed's back. Ed's back.
Ed's back.
Look at the big picture.
Look, here's the deal.
Should have took the bet.
Most of your listeners don't cook. They don't need a kitchen. I mean, they need a little refrigerator and maybe a microwave.
Prison.
And so the whole kitchen is being wasted now when it could be used. And usually they have a lot of electricity, a lot of outlets and everything, when they could be used for cultivation.
Home grows. Just blow out the kitchen.
Just
I love
like,
it.
Yeah, it's usually that's like the first place you walk into. Also, like, hey, what you got going on over there? Don't worry about it.
Start smelling. You can just put some bacon on a pan.
I'm microwaving some bread.
I got an open flame going for some CO2 in the corner. I'm good to go.
Right, 12,000 watts. There we go.
No, I've seen enough in Amsterdam like that where it's been everything: the kitchen, the bathroom, the whole 9 yards.
Ed, what did you get to eat? I mean, to smoke.
Well, my nephew grew some bubba in New York State, actually, and he sent me
Allegedly.
samples.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I don't think it has fentanyl in it.
Are you sure? Let's test it. Smoke some.
We'll see. We're gonna
find
see,
out.
right?
We're gonna
Smoke
find
some
out
right now.
really quickly.
Hey, did I sound like a clown?
Did you hear that? You know why I said that? That Adam said that a lot of the marijuana that's being sold in the stores is, in the informal stores is doped with fentanyl.
Good job.
I mean, have been no reports of that or anything like that, except him saying it.
Yeah, no.
Who said that?
The mayor of New York, Adams.
Oh, God. Well, it's like DeSantis said they do post-birth abortions in California. Oh, my God. I want to know what that is.
Up to
But
21
anyway.
years old.
Yeah.
That's when an 18-year-old kills 20 kids.
All right, no political talk. So you're going to Michigan with Danko. Let's see. Can you show us that flyer again? What font size is Ed in
Same
compared
font
to Danko?
size. Same. They're
Same. Okay.
They're side by side. They're versus.
I just want to make sure.
Oh man!
Yeah, because if Miles comes, Miles has a requirement.
Yeah, bigger.
It's 1 point size than Danko.
High Times
Give me the same point
High
size, different
Times
font.
tried to prevent this this argument between Jack and me because I said that hemp would never be used as a fuel and my reasoning behind it was that it's too valuable to be used as a fuel when it has more value for its other uses. And anyway, they tried to make that into a big argument where Jack and I weren't speaking to each other and they had somebody to mediate it and everything.
I remember this. You settled it via mud wrestling.
Well, Jack and I were reading about it together at my house where he and his daughter were staying for a couple of days, laughing about it and people are saying, oh, it's so bad that you and Jack are fighting. And here, we're hanging out together. So
Total wrestler maneuver right there. It's like, oh my God, they hate each other. Those guys. Well, me and Danny tried, we tried to do that for a little while. It didn't quite work, but.
Like create a manufactured beef in order to raise all the boats and
what they're doing now. They're manufacturing.
It's hard.
It's hard because then all of a sudden they catch you and you're hanging out. And you're like, what? I thought you hated each other. Like,
it happens in wrestling, the wrestling guys.
We have to get
end up,
into each other.
Caught smoking weed together.
Danny, think about this. I like it. They're going to be manufacturing beef in just a couple of years.
Oh, in labs and all that. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
and I remember that Jack thing.
That was psychedelic.
But didn't you challenge Jack for the 10 grand? Because he said if anyone can prove anything in the book wrong, I'll give him 10 grand. And I think you did, facetiously or whatever, but you did challenge him for that 10 grand, right?
Yeah, well, if Jack had his way, the whole world would, the whole world would be running on hemp. Hemp, everything hemp. And so I said this here, I said to him, remember the potato famines in Ireland where the whole economy of Ireland and its all its calories were coming from potatoes. And then there was this fungus that infected the potatoes, and that's why you had the famine in Ireland. Well, also British policies, but that was a contributor to the famine. And so, what if the whole world is on this hemp-based economy, and there's some virus like hemp latent, hops latent?
What if hop latent virus?
Yeah,
It happened to grapes.
What if it knocks out? So you need a varied assortment of crops. So even if one crop doesn't do well, you have all the others to fall back on.
Diversify.
So that's
If you're not going to crash the bike, at least turn the phone sideways.
Yeah, no, it happened to grapes. It happened to bananas. Anytime you have a
Coconuts.
monoculture, anytime you have a monoculture, you end up with a virus that tries to wipe it all out.
Like with coconuts, it wasn't even that it was a monoculture. The yellows just attacked. It just traveled the air. So anywhere where you don't see any tall coconut trees any longer, and that's because of that. It knocked all those like 30-meter, those gigantic trees, knocked them out, and that's why you only have these short trees. It's a different. It's a result of a different genetic group there.
Strand.
Speaking of strands, Speaking of strands, we got Mr. Pinsky down there. The strand.
Pinsky
What's he doing?
We're wishing you a happy birthday.
Oh.
Good morning.
Yes.
Damn.
What is up?
Look at that. Between
Hello,
him and
everyone.
Papadopoulos, God, we have a team right here.
This portion of the Adam Dunn Show is sponsored by www.pinskysmybitch.com.
That's true. That's true.
Yes.
New drop coming this Friday.
It's going to turn into a roast, isn't
New
it?
drop. Oh,
Coming
New Drop
soon.
City. Coming soon. New Drop City coming.
I found photos of that roast the other day on my phone.
So did I.
Gave
It
me a
was
memory
just
thing.
the anniversary. Yeah, it was like the 6-year anniversary of my chafing.
You sitting next to your mother when she asked me how we knew each other.
Interesting. My mom? Are you bringing mom jokes into this?
Straight into it. No,
She was
you're the
there.
joke. You were the joke.
You were the joke. She was there.
Come on now.
I just won't repeat my joke because it was so funny.
It was so vile. It was so vile. Yeah, but she took it like a champ.
She laughed.
Yeah, she knew it was true.
Well, she thought it could be true.
My mom's had to put up with me longer than all of you fools, that's for sure.
Mr. Jason Pinsky.
This is a fact.
Yeah, but she still loves you at the end of the day.
Oh, I mean, like I would hope the feeling is mutual. I still love her at the end of the day. You guys, I don't know.
No, exactly.
Why'd you
How's
blow
LA
it?
life?
Yeah, you blew us off 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you didn't even come through, you fuck.
Yeah.
You know what? I
business.
apologize for that. I just didn't want it to be a rushed. I need to be able to come in and stretch out, spend a couple days, just like
Nothing
old
like a
times.
guy
What a
stretching
fucking
out in front of.
prima
Yeah, really.
Holy
wow.
shit.
Okay.
Those glasses have gone to your head, man. What the fuck?
Magnified.
Yeah. How big are they? They keep getting bigger. Jesus Christ.
Lou Wasserman actually was the guy that really used to don these glasses. You guys know who Lou Wasserman is?
Are you going to tell us right now? You feel the need to not let Ed Rosenthal tell us a story? You're going to tell us about Lou Wasserman, who did those fucking
music
glasses?
executive?
Get the fuck out of here. Who gave you the Zoom link?
How'd you get the link?
Mo Green
Ed's old enough to know who Lou Wasserman was. Lou Wasserman started the Hollywood studio system back in the day.
How'd that go? How'd that
carrying
work?
the torch.
How'd that go for him? Yeah, great. Right. He created the toxic environment known as Hollywood.
Yeah, fucking staying in Dallas or using amazing rigs, and we're listening to you talk about a guy who made glasses.
The inventor of the casting couch.
Yeah.
Louis.
I actually need them more and more these days. Like they're not a novelty. I'm losing my vision slowly but surely, becoming more and more.
Because you've been wearing those dumbass shit glasses for so long. Now you're fucking exactly. You're gonna be like the Tim Martin or whatever. The Optograb. You remember the Optograb?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be you. The Optograb when you take off the thing and fucking whoop. The jerk, bro.
Peter Papadopoulos, where are you coming in from on the other side of the world?
How about you? Where are you at?
I'm in LA, man.
Oh, okay. He's gonna have a
Beautiful.
personal
LA, man.
Yo, wait, bro.
Look at
Yo.
look at that halo glow.
Yeah, man. I'll be in Greece soon. It's like it's just as sunny there, man. All summer long, there's no clouds. It's just blue sky.
Here comes the sloth
How's that-
competition.
Yeah, how's that
Who can
Pinsky?
lounge around the most?
Pinsky in the Brain episode 6 is being recorded.
So we just actually put the finishing touches on episode 1 with AJ Sour Diesel. There's actually more than a few Adam Dunn references in there. So
Yeah, we
stay
heard.
tuned.
They've had to be countered
Yeah.
soon. So, yeah, we may need a counter.
Well,
counter
thank
show.
you for zooming in. I want to hear more from Ed Rosenthal.
Yeah, you're out.
Okay.
We've
All
had
right.
enough.
Have a
We've had
good
enough of you.
afternoon,
That's
everyone.
enough.
Right.
And we're out.
And peace
Y'all
out.
are brutal. Talking about his mom, piecing him out.
What? You don't.
I don't know.
No, hold on.
Don't you worry.
Just wait. Just so no one
Anybody
thinks.
go to pinskysmybitch.com. There you go. It's live.
That's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Okay.
We did there was a
I'll have
roast for him.
Merch. We should have been out this today because I was hoping for my birthday to have it ready, but I think it'll be by 4th of July. We'll have our merch ready. So you can all wear my Pinsky's My Bitch merch and make me happy.
And Nick's not in the room, right? No.
Of course he's in the room. Don't worry.
I don't see it. Well, I
It's
don't want
okay.
to tell.
Say whatever
So
you-
just so you know,
just-
so yeah, we did it. We had a roast 6 years ago. Danko was the MC. Adam.
No,
said,
we were all there. We just did our.
You know what? Nobody asked me to get up and roast him, and I just felt the need. Pinsky's mom asked. She said, "David, how do you know Jason?" I said, "Well, ma'am, I kind of fucked him in college, and it went over quite well. I got a good laugh out of it. I figured I told one good joke, and I dropped the mic and walked out.
Damn.
And that was it.
Just
traumatized his mother.
And she was like in the corner. My son.
Danko shaking his head at me, he's so disappointed. Like, really? Like, you weren't disappointed
You
in
took
me
it
before
there?
that?
You took it there at a roast? Are you crazy, bro?
A roast? Really?
Oh.
Ed's ashamed of me.
Even Ed's ashamed
He
of you.
doesn't even
That's-
want to know.
Doesn't want- yeah?
I don't know. Fang's laughing. Dallas looks like he could have punched me if that was if
He's
it was
like,
his roast.
say that to my mom.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, say that to my mom, Dave. Bam.
Did you end it by saying, "Well, I'm sorry. What the fuck did I say?"
No. I should have though. I should have.
Yeah, because it wasn't appropriate if you didn't, end the whole thought process.
It was. You had to be there.
He didn't seal the deal.
Yeah.
He didn't seal the deal.
Oh,
well,
Did you own him harder that night or the night you fucked him?
Well, we don't talk about those things. Only to his mom.
Only to his mother.
Yeah. And if anybody has any instructions on how one should wear headphones, Miles could
I'm
use
still
it.
learning.
Send him a note or something. I'm just watching these things fall down his head. and
No,
this-
it's cool. It's cool. He's starting to hold it.
We're good.
Oh, there you go.
Don't hide the hat, man. It looks
Perfect.
sick.
Hey, you're like that. Even makes more sense.
Yeah, see, that's working now.
How about them nuggets?
How about them nuggets?
We haven't even used that line once.
Nuggets!
Come on, say it. Do
I'm a
it.
Heat fan, but I'm born and raised in Miami, but I love the Nuggets. I love that they
Gotta
won.
rub
They
it
killed
in.
it.
Come on, guys.
Mark
this was about your
deserved
birthday.
this win. Every Friday that he was supposed to be, working on the show, he had a screen up. He supported them. He was always
He
watching.
never missed a show.
But that's
Never.
his gambling addiction. That's not
Yeah.
even his fandom. That's just
Tell us about that. You gamble on the games?
Gamble on the game.
I see they're all
No, I
sponsored
don't.
by
You guys
Bet
must-
something.
I spend my money on goods and services, my good man.
And vinyl.
And vinyl.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that would be a goods, right?
best.
Don't correct me.
Dude.
I make way too many mistakes for you to correct me. It would take up too much time on the show. So who haven't we heard from here? We heard about Dallas's rig, but nothing else. Tell us about the Michigan thing. Danko, Ed, you're all involved in this.
Yeah.
Holy
I'm gonna be
shit.
there. I'm gonna bow out. Happy birthday, Adam. Having lots
It
of
was
fun
the
on
fuck
show.
Pinsky thing. That was it.
I'll see you guys.
That broke
See
you.
you guys in July.
Oh man.
See you in 2 weeks. See you in 2 weeks. Or at least our guests will.
It got incendiary.
At least our guests will see you in 2 weeks.
So, did you want Brian Monarch's number from earlier, the comedian, to do your show?
Anyone who's been on your show.
We already told him. We've pre-warned him. We said 2 weeks later you should be
Same
on.
advertisers too. We got Seeds here now.
I know.
Involved in our show as well.
Yeah, thanks for that. You little
working on a
leech.
few others.
See,
You're sponsoring him too?
The battle's on. The battle's on, dude.
Should I?
Working on a few other. Hey,
Nick will.
all the ships ride.
We got one for you. Portal Provisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Fish on.
Fish on.
Have a great weekend, you guys. I'll see Tyler, Dallas, and Fang and Ed in Michigan.
whole crew will be
Seems like all you guys are going there. Hey, thanks for looking out for Adam and I.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Peace out.
We'll wait for the
Danny,
jet.
start writing the diss track for you versus Ed on site.
Right, well,
Wait, hold on a sec.
I'm
That's
writing
what
a
you
book.
need?
I'm writing a book right now.
I got him mad at me, though, for about 15, 30 seconds.
15, 30 seconds?
Yeah, he yelled at me. I did it, so, I mean, that we could say that was real.
Who did?
Ed, I got him pissed off. I couldn't believe it.
He felt the wrath.
I did.
Yeah.
All right. Well, happy birthday, Adam. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Have
Hey,
a
man,
great
thank you,
weekend,
Dan.
everybody.
Thank you, Danny.
Keep on
So-
smoking.
What is that event
Bye.
called?
What?
Yeah, it's
That
a
one in
pleasure to
Michigan,
have you
what's that
on.
thing?
What's your event in Michigan called?
Legend.
Legend.
Why don't you do the show from Michigan at the event? You guys should do the show from there.
Have you seen Adam's Rider?
Oh, my God. No, you haven't even started.
Oh, we're talking cashews and everything has to be vegan.
Yeah, a lot of vegans.
Because Danko actually used that joke.
Good company then.
It's a perfect cup for
Yeah,
that.
we got
though.
you.
That's the perfect cup for that one, at least.
We can only
You're like,
fly
what?
from
Fritos aren't
private
vegan?
airports.
Yeah, they are. There's no meat
We have
in
a
there.
trolley that will come and get you in Denver, actually.
Sweet!
Even better.
Horse strong.
A
How's
gondola.
Greece in October?
Yeah.
What?
Greece?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like Greece, the place. That's you, Peter.
Well, you guys are welcome to come and visit. Let's do more. Let's make it into a little event if you guys want to.
No, I didn't ask that. I said, how's the weather in October?
October, it's still kind of like summer. I mean, September is still like summer. But, October is still really nice weather. It's like,
Is it beach weather?
yeah. It depends on how.
Couple layers, you'd be good.
No, it's still like summer, man. It really is. It really is. It's the weather's nice, even into November. I'm telling you, September is still total summer. If you go there in August, if you don't like it really hot, in August it's like 100 degrees every day.
No, that's not.
And you guys can visit Greece.com for travel information to Greece, and they can tell you everything you need to know.
Tell him Peter
about
Papadopoulos.
traveling there.
Tell him Mr. Papadopoulos.
Let's go put on a fucking kick-ass event over there, man. There's even if it's not something that's huge, something that we get the
They got
real
towers over there. You got some towers. If you've located a tower, have you located a couple towers? You're like, there it is.
Well,
you just gotta look
I-
up, right? Look up until you find the spot. Be like, that's it.
Dude, I have a spot. I don't know if you'd call it a tower, but it's it's like a resort that's like private beach, pool, and plenty of rooms that we could do what we'd like to do there without causing any problems.
Until they figure out what you're doing.
Yeah, what you're doing.
Like,
Drugs.
whoa, that's what you guys are doing. Get out!
Devil's lettuce.
Oh, Mr. Papadopoulos, you said it was good, man.
It's the devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
Whoa, what's going on?
They have
Jumping around.
But THC isn't legal. But there's
Oh, well, there you go. That's perfect place to do that.
Tell us about Michigan. Is it legal in Michigan?
Yeah,
Recreational
of
or just
course.
medicinal?
No, it's
Super legal.
super legal.
So what I do
During a festival as a
there's
mandatory.
There's a couple of different kinds of events. There's licensed events and there's I went there for an event this past weekend, and there was actually 3 events going on in the same weekend. And I guess there are licensed events and non-licensed events, and you guys are putting on a licensed event, right?
Yeah, so last year it was a lot of caregiver work. And, Dallas hits me up at the beginning of the year and he's like, hey, man, there's all these people smoking weed in the woods. They're all hanging out, just showing each other their weed and stuff. And it's kind of like we need something else to happen there. And so he calls me in. I come out and start adding stages and bounce things and situations to it. And here we are, fast forward a little bit. And yeah, I just ordered a bounce house for a bunch of people to just show each other their weed
just
around
blew
and hang
JJ's
out.
mind.
He's like
No,
lasers
that's
and
like, this is gonna kill out here, dude.
He's like lasers and bounce cows.
I'm just
out there.
surprised this isn't like
Yeah.
happening out here already. It's just crazy.
Maybe.
Yeah, it seems like harder to pull those things off out there, but out here people just stand up for their rights and what they're allowed to do. So no one's like trying to kick down their door and tell them to stop doing things. They're just like, hey, you know, I respect you doing your thing over there and you're doing your thing over there. And everybody kind of just does what they want. And now we have like the first license in the southwest part of Michigan to do a camping event with metric brands and licensed companies and stuff. So we're kind of creating the festival is like one large dispensary and all these brands, and people can hang out inside of it and shop and consume and do their thing and hang out. And as long as people can't see it from outside, it's fair game.
Now you're getting, look, he's all getting it.
No, that is so
now,
good. So
moving.
the festival is technically like the dispensary itself. So that's why you can have sales there.
Yeah.
That is.
Yep. So we partner with a dispensary, and then we use that license to create an outdoor space that you can sell product dispensed in.
With lasers, don't forget the lasers.
Lasers.
Yeah, exactly.
Lasers.
Okay. Lasers.
That's all it needs. It's just some weed and some lasers, and
yeah.
It's at a speedway, so there's grandstands, so people can just sit in the grandstands and hang out, and paint, watch
just
some movies.
saying.
Do you have
It's very Michigan. It's very Michigan though too. All at the same time, right? Where it's like, okay, got the industrial vibe mixed with lasers and woods and all sorts of good stuff. Right?
Is there any chance of video of JJ and Miles in the bounce house?
Oh yeah, that'd be great. In slow motion, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
that'd be very slow motion.
Live stream from the LED wall.
Oh yeah,
slow motion.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Kaleidoscope.
Want some mushrooms just bouncing around?
Right.
Oh, fuck
and just
yeah.
throw them in there so there's mushrooms jumping around with you and stuff. Oh, that'd be sick. You can bite it. He's getting
Bubbles.
it. All right, yeah. If you can get
Don't
him in
forget, we're gonna drop. We told our Instagram audience that we were gonna drop a coupon code for the fans of the show and people tuning in live to get a free ticket to Legacy, Michigan.
Okay.
Oh,
you want
fuck
to
yeah.
email? You want to email that or something to Mark to?
Send
We
it
can totally
to,
tell
send
you
it to
guys,
Adam
but-
or I, and we'll give you the address to send the link to.
Mark's ready. We got Shitty Jamie on the ready on.
Just give your cell phone number out right now.
Yeah, just give your home address and your social security number, and we'll
text
be
you.
good. We'll be good from there.
So what's the password, Tyler?
All right, guys, we have a code for you, but here's the thing. It's really important that we understand the value of this code and, like, just really appreciate the code. But we need to make sure everybody has the link first before we can give the code out, you know? How do we give this link to you guys?
I
We
just
have it here. I
texted
can put it in the
Fang.
chat. I got it in the chat. I put it in the...
There you go. That'll work.
Eventbrite, www.
Yep. Okay, so we got this festival, okay? 3 days. Come through, you camp. You hang out with your community. You can camp in your car. You can camp in a tent around the speedway. And then we got vendors. We got stages. We got yoga in the morning. We got food, and we got experiences.
JJ loves yoga.
Dude,
You're fucking checking all his boxes.
he's joking, but I do.
I know. No, it's good. It's awesome.
It's a good place for cultural enhancement, you know? A lot of different things going on from a lot of different places. And you tap in. If you want to come stretch out, bud, I'll see you. I play the flute. I can play for you and help you relax.
Dog.
Really calm you down. I have a sitar here. I can help you stretch.
So let's talk about the venue.
I might have to take I might have to.
What's the dates again?
What's the dates?
It's July 21st through the
Wait.
23rd.
Oh, the mosquitoes are only about this big by then, right?
Oh, he's so worried about mosquitoes all the time. You have a mosquito.
Weed smoke helps, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You just fog them out.
Like you never spray
Say-
DEET head to toe.
Do you know how many issues
You
I
need
have?
somebody saging you at all times.
Just got to put a few essential oil drops in here.
Oh, just talk to
Bang actually
Papadopoulos.
does
He
that at
knows
the
I'm
festival.
nutbag.
He just follows people around with smell.
Or just walk around with a giant suit on.
No,
Look
it's
like
not
a weirdo.
easy being me.
Look like a
You
weirdo.
guys go. You guys have a good time.
Oh, the skeeter's got him.
It's like July. I don't want to be July anywhere. Okay, I mean, unless it's even
have to be
here.
We have Mr.
Yeah, I
Tense.
know.
He's got
Just
like,
get
he's like on the couch
I hear
with
ya.
air conditioning facing him right
Doesn't
now.
know
No, I don't.
No.
Colorado's pretty good in July. It's not that bad. But
Colorado is.
You're a
fat guy
mile
weather.
closer to the sun, guys. It's hot as fuck out there. in July.
It just wicks off you, dude. Like, if you're a
Shake
fat
it
guy,
off.
move to
the
Colorado,
sun just
bro.
wipes.
There's no humidity, that's for sure. That's the one.
Fair.
It's very dry.
Fair. It is. It's wet and juicy out here, though. It's good for plants.
Wet and juicy, yeah.
You're welcome on the show anytime. You're a cunning linguist. It's wet and juicy.
Right. It's hitting all the good.
Yeah. And
Poetic
Papa Doc-
nature.
Yeah.
But guys, we have this code.
Yes, get to the code. I won't interrupt you
Okay.
again.
Are you ready for the
I don't-
code?
I don't
Does
have the-
everybody
I
have the
don't-
link?
Ed's going to interrupt now.
We don't have the link. I don't know.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Fang, did you
It's in
text
the
me
chat.
back the
Did,
code?
did
There it is.
someone? Okay,
Yeah,
Am I supposed
hold
to-
on. Now,
Oh, the
Hang on,
code,
hang on,
too?
hang on.
now I'll have the
No?
link in a second.
No, I got the
Hang
code. I'm
on.
gonna tell him the code. Give him the link.
Dave's slow on the mark.
Forwarding it to Mark.
Okay.
Here we go. It's technology, bro. Millions.
We're hoping we could really build suspense here.
This is
So while we wait for
beaming
everybody
with
to
the
get the link,
satellites right now.
Text, not WhatsApp. Oh, that fucks it up, huh?
Wow. The
Jesus,
flow.
dude. It's all. Don't
I
do
don't
it the
know.
most convenient way that we do it every time.
But he
in,
sent it to
every,
me
you know what I
via
mean? Like,
fucking
here, I got
text.
it. It's all good, dude. I got
Wow.
it figured out.
Getting
Look at the way he talks to
testy
me.
around here. Testy. Smoke some more weed.
All right, here's
relax.
the link.
Oh, you're kicking Miles out?
All right.
Oh, you got someplace else to go?
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh, got someplace else to go?
Wow.
Yeah.
He does. He got dinner reses.
No,
It's all
you
good.
come on, give it to him. Jeez.
Yeah, swap out.
These are the vibes. Yeah, swap.
Swap.
Here you go, birthday boy.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Thank you.
so
Oh, nice.
I posted the link. I got it posted to all of our live streams right
Sick.
now. So anyone who's watching either on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, D Live, wherever,
Nice.
the link was posted. So now we need a code, right? And
Now you can say
it's
the
going to
code.
be an audible
The
code or
linguist.
what?
Nice.
Yeah, I'll tell you the code. Okay, now the code gets you a weekend pass. All right, a whole weekend pass. These tickets are going to be $100 very soon. Grab them, okay? The code. So you go in there, you grab your ticket, you get in there where you put the promo code in. The code is Peter Papadopoulos. All one word.
Wow, you got your own. You get your own code.
Peter Papadopoulos.
Oh, he's misting up. Look at him. He's misting. You really
Look,
touched
spelled,
it. You
that's how
touched
you-
a chord.
No one's gonna
there,
spell it right. No one's gonna get it spelled right. That's,
You
that's
really?
how you get around it. Be like, nope,
Yeah.
you didn't spell it correctly. You don't get it. Sorry,
Let's,
bro.
let's spell it.
Papadopoulos.
Can we just get the spelling right? It's Peter. Pappy. Okay, there you go. Adopoulos. However that is Odopolis, something like that. That's a bad fucking code.
It's all right. It's good. Peter Papadopoulos.
It should be Peter P.
Yeah, I had to look it up and copy it back in the day when I used to do the banner at the bottom and I used to like type everyone's
Oh, I
names
always
out.
spell it wrong, and then they go,
Yeah.
"Fuck!" I put it. Why did it do P-A-P-P-A? What the hell?
Whose idea was
Did I
that?
spell it right? Hang on, I put it in
No,
the
it's
chat
like
here.
one of the first words I ever learned. So for me, it's like,
Yes.
All right, cool.
For
So
you, not a problem.
link and let's see. You want me to post the code in too?
If you can
Yeah, we got Papadopoulos. Just come on. Wait,
Oh
come
yeah,
on with me,
sounds
you
so
know.
easy. I like.
I think
That
maybe
made
we
it
should
easy.
play a game and have people try and do it in the chat at their best version. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody give us that. Yeah, that Papadopoulos.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
How many tries do people get?
One.
Only one. Yeah.
Papadopoulos. Oh, that should be your DJ name, Peter. Papadopoulos.
P pop.
Papalit.
Petey Poppy. Petey
All right,
Papa?
wish Adam a happy birthday. And then we're going to kick
Happy
you off for
birthday,
banner because
Who's
we're going to
kicking
do our
who
heads.
off?
We're going to kick one of them
Oh yeah,
off.
we gotta kick him off. He's ready to go. He said,
JJ was like,
You
I'm
can
done.
chill, you can chill. Oh, you have to
That's
go?
the bounce
I'm not.
house.
Who's
getting kicked out?
No, he's getting
I
kicked
thought
out.
you were saying that to me. I was like,
No,
oh,
no,
fuck.
no,
You're the new
already. No, we're
You're the
getting,
new.
That was. I was like, I
Wait,
got a lot.
is there something in your contract that says you're not allowed to appear on our show? Yeah.
No, I don't.
Then come sit over
Come
here.
over here, hang out.
We won't bring up the fact that I broke you last week with that dab on the Dab X, and I thought I was going to have to walk you back to the event.
What? Broke him? No, I don't want to hear that.
I mean, like, serious. Like, he was
was
coughed worse than I ever did.
Wow.
I'm not saying that. I won't. It's just between us. He's not on yet, so nobody can hear.
That's all right. We got Banner in the house.
Hello. For those of you who are not following and watching, go to the Dude Grows show and subscribe. Just watch it for Banner.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Grambo and Banner, man, that's shit. No, of course, everybody's always fun to watch. I actually listen to your show because I can't listen to my own shows.
No, that's not.
So if I go on my Grow, I listen to
you.
your guys' show, so it's
It's
always fun.
Excellent.
Because there's a lot of crossover. Yeah, come on now, come on. We gotta. Someone's gotta listen to him, right?
That's right.
I'm surprised people listen to this show. When they listen to this show, I'm like, really? You listen to it? Oh, great. But no, it's good to. I mean, it's good because I think we cover different things too. You know, we're like kind of coming in at different vibes, but we have a lot of crossover.
Totally.
Which is
nice.
nice.
Man, I mean, for me on the show, I'm not really all about the grow talk stuff, to be honest. I like I like the culture and. Well, I like people sharing weed and trying different stuff, and that's kind of where I'm coming at it from.
Damn, rejected.
Well, it's also like I even from the very beginning, like Ed knows, right? Things change with growing all the time, so you have to constantly update your you can't he's doing physical books, which you can't go back into people's houses and add chapters to their books, so you have to create more content from more books. And with podcasts, it's also the same thing. It's like you might tell somebody how to grow, but there's so many ways. It's always just like it's really down to whatever is. That's why we like no-till, but that's also working with what's local.
Yep.
Is the smartest. If you're
whatever works.
If you can get something closer, more adapted to what you're already doing, that makes more sense.
Absolutely.
So,
more local, the better.
That's right.
Then
We're gonna over under on Ed. Over under on Ed. How long he's with us until we can just.
Well, he already ate. He went off camera and he said he was just getting weed, but he came back chewing something. So I won that
No,
bet.
I'm not chewing anything.
You were when you came back. Don't tell me you didn't take a bite of something. I don't want to hear it.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Well.
Is that that hallucinatory weed that you have, or are you doing mushrooms?
Yeah,
We are
well,
doing both.
I'm
A little of
not
everything.
admitting to anything, but we are going to the MAPS conference next week. I didn't think it was 5 days, but I was hoping it's just for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Well, I can't go to it. I have to be in Europe.
Oh, wow.
Poor you.
Poor B. Ed. Who are you going there with? Humboldt Seeds?
Yeah. Where are you going? I'm going to, there are two different things there. The ICBC has an event, and then there's the European event.
And then there's Mary Jane, there's Club DB.
I think there's Mary Jane is the other event.
Yeah. And there's the Club DB you want to go to. There's CB Club. That one you want to go to.
I have an ideal situation. Like, I don't have to make any decisions about where I'm going or anything, because all those decisions, I just follow.
Because you're a superstar.
I'm part of the group, and they've already decided where they're going. So that's where I'm going. Get in the car.
It does not suck to be Ed Rosenthal. Okay, you deserve it. All those years hiding in the shadows. But is there any chance the camera you could actually point it at your face? There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry about
It's
that.
okay. We get your nose and your shirt.
Yeah, I have to get something to support it. I'm just not using my phone right now, as you know. So, I've got to.
Maybe we should bring the cake over and wish Adam a happy birthday, and he could blow
Yeah,
out
we
his
should wish
all those candles.
Yeah,
Fuck.
happy birthday.
A lot
What
of
kind
candles.
of cake is it? Is it?
Dave made it.
Is it a straight cake or?
Unfortunately, we have other edibles here, so yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, I did not infuse it because they're kids. I want kids to be able to have some,
Especially when you put sprinkles on it like you did, so
Yeah.
that makes it even more of a challenge.
Dave's not insane.
Pretty much, he might be. It's debatable.
That's a reach.
Someone actually listening to the show discovered a lot of things that I have wrong with me. On a daily basis, they find this shit out for me. It's fun to.
It's therapy. It's a little bit half
it is.
therapy, half.
It is. Yeah. So, are we bringing the cake over? Does anybody not hear that one? No one
Nah,
wants
there's
to.
like signals are hard,
All right, forget it. Don't worry about it.
The
cake is coming.
Somebody
There's no cake. Admit it.
needs a little action. Needs a little action on top.
Strappy McStraptor.
There you go. Oh, look at this. Look at this. We got a team. They know what's up. No, you did it. No, you got it. You got it. No. He's
Go light it up.
He's got it off camera. No, he wanted to do it exactly the way he did it. He had it. Production.
He knows.
It's all about production.
Great.
Yeah, you never want to bring it.
Well, it's going to take a while. He's going to light 54 candles.
Well,
I know. It's like holy fuck.
Walk gently on camera.
Fire hazard.
It will be a fire hazard. No, luckily Dave's
You're not
lazy.
going to sing?
I'm not gonna sing.
Go, Strap.
Do it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Adam. Happy birthday to you.
Oh shit. I think I can handle this one. Oh wait, hold on. Let me just do this real quick.
Are you going to blow it out with that?
Nice.
Nice touch, dude.
No, we can wait for that one. Yeah, we'll edit out and post the delay.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Mark's got to edit. Oh, shit.
Hey, all right.
Gotta do something.
Hey, I want to post
Many more, I hope.
What?
Maybe 54, many more.
I want to post the birthday greetings on my site. You know, the little where everybody tried to sing happy birthday and everything.
The attempt, the
And we
lame
fucked-
attempt.
We fucked it up?
The super lame attempt. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'd like to, so everybody can know it was your birthday and celebrate it for you.
Anything you want to let your 300,000 plus followers know about our small show, you are always welcome to do.
Got Craft Punk down there in the corner.
Well,
Craft Punk.
You should get in touch with my manager.
Jane. Hey,
Yeah.
Jane.
She's not here.
Oh, sorry. I'll get in
She's
touch.
disgusted.
Oh, what did you do? What did you do?
I don't know. I'll find out later.
We have Craft Punk.
All right, well,
in the
let's
corner.
do some quick ads.
No, we got C's
What?
here now in the corner. What are you talking about?
Oh, I didn't see him there.
You didn't even see him? You didn't notice this creature?
What the hell is it? He's wearing a fucking mask.
Predator.
I know he's playing paintball.
And he's going invisible on us. He's going into invisible mode every so often.
Listen,
He's
before
back.
he comes back on, don't talk about his clothing. He gets really touchy about that, and he leaves the show really quick.
He's
if
about
you do.
to. Oh, he's like, "Fuck you, Dave." I already saw it. I can see it in the thought bubble.
No, I actually had a great time hanging out with him at the Dude Grows Cup. It was fun seeing him in person, and thank you for inviting me. I appreciate
Thanks
that.
for coming, man.
Yeah.
You
That
got
was
me
a lot.
really, really baked with that. Dab X, by
Dab
the way.
X and 14 rosin.
Wow.
Crushed him.
Yes.
Crushed him. Took a knee. Dallas. He took a knee. Okay? I'm just saying.
That's when you know you've succeeded, when
Did
you're
you
like
get
your
the
friends.
sweats? I almost broke him. That's what I'm thinking to myself. Like, am I going to have to walk him back? It's muddy. Can barely keep traction myself.
I had to take a break from judging for a little while.
Good for
That's
you.
awesome.
Did you get the dab sweats?
It was pouring rain.
It was pouring rain, so it's kind of hard to tell.
So you didn't really know. So does everybody who's zooming in right now, do you have a relationship with Seeds Here Now for your Michigan event? No, I'm looking at you, looking at me confused.
Not yet, but we would love to have James.
So James works with over 70 breeders. I'm gonna I can't say this like without I'm not gonna say I would blow up if it wasn't true, but they don't share males. Okay, they're all individual. Oh, there he is, finally.
Hey.
He's like, fuck that mask.
Finish my. Hold on, Jason. So
Jason?
It's Jason Harris.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. I didn't even see him.
So
I thought
turn
you
your
were
phone
like,
sideways
"Oh."
while we're waiting. And
potty.
so Seeds Here Now, no breeders share the same male. He has over 70 breeders. His customer service is second to none. He doesn't fuck around. He knows his
I got
shit.
happy families. I got happy families. One dude with per breeder, and everybody's happy. If not, then everybody comes after me. Like, oh, so and so used my shit in a cross, and are you gonna represent so and so? He used my shit in a cross. I'm like, well, you sold it to him. Of course, he's gonna fucking use it in a cross. It's okay if it's a female, right? Because that's the only thing that's proprietary is the females. And so the only way I can keep the peace is just by making them
Or the other way around.
proprietary. So to say.
Proprietary is the males. Proprietary is the males.
Males.
It's the only thing that separates them. Like I've got probably 40 Gorilla Glue crosses on my website, and not all of them are great. Just because two plants can have sex doesn't mean that they should. Of those 40,
And people.
That's Jason's motto in life.
That's people. That's people. That's everything, right? Dogs, people.
Right, but you can't call people. Like they get pissed off. If you start calling people, like if I called my brothers and sisters, like my mom would get pissed off. Right?
So you got any specials? Like right now, you're gonna just you're gonna drop a special for Adam's birthday for the rest of the night.
Double Dunn deal. Oh,
Dunn deal gets 50% off.
I could probably figure out something. I go play in the back of the computer for a minute.
Come on, everyone, Dunn deal. Go to Seeds here now. He's gonna create some sort of Dunn deal discount. If you haven't purchased from them before and it doesn't come up greater than 10%, wait a few minutes. He hasn't put it in because 10% is the standard Dunn deal. Dallas knows
as
what I'm talking
as
about.
normal, we have my Flavor of the Month club
beard.
going on. The Breeder of the Month club is going on, and then we just launched my brand new Seed of the Month club. So check that out on the page.
You get what? You send out one seed FedEx?
No, you get one strain per month. If you want it, it's a strain that's handpicked by me through different breeders. Because sometimes when breeders, when they make crosses, they may not have 1,000 to put in production. They might have 1,000 that they want to put in production, but they still have 150 good beans. And so that's where I come in and say, hey, sell me those beans for a price, and I'll sell them to my club.
There you go.
Nice. So then you get the little. It's kind of like the vault almost. Like you're going back to the vault idea, but it's more of a direct vault.
Yeah,
perpetual voltage.
We all know, like breeders are good breeders will take a female and hit it with like 4 different males and see which one is best. Now there may not be anything wrong with the other 3, right? It's just not the direction they were going.
Or they get locked in on one thing and
yeah. I can't. I mean, I know like swamps have so many beans. Like we'll just never get to popping them. We just have so many, and we just forget about this old project before we start a new project.
There's so much fire locked away in those beans, just sitting around, and people, because it's always like that when you go through stuff. You're like, I have like multiple lifetimes worth of work to do, and it sucks because you'll never.
You're like, I need this new one.
It's like impossible to go through everything.
Hey, let's bring legend Jason Harris of Jerome Baker.
Looks like he's in Hawaii. He's back in Hawaii.
If you turned your phone sideways, we'd see a lot more of you, and you wouldn't like the step kid.
Or more Hawaii. We'll get more Hawaii.
There we go.
Aloha.
Look at you.
Dromasaurus.
I'm in Vegas right now.
Oh, you're in Vegas. I thought you went home. Ah.
Viva La Vegas, baby.
Viva La Vegas.
Oh, were you at the game?
I was outside of the game, man. It was pretty much chaos out there. We had, I can't believe they won. That was the fucking greatest thing ever.
6 years, man. Fastest in franchise history.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, man. And so I was down there in the zone for a moment. We had the licensing trade show out here last week, but you guys got to all tune into, man. The fucking breeders and these guys got to get down there. We're dealing, there's Paramount, Warner Brothers, John Deere, Levi's. They're all in the house, and they're all want to get interested in cannabis for sure.
What a mix! What a mix!
Well,
there.
book them on the show for us.
Yeah,
we'll have them on, and then 2 weeks later they can do Danko's show.
Unbelievable. We've been doing a lot of really cool stuff over there. We just got the Grateful Dead license to put onto glass. And,
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Does that mean you're going to make me a bong with the logo on it for me to use?
They have notoriously
Cost
they have
me.
notoriously not wanted to work together. So it's kind of cool that I guess they're all working together, obviously, to put out pieces.
Traditionally, they never wanted to work in this space, and we're the first ones to get the license for glass. And now we also got Dre. That's a deal that we're working today, and that's the newest thing. And we're really excited about that because you know what that says? The Chronic, baby.
The Chronic, yeah, nice.
Stuff in that kind of zone right now, and trying to bring cannabis right into the mainstream through these channels right now. So super fun. And I was over at the licensing expo, and when I got out of there, I ran right into the fucking game.
Making Dr. Dre bongs.
Dr. Dre, everything, bro. Excited.
Hey, you need to license Ed Rosenthal. He needs a bunch of bongs made for him, man. That guy's a legend. He's sitting right there. Is he awake? Are you there, Ed? Did you fall asleep?
I'm here. I'm
okay. Good. Just making sure.
Making sales for it. We're over here.
Hey, I'm still awake.
Do you need a sandwich?
No.
I got the over-under.
Okay.
No, I've got the bud.
I already won. He came back to it. I don't give a fuck. We'll watch it.
If you were quiet, it would have been a done deal.
Banana mayonnaise. I don't know if you guys are into the banana mayonnaise on white bread, but man, that's the juice right there.
Banana.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Wow.
That sounded so gross.
That's some fucking trailer park shit right
Yeah,
there.
that is so fucking wrong.
Well, that's the next big thing. Watch it.
That is
tropical trailer park. Right? That's how I call that one.
We have ran out of desserts officially. We have ran out of desserts.
I fly out of here. I'm flying out of Vegas tonight. I'm going to land in New York tomorrow morning. I'll be blowing glass all day tomorrow, live and direct in Soho at our new venue called THC NYC.
Nice.
It's a 6-story building on the corner of Broadway and Grand. It's the old American Apparel building, and they're not selling any cannabis there, but they sell the experience. So for $35, you get a ticket. You go in the door, go on the big record player that spins around. You get to see the laws, and you get to see the different trippy terpenes and smell. They have little push-button smells for each terpene profile and blah, blah, blah. Really fucking cool, man. And it's cool that they're at least trying.
No, yeah, it looked amazing as far as like, definitely from a experience point of view, and taking it to a New York level exactly right out of the gate. You know what I mean? Just like holy shit.
New York level, yeah. We're doing a lot of stuff out there. We're selling cannabis out there under the Jerome Baker name, and just trying to get into New York, man. I think it's a really fun space to be. Adam knows these guys well, the snobs of the fucking industry, man. You walk in there with anything non,
The sours.
They want to ridicule you, and so it's definitely you got to have the good shit to come in there. That's kind of how the state is, and how those guys have always been to me.
Yeah.
What do you mean? That 150, 300,000 pounds that's been sitting on the shelves somewhere for 9 months isn't going to taste good?
No, that's
no. You got to bring the piff. You got to bring the piff if you're going to New York.
I love the piff.
Give Kaleidoscope a hug for me, brother.
Yeah. We're working with a group back there called Kaleidoscope Cannabis. He's really cool. He's got a little dispensary out in Long Island, and everybody's pushing the limits out there. The guys across the street from the THC NYC is called Empire Cannabis. That's right. They're doing some ungodly sales, and they're a members-only club, and they have over 96,000 members in their 5 dispensaries in the island.
That's nuts.
And,
it's exclusive.
And so we set up a grow across the street in the front door of that dispensary. You walk in, and there's a 12-foot by 12-foot glass room filled with plants. You can come in and you can pre-purchase an ounce off of one of those plants and come back in and watch it grow. It's a great thing when you go walk your dog around Manhattan. You stop in and check on your plants.
That's
cool. Really, just
you get a little name tag on them or something.
Forward functioning in cannabis.
That's really cool.
Yeah, a lot of fun. So just as when I have all you guys,
I can see New Yorkers just standing there going, "You should water it more. That one doesn't look. You didn't give mine enough water.
Why is his bud bigger than my bud?
Why is my bud got the corner place? I want my bud.
Can you turn mine closer to the lights?
Oh my God, the whininess, the whiny factor is just huge.
Wait, he has space on my plant too. I want a new plant.
He's touching my plant over there.
Give me a new plant.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, so that's cool. I give Adam big props, man. When I was a kid, I went over to Amsterdam. We didn't know our way around, and the only Americans in town that we knew of was Adam and Doug. And we were blessed to meet him at those early 90s. And we went to THC and TH Seeds at the Empire State Building, and Adam and
which
his
is
mom
funny, right? It's pretty
it was
funny.
all during that bubblegum phase, and the bubblegum won the cup when we were there, and everybody was a fucking celebrity. And what a time there and be part of all that, and seeing where Adam's come to now, and being a key holder on what we're doing here, man, and bringing guys like you to the table. Unreal. You know what I mean? How blessed are we, man? We're here in the space, and we are the culture.
And that was 30. That was
Adam
30 years ago.
The thread of this motherfucker.
Yeah,
so big ups, Adam, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you and all you brought to us.
What's funny is you just reminded me too is that at that building, because remember we started off as the CIA. And then we took over. And then we took over.
Cannabis in Amsterdam.
And then we took over the building next door. And I was like, oh well, this is going to be the Empire State Building, right? So we were doing exactly what they're doing with the Empire and THC NYC, kind of almost the same vibe, right? Except ours was
hanging out over there. Rob Clark.
Everybody came through.
Ellen Dronkers, all the fucking players in this space, man, that have developed who we are. You know what I mean? It's awesome to see where it's come to. And these guys have all these seeds and all this special. Wow.
I don't know. He's on DD, but I don't see him.
that
Mute your phone, James.
But it was also funny too because that whole time period was only 2 years that we were at the CIA, but it was like the most epic 2 years ever because it was 93 to 95. So everything was popping off in California, and we didn't really even comprehend what was going on, but it was like people were just rolling in left and right with just stacks of cash to buy seeds, and it was like, holy shit, it's on like fucking Donkey Kong right now, you know? And I was literally like riding my bike over to see Dave Watson or see these other seed breeders and grab seeds and get back to the shop, you know, pack them up for people, keep them all busy, give them some bong hits, you know, if I can keep everybody rolling. You need more bong? Yeah, I'll be back in 30 minutes.
Keep packing seeds.
And it was, you know, it was the beginning of the whole thing. So it was fun to be there. And you guys rolled in, and it was just awesome because nobody understood glass and everybody didn't get why they were so expensive.
Oh, they hated us. I had to make marbles in the end because nobody wanted to. Like, we're crazy Americans. Why don't we mix this shit and roll it in joints?
No, nobody was going to buy nothing. They were like, and I was like, I'll take a piece every day. I was like, if you guys stay here and make me a piece every day, we're good. You know what I mean? And so you guys
we got to blow glass every day in his place. I was living in a squat up the street, using rolling papers to wipe my ass. It was tough time.
That's right.
I don't think that's going to work very well. I'm just saying.
I put them together, man.
Single finger.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like it. You know, James Bean's even shaking his head.
Thanks for that, though. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And literally, that was 30 years ago. That was 93. You know, those are the years. You know?
Well, don't discount what you did, Jason. You provided the means of smoking the plant that we all loved in an artistic way that made it just fun to smoke. I mean, meeting Bob and his wife, the Eugene Saturday Market in the early 90s, and seeing how it progressed. And then when I met you, to find out that you were like, what, student 6 or 7?
Yeah.
You know, from him.
Number 7 from Bob Snodgrass. You know, when I was a kid, I moved out to Oregon, and I met the old man down the street, and he had the overalls on, and he had, you know, his wife killed a rabbit that first night we met him, made a stew. I was like, man, I want to be like these fucking people. I had come out from the East Coast. I wanted to learn more about what he was doing, and, you know, thank God for him. He's still alive. He's the old wizard in Eugene, and I highly recommend anybody who's in, you know, that area of the country, always maybe make a trip and go say hi to Bob. Check out his scene. There's nothing like it in the world. He's definitely an old wizard, and blessed to work under him, man.
When I think back of, you know, looking at what Bitcoin has done, but, you know, just the pipes I could have bought from him for $25 right now.
In the day, I would go back to New York in the early 90s, and they would put the pipes on a scale and pay me $10 a gram before the internet. I'd fly right back to Eugene and try to make a bigger fucking marble. You know what I mean? And try to get these things going. You know, and those were the days, man.
It changes color? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Get out of here. You know, yeah, I kept when I bought that first pipe from him, it had to be summer, Saturday Market. Maybe it was 91 or 92. And I moved to Boulder in 2000. So I kept it alive for 7 years and probably 3 years after that when I got here. But then it met the floor one day.
met its demise.
Hey, you know what they say? Good pipes go to heaven, man.
Yeah. Or to the floor.
Time for a new one.
Shattered.
Part of the
there was
deal.
no. And you know, while it's
right when it's always when you just think to yourself, man, I love this pipe.
Yeah.
This pipe's fucking
Where's
the
when I
best.
go to
And
fucking
then you do something. I had it with in Vegas I had a fro piece that I had for about 20 years, and had it in the top pocket like an idiot, and I bent over to pick up something, and I just watched it go out like bink, bink, and hit you always do there's always 2 bounces. The 2 bounces are like, oh, I can save it, and then you know, like it was fuck. That was my
no, this
my
was
Sherlock.
one. It hit the ground and it's shattered. And for a second, I'm thinking to myself, just in that instantaneous moment where it hits the ground, I'm like, maybe it'll be okay. No. Nope. And then it was too late. He was way too famous by then to get another one. He was way out of my price range.
Well, I do know a guy that has the largest Bob Snodgrass collection that's ever been, and he's trying to sell it. So anybody who's interested in that can hit up Dave, and he can get you into touch with me. But it's a real deal, and this kid was the guy who had all the weed money, and when we were all kids, just kept feeding Bob a lot of cash to make pieces.
Well, we should have him on the show and get his number out there.
We should get him on the show. We
Yeah.
should get him on the show. Hey, man, Bob.
Yeah,
for sure.
That'd
For
be fun.
sure.
That'd be fun.
Ed,
So, guys, I got a plane to catch.
Oh, for sure.
I wanted to make
Thanks
sure
for
I stopped through here and paid my respects.
Thanks for
Ed,
dropping
good
in.
seeing you on here, bro. Dave, Adam, the boys, much appreciated. All you guys bring so much to the space. Keep fucking growing, man. Keep growing.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you.
You're the man.
All right, love you guys.
All
right.
I want to tell him like keep blowing, but I think that's bad taste, right?
Ooh, what's going on there?
You
Robotron.
just got roboed out.
Robotron, what's happening? Do it.
My Robotron?
Yeah, it's okay
You're
now.
better now.
Good now.
Oh, I was gonna say I want to tell him like keep blowing, right? That's kind of just bad taste, I think.
Keep blowing. Yeah,
Oh,
that sounds
James,
good.
James.
He's a glass blower, right?
All right, seedsherenow.com.
Keep on blowing, boy.
Enter
Come
done
on,
deal.
come on.
You're going to get some sort of big discount because James would not
shit,
just
let me-
he wouldn't forget
find
about
that.
it.
Wouldn't toot his own horn over
And
here.
he would make it just an outstanding, like 50%, buy one get one free, something like that, huge for Adam's birthday.
Something crazy.
I'm pretty sure if we rolled the tape back, you put him on the map, right? I mean, you're
yeah, it was all me.
responsible
It
for
was all
James
me.
Bean.
Yeah, it was all me.
You know, so
No.
there we go.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Let's see what I can find.
Well,
Robotron.
you
Yeah,
know-
you're Robotroning out.
You know, I'm still giving away free seeds.
Your million seed giveaway?
Million seeds.
Yeah,
Nice.
the million seed giveaway.
Okay.
Million marijuana seed giveaway. Just go on my site.
How many are left?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
998,000.
Well, we've given away about 60,000 seeds.
So there's a couple. There's a couple left.
940,000.
One
EdRosenthal.com.
at a time.
Ed, is
Yeah,
it,
just put in my name and you'll get to it.
and just if you guys want to follow Ed, please don't do like Dave does. So what Dave did is he tagged Ed Rosenthal 240. Who is the
240?
well? It's the dupe account. It came up first. It's his. Well, he's Ed Rosenthal 420.
I know, I would-
So just because you don't notice, you're tagging shit quick and shit happens. So you want to make sure you only tag Ed Rosenthal 420.
It gets harder and harder to know who you're tagging these days.
240 is 200
Top
less
dog.
Ed.
Top dog wins for the most.
He was going to
changed
show up. He did not
ever.
show.
It's like top dog official top dog 1, 2. Oh my god, he couldn't keep up. It's like, yeah, he was supposed to show up.
Yeah, I should have reminded
Anyway.
him.
Stop getting deleted.
All right,
so
so
much.
tell us once more about your Michigan thing, and then we're going to do some ads, and then we're going to come back for Patreon,
And then
eat some
we're
cake.
out. Ski.
Yeah, come through. Peter Papadopoulos is still live. We got
Really?
a couple claims on there.
Couple claims already?
I,
Good
I
job.
gave you 20 minutes. You could have changed it.
Nah, Peter Papadopoulos. It's good. Give the guy some. Give him
They
some.
worked hard for it, you know. But it's July 21st in Hartford, and it's the
It
first.
means they're
of its kind.
committed. It means they're committed. If you say it's 420, bro, they're like, oh, dude, that's like the most. That's
It
what
means
you would
it's
put
the dumbest
regardless
password ever. Even
No, it's the best one. Ever. That's good.
even like I mean, even the security experts are like, well, you should probably use some combination of Papadopoulos, a numeral, and and a symbol, and then it's virtually uncrackable.
You can log into my bank account right now if you want.
Wait a second. All right. So
So,
what's
yeah,
the
July
name of your
21st.
event?
It's Legacy Michigan. We're called Big Cloud. Big Cloud Presents is the Instagram. And it's July 21st. It's 3 days, camping, stages, workshops. Ed's coming out. Ed, it sounds like you and Danny.
Teddy Glass. Don't
rap
forget.
battle.
Tell
They
them
hate
about
each
Joe.
other.
Yeah, Danny
Joe
rap battle.
P, Toro, Richie Villa, Talon.
Hold on.
Single-
Are these guys you're saying in smaller font sizes or bigger points than Ed and Danko? Because I don't want to hear about anybody bigger than them. Only lessers.
They're underneath them,
Okay,
and
good.
they're headlining glass artists. We got headlining
Right, that's
genetics, nature, village. We have a cultivation village. So basically, we're just trying to represent all the different aspects, activism, art.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
That's
Yeah, so-
fantastic. And listen, I don't want to put.
Are people selling plants there and seeds and things?
Seeds, I hope.
We're still actually trying to get somebody to fight for the seeds. There's an issue with the seeds going through metric with the CRA in Michigan where they can sell.
The
all
word
the
seeds and metric never work. Like there's somehow they're like.
Don't give them the power to fucking
But-
police your shit. That's the thing.
But
They,
wait
they
a
have no
minute.
rule over you.
But,
Yeah, they
but
just
I
don't have a
plan-
rule for it.
I'd like to give the seeds away.
There's gotta be a way.
Well,
they have
I
no
mean-
authority to police you on seeds. They're less than 3%. It's the DEA has come out on
Right.
Department of
seeds are
Justice.
the most legal
letterhead.
thing you
but it
got.
depends.
You can have all you want,
Giving
but
away,
you
I
cannot
mean,
police
I'm
my
giving
seeds.
something
People
away.
need you know what? People can't grow if they don't have seeds or plants. So
That'd be a great place for you to hit your million.
Yeah, I would say it would be fine for you to do that, Ed. But
Ed
if
can
you're
give
a
away all the
licensed
seeds. There you
Michigan,
go. Perfect.
you know,
Yeah.
you probably don't want to fuck with your version of the MED up there, and you got to do what they say. It's like Cannabis Cup in
Well,
2013.
it's like how we got fucked here when all the
Well, what
Cali,
do you-
when all the Cali
what do you
people
have
came
to
and
say
sold weed, and
about
we were
it?
all sitting here like, well, you can't sell weed, otherwise you get in trouble. It's like,
Mr.
this is so
Papadopoulos,
stupid right
what
now.
what do you have to say about it?
About
Wake up!
You're on the spot, bro. You're like, wake up! Look at Ed's
About
telling
how
you
his
to wake
name
up.
is
That's
spelled?
bad, dude. You're in trouble.
How do you spell your name?
I was paying
about
attention.
seeds?
I think if you're giving away seeds, what if you're giving them away? What can someone say? You're not. How can someone stop you from giving away a seed?
Can you give away free? Can you give away free pot?
So what they're telling us is
I
like
have.
everything has to be run through metric that's on site for what it is. And so we're trying to figure out what's realistic with seeds and plants and demonstrations.
Well,
We're doing
well,
things.
well, here's another one.
Metric has no
What-
authority
what
over
about-
seeds. It
what
does not
about
there's no
people who
THC in
grow their own?
seeds.
Right.
What about people who grow their own and want to take in staff?
This sounds like
That's
a
what
much
we're-
larger conversation to have afterwards. And in my legal opinion, and not being an attorney, just give them away. Don't worry about it, as long as you're not a Michigan company. But Peter, please, once, just to get it on tape, spell your name.
Sure, yeah, man. It's right behind me too.
We can't see that.
P-A-D-O-P-O-U-L-O-S. E-T-E-R-P-A-P-A-D-O-P-O-U-L-O-S.
It's actually flows pretty good once you say
You
it.
do it to a beat.
If you
Peter.
flow it, it's okay.
Yeah, it's easy. It's the ULOS that people mess up on. They'll be like, they'll just IS and like whatever.
You guys have anything else you want to pitch or promote before we let you
So,
go?
Peter, what happens? Can people give away joints?
In Michigan, well, so I'm not in Michigan, but I was at Michigan events this past weekend, and I was at a licensed event and an unlicensed event. And when we tried to walk into the licensed event, the person I was with even had a problem with because they were holding their Puffco. They wouldn't allow him to come in with the Puffco, which I was like, "What? That's insane."
Well, that's
At least
smart.
something about
Piece
the
of
glass
shit.
product.
Serious
But if he
shit's
just
going
had
down
it in
when
his
there's a
bag,
Puffco
no one
involved.
would have said anything.
If he had a Dab X, he would have
because he
been
had-
walking right in.
Well, because he walked in with it in his hand. That was the
No, and
stupid.
then I guess you can't bring your own product into the events. They want you to buy from the event. So I mean, like,
Again,
I'm not
that's a
sure.
tough call.
You guys would know better
That's a
than
real
me. You
tough
guys
call.
are
Maybe you got to
like,
make money.
what are the rules as far as selling or bringing your own product into one of these events?
You know what? Hit us up next week and we'll figure that out.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, follow-up episode. I love it.
You'll follow up next week. Thank you guys for your time. The Bearded
Dude, thanks for
Wonder,
having us.
Dallas. Will you please send me info on that glass artist?
Absolutely.
So that
I'll
I
have
can
him
get in
contact
touch.
you.
Yeah,
And
sure. And
I'd love to talk to them.
We'll do another update towards closer to the event too.
Yeah.
So we can.
And if you have the budget to fly us out, we can
Oh,
talk. You know,
The trolley.
Me too.
Yeah.
the trolley. Get on the trolley.
gondola. We're
Magic
in
carpet.
Gondola.
Meet you at the magic
Yeah.
carpet.
All right. Peace, guys.
The
Thank
Peter
you.
Papadopoulos Metropolis. See you there.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Now they're
yeah.
going to enter Metropolis and get it wrong.
There we go.
Happy birthday, Adam.
Hey man, thank you, Peter.
Birthday, guys.
Adam.
Thanks for having us. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
Happy
Ed.
birthday.
Super grateful. Appreciate you guys.
That's right. Thank
And
you.
Ed, I'll be in touch with Jane. Let's go rock out in Greece.
Yep. Okay. Let's
All right.
do that.
No arguments
Yeah, man.
there.
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
thinking he's in Boston right now. His place in Greece must be empty. We should go.
Oh yeah, your place is empty. Ready to run. See you soon, man.
We'll
Thank
rent
you.
it $1 a night.
All right, Adam. So,
See you guys.
Dave, Adam,
Bye.
put all
You're-
your
Oh,
stuff-
Robotron,
James,
Robotron.
turn your video off.
Robotron.
Because
No,
your
it's
voice,
your mic.
your voice is totally garbled.
You are.
Golly.
Now it
That's
sounds
much better.
All right. So I just put all your stuff on sale on the website for 30% off. It'll go for the weekend.
Oh, thank you, man.
So,
There you go. Super
bye,
duper
bye.
done deal going down.
Yeah.
At Seeds here
Triple
now.
done deal.
Quadruple.
Happy birthday. happy birthday. It's been fucking pleasure working with you for going on, what, 6, 7, 8 years?
I think so,
it's
yeah.
Great sponsoring your show. I appreciate it. Appreciate everything you do for the community, keep everybody on point. Like I said, a lot of people don't realize still to this day, like you, the breeding that you were, MK Ultra, you were Sage and Sour, you were the fucking man and still are the man. And so a lot of like I was a sponsor of your show before just because I thought you were so cool before I knew you were.
Robotron,
Right, well, you're giving him a compliment.
Kicking in good now, but I get it. I heard you.
Well, I appreciate everything you do, buddy.
It's like you're talking into one of those throat things. Thank you, bro. Love you. Yeah.
Peace.
Best seed bank
All
out
right,
there.
let us eat some
Seeds here
cake.
now. No,
We
just
gotta-
relax.
no, we gotta do some
bro.
ads.
Oh, you have to say it. Let's do it. Let's
What do
do
we
it.
got?
Thank you, guys. And
Thank you.
We're gonna do some ads now and pay the bills and keep the lights on.
Ed, if you wanted to eat a burrito, you're welcome to stay.
You can ASMR us from there with your burrito.
Jane, get him a burrito. And we're going to do some ads.
That's how we'll wrap it up.
Peter, whose Rangers jersey is that?
It's actually it says Anarchy. It's a team I used to play for.
Oh God, you.
All right, hang up.
I'm still on that team.
Anarchy, man.
Team Anarchy, nice.
Build a soil. We did build a soil, right?
Yes, we did. And
All right, guys.
rolling in.
Happy birthday, Adam. See you guys soon.
Thank you, sir. But
855-877
soil. Thanks, Ed.
Happy birthday, Adam.
Awesome. Thank you, Ed. Hopefully see you soon.
Did I see
Yes.
JW?
In real,
Yes.
in live, in person.
Come on up to Michigan.
I might do.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a definite possibility. Looks like a good one. All right, man.
Thanks for inviting me on the show.
Always.
And
You're always
I
welcome.
didn't fall asleep. That's
I know.
three consecutive.
I know.
Yeah.
You're getting good at it. You're getting
Well,
good.
hang out. Hang out right there. Just
Well,
chill.
You will
Getting
fall asleep
more
if you hang out during the commercials. I
Just
guarantee you.
chill out right there for a little bit. Let us do the commercials.
And you'll fall asleep. We'll put a lullaby you.
The show's getting more interesting. So
Yeah, just chill.
That's good.
Relax.
Thanks.
Jane's
Yeah.
mad at you anyway, so you don't want to get off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Greenfarmsmed.com.
Speaking of no-till grown cannabis and the love for it, and also just the best cannabis out there because he's constantly stocking Green Dot and people like that are always, the sought-after brands here in Colorado. So JW himself smokes a shitload of weed, so that's always a good indicator, right? When the person who runs the place smokes a lot of weed is always much better than the guy who's like, I don't know, I don't even smoke the shit.
Count
and you're like,
my beans.
That's a bad move. So yeah, I know
We don't shop
he's
with
putting out
Chad.
some fire, and some things are in the works. So keep an eye out if you're in the Springs. You need to go check them out, and you need a medical card, of course, for them because these are med only. But if you live in the Springs and you're smoking weed, you know that already. And
Hey, if you need a medical
I don't have
card, go to
time.
Holos Health in Boulder. You get $20 off your medical evaluation.
there you go.
So there you go. Yep.
For reals.
For reals. Holos Health.
That's right.
Green Bros with a Z.com, made in Las Vegas. Fantastic. All of the companies that send material to Apothecary to get processed have to use Green Bros machinery because otherwise it just fucks it up and it doesn't work. So go to Green Bros with a Z. If you're buying a big ticket item, you enter Done Deal, you get 5% off your order. If you're buying the bucket, which with Banner here, I don't know how well you trim, but I'm thinking this bucket is 4.5 banners. So if you wanted 4.5 banners worth of work, it's one bucket.
Dry trim.
Enter
All you
Done
need
Deal.
is a drill.
10%
We
off
all got
your
an
order.
old drill.
Oh, wow.
And it's very smart. And it's like you're obviously not going to throw your big nice buds in there, but there is that moment in time where you're just like,
fuck,
are you fucking kidding me right now? You know what I mean? It's like, fuck it. I'm going to turn it into hash, right? Turn everything slowly. Your hash production gets to become 90% of it because you realize it's not worth it. But if you are still making, if you're still falling behind or you're a one-man show like many of us, these are definitely the way to go.
There you
Check
go.
them out,
Green Bros with a Z.
Yep.
Friends and family don't mind.
Apothecary Farms, 7 stores
Speaking
in
of which.
Colorado and Oklahoma. They are champions of extraction.
More than that now, right?
Champions of flower. They actually partner with 14er, and you can get 14er medical rosin, medical flower down there in cans. They always have a deal where you're probably going to walk out of the store with 8 grams for somewhere between $50 and $75. Okay,
fantastic, and everything's labeled. So if you're a purist and you want what they would call solventless, even though it's not solventless, come on, it's rosin.
Water is a solvent.
Water's a universal solvent.
Oh, Jesus.
You can get rosin. You can get
Universal
BHO.
solvent.
Everything, batters, waxes. The great company. Go down there and ask for the Dunn deal. Right now, the Dunn deal only works if you're a medical patient, but I'm going to really browbeat Brent into expanding
browbeating
it
over
into
here. Fuck.
recreational.
Yes, sir. You got more hum? What's going on? Hummy.
Oh, yeah, it's been around.
Yeah,
as
it's
long as we
back.
talk, it goes.
Keep talking.
Dabx.com. Enter Dunn deal at checkout. You get 20% off your order. So the $300 go is $240 plus tax shipped to you. Free, shipping is free. It is an amazing dab rig. We do a live every Tuesday now with Dabx at, I don't know why the time is 11 something, but he works out in the morning and shit like that, but I think it should be way early in the morning. But anyway, it also works on there.
It should not be earlier.
Yeah, because you'll make
I was
it
already
earlier.
like, I missed that one already.
So you can also get their rocket, which turns any bong into a dab rig.
So if you have a Jerome Baker bong sitting around, you can convert
Something
it.
cool.
Upgrade.
Fantastic company, fantastic dab rig. I would say it right now, for me, it's my favorite electronic dab rig on the market. So give it a try.
It definitely kicks.
You'll love it.
It slaps.
Slaps.
It slaps.
Look at that. Look at
it. Just look at it. Look at it. Look
This
at
is a
it.
very interesting graphic.
Well,
on
the
how it all works.
reclaim
Look at it.
follows
The
a different
animation.
path
It's
than
off
the
the
vapor.
chart, bro.
Is that an ejaculation picture?
Okay, thank you very much, Ed.
You're feeling it, right? The testes at the bottom there?
Ozocoffee.com. So I saw Rebecca Hartman at a festival this weekend. She is so excited with what's going on here. So we'll be opening up So High Cafe.
Right here.
In this space.
Oh, boom.
Serving
Feel
Ozo Coffee exclusively around the 1st of July.
4th of July.
4th of July. You can
On
go
the
to
4th of
Ozo.
July, we're doing a grand opening. It's
Grand
happening. It's
opening.
happening.
See? Look what I know.
Right here, right here.
Ozocoffee.com. Enter Dunn Deal at checkout. Oh, Dunn Deal
on
23.
down.
Sorry, Dunn Deal 23. You get 20% off your order. Just save the code, get the subscription, and this Peru. Oh,
Is that the big bag we had last time?
yes,
That was
yes,
good. That was really
There's
good.
more
Yeah,
of
It's
it in this
good.
one.
It was strong.
It was
Oh.
Yeah, it was strong.
I dialed
I
it in,
noticed that.
dude.
Yeah.
I turned so anal and lame lately. It's been ridiculous. I've been
What,
like
that you appreciate how to brew your coffee?
I'm
Yep,
weighing.
I'm weighing
it.
water.
I'm weighing.
Yeah.
I'm weighing the water. Kapoo every day. Oh, let me try that with 50 grams less. Oh yeah, that's way
Well,
better.
It's
Oh.
funny because I
Pre-warming my cup. I'm doing all the bullshit right now. I'm just like, I guess I own a coffee shop now. I got to fucking be ridiculous. I need
You got to take it to the next level.
handlebar. I need the mustache and the unicycle and the whole. I need it. Otherwise, I'm not going to be keeping up with them.
is a
The truth, the trending is I need to
Coffee
trend
equipment.
out, bro.
Ozocoffee.com, Dunn Deal 23.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it is fire.
Go to 14 or bolder. So the Dunn Deal, for some reason, expired, but they're going to get it right back on. So you can go enter Dunn Deal on any pre-order, and you get 20% off your order. 14er is already some of the most fire weed out there at some of their most reasonable prices in Colorado for the quality they produce. Enter Dunn Deal, 20% off your order. We get rosin every week, and it always hits. Always hits. Terpy, you're going to love it. Try the DJC. The guy in the can is goddamn good looking.
Yeah, nobody's agreeing.
PegasusBags.com.
I heard silent. It was like pin drop.
Goodbye.
No, what do you mean? Ed was just loving it. No,
Ed was loving it?
That was
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Bye, Ed.
I'm just saying goodbye. Right?
Oh, Ed, man, thank you very much
Love
for
ya.
coming through as always. We'll see you soon.
Pegasus
Yep.
Bags.
Okay.
Say hi. Say
Okay.
bye to Jane for us.
Will do.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
PegasusBags.com. Enter Dunn Deal at checkout. You get 10% off your order. It might be 15.
Every time Ed's getting off, I always think of the Jetsons. Because I'm always thinking where he's like stuck on the fucking thing. And he's like, Jane, get me off this crazy thing. Because he's always like trying to push the button, trying to figure it out. It takes so long. And he's like stressing, like, what's going on? This time he did really good. But usually it's about
Dun, dun, dun,
2-minute
dun.
stress factor. You're like, Jane.
So if you're buying mushroom grow bags from somebody right now, they're probably buying their bags from Garrett at Pegasus Bags. So
Is
go
he
to-
coming for the thing this week? I would imagine, right? Or not?
I don't know.
Well, if you are, Garrett, come through.
Yeah, please. Go to PegasusBags.com. Well, he's always welcome, but we have a problem when he's on the show because he talks way too fucking
No, he
much.
does this.
So PegasusBags.com, done deal at checkout.
Wow, that was great.
I think it's 15% off your order.
No, he does talk.
Quality. Give him a call if you have any questions. You can go in there, chat. He also has plastic eating fungi.
That's pretty dope.
So you want to release this at your neighbor's place and just let it eat his plastic.
Yeah, on the car.
Yeah.
All those plastic bits.
His whole car will be gone in the morning.
What happened,
No, it
man?
won't. PegasusBags.com.
Nah, it's pretty dope. There's 200 different types, he said. But he's
So
found
if
the
you
best.
are a commercial
Wow, they
producer
updated their logo and their website.
in
Looking
California, reach out to bangerswithans.com and they have the
clean.
technology
How could
to
they
make-
have it in California with an S?
Yeah.
That's like blasphemy.
I thought it was a Z.
It should be.
Bang- anyway,
I mean,
bangers.com.
come on now.
At least one Z.
It's got to be.
You're an individual or you're a company. You go to hoardertechdirect.com, you enter done deal at checkout, you get now I'm forgetting. I think it's 5% off your order, but listen, these are $10, $20, $30, $40,000 items, so 5% goes a long way. Quality, made in the United States. They have salespeople that represent every territory there is. Dedicated customer service,
They got,
full
like-
design plans. I mean,
We had guys from South Dakota on last couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
or last week. 60 below
for 3 days,
and
72.
Not a problem. 72 in their greenhouse the whole time, perfectly stable because they have a greenhouse in a
crazy.
greenhouse, so it's like a double walled. You got that little cushion, and South Dakota when it's 60 below. It's not like 60 below and sunny out. It's like 60 below and like windy and fucking crazy. So you just know that shit is pretty well done if that's the case. And they've been running them now for a couple of
We're
years.
going up after the mosquitoes all freeze.
That's crazy. This guy, I'm going to get you a mosquito, a pet mosquito.
Thank you.
Yeah, just for you.
I have one. It's
for you.
I call him Mark.
I'm gonna kill him.
Hempen.co. I did a little public service announcement. I love this product. It makes me feel good. And my dog, more importantly than me, she is going to be 12, and she wasn't doing well for a while. And I started giving her CBD, more specifically, started giving her Two's Hempen CBD, and she's a puppy again. I mean, it's unbelievable. So go to hempen.co.
Benjamin Button that shit.
It's good shit.
Yeah.
Whoa, what happened?
And enter done deal.
Tiger's blood is no joke.
The tiger's blood is
Yeah.
the bomb.
It's
man.
no joke.
Yeah.
You need to
Just wash your hands before you go to the bathroom.
Yes.
Because you'd be like in the middle of the
Don't
dark.
put it in your eye.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Don't mistake it for an edible.
Don't do that.
Oh, somebody did that, right? You?
No.
What, you sprayed it in your mouth? Or
Yeah.
what'd you
on
think?
accident. I
A
don't know what
spray edible?
I don't
That
know,
Put it
dude.
on like a Sour Patch Kid?
I've said this multiple times on the show, and this is the first time you guys
I
have
didn't
even-
pay it. I never heard it
Never
before
heard
now.
it.
But
No.
what edible do you spray into your mouth ever? Like, it's never happened. You're like, hey, this is a
Yeah.
spray. I
I'm
should
a
spray
moron.
it in
It's
my
like
mouth.
chloroseptic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that could
Paper
have been. That's
towels
the
for
only
a
one.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Hemp & Co. The way you have to do it, you have to include Done Deal in your order. I don't know if he has a promo code, but when he sees that, or if you send him a text or an email, he will. He takes.
He will.
real
No,
good
you get
care
two
of
for one. You get a two for.
It's a two for. There we go.
Come on, two for.
Get it?
Two for.
Yeah,
The
there
done
you
deal.
go. it's super easy. It's gorgeous out there. Oh, yo tips, saving the day.
I met Dave
Keeping us-
Sternberg in Vegas in November.
Who's the dad?
And who's their dad? Jesse's dad and Elliot's dad. And I just dug the product. I dug their family. It is an amazing product that you just had no idea how much you needed it. You need it. The
Did you
first
bring up,
time
you brought a bunch
use
to
it,
the thing, right?
Yeah.
The first
I
time
have
you
some.
use it,
They're
it's
good.
just gonna.
No, I thought
you're gonna be
that's-
like,
you gotta have it in those kind of things.
and then after that, that's it. You're on. It will. It has the potential to keep you
Save
safe.
the world. It's gonna save the world, bro.
Adam won't even pass me a
Save
joint
from
without
Yo tips.
me getting my yo
Save
tip
the
out.
planet,
Yeah.
bro.
So you keep yours. You keep the tip. You pass the joint. You stay safe. They make the
Terps, not
regu-
herps, bro. That's their new motto.
So if you're a company, if you're a medical dispensary, you should be carrying these. So you can reach out to them, or you can send an email to us, and we will get you in touch. But every medical dispensary should be having this on their shelves. If you sell pre-rolls, you should be including a pack of these, or at least allowing a customer the opportunity to buy them. It is a fantastic product. Birchwood, renewable,
recyclable. And next version, they make Yo Blunt tips. They actually have the filters, the little paper that you roll. They have papers. It's a full service smoking company. So YoTip.com.
Not tips, no
Not
tip.
tips. Somebody
Yeah.
else bought the tips.
Bastards.
We'll find them.
Yes.
Banner. Look them up.
Yeah, Banner.
Cultured
Sounds
Biologics.
good. Banner's like, whatever. Oh, yeah. Cultured Biologics. If you are looking to start growing organic and you are a little nervous because you're like, you don't know how to do a whole fucking program, they have a whole full program, which is a carbon-based nutrient line, fully organic, can be utilized into a no-till situation, can be used in a container situation, can do all sorts of, different in between. You can grow, if you want to grow on cocoa, no problem. If you want to grow on soil, obviously that's the way you want to grow it. But the line is amazing. It's all super water soluble too. It's like micronized water soluble, and it takes about 15 minutes to totally absorb, which is awesome. And they also has a full line of supplements, which it's like, when you feed certain products and you just come back and you're just like, like 30 minutes later, you're going to come back and you're just like, fuck yeah, man. That's what these products are like. So I love it.
They go full Arnold.
They do. No, they're in full swing for sure.
CulturedBiologics.com. Done deal at checkout.
That's right. 10% off.
Verde Natural, 2 stores, Denver and Boulder. Go online, enter Done Deal for your pre-order. You're going to get 15% off your order from them. Might be 10%. It's a discount. It's on a pre-order. Their Dab Logic rosin is, I would just say this in Dutch Botanicals. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's so superior to almost anything I have ever smoked. Terpy rich.
Super terpy, right? You're just like, it's on the edge only, right? It's like, it's been sitting upstairs.
They know their shit.
You can tell because you just can't keep it there.
They also work with Apothecary. Their flour.
It's a total jip looking one.
What is it?
Smells
good.
It's a 90U. I think it's a papaya.
It's like cream.
No, it's a
hazelnut. This is a hazelnut. That's why. Oh,
that's a
all the
JJ.
rage around here. The
I know.
hazelnuts, hazelnut cream.
That's JJ's.
That's this, yeah,
Top
hazelnut
dog.
cream right here.
Okay.
Boom. And I think one of these.
The flour is so on
this one's
point.
Nutcrackers. That's
So go to
also,
verdenatural.com.
That's also. I think that was from those guys.
Done deal at checkout.
So it seems to be the flavor of now. Right now.
This is the only way you get Terp Wipes. Terpwipes.com/done deal. Terpwipes.com/done deal. No promo code necessary. It will say coupon calculated and just get on the subscription.
Yeah. I panicked. I think I literally was like scrambling around the house, like, God, I don't have any more.
Yeah,
and then
I
I remembered that I had a box that I'd brought out to the office, and I was like, literally like a full box. And I was like, yeah, because I was like doing one of those like, oh, I know where one is, and I was looking at my bag and like, I was like cracking out for my fucking Terp
It
wipes.
doesn't seem like that big of a deal until you start using them.
Yep.
And then you can't live without them.
Exactly, and it's like the convenience of having them when you have them is just like too easy because you're like, oh, clean the table. I'm gonna clean the fucking.
Throw them in my backpack.
Always, yeah.
Bio365.com. If you are a commercial grower, they want your business. You reach out to Tim at bio365.com or.
So the bro was hanging with Mike at one of the shows, and they were like, "Hey, you got to grow with Bio365," and he hit me up, and I was like, yeah, "Of course you got to, yes, you do." And now he's going to join. He's taking it on board. So.
BioLight, BioBloom, they got a
Bro,
whole bunch of bios. Just go to Bio365.
Bio.
But here's the thing. If you are a commercial grower and you're licensed, they want your business so bad, they're willing to send you a pallet of the soil mixture that you use, okay, so that you can put it into rotation and you can really see its superiority. So go reach out to Tim at bio365.com. So we'll have some numbnuts next week, THC and CBD. So you go to numbnutsco.com. Did I get that right?
And it'll be at the CBD will be here at the Zoa.
Yeah,
it's gonna be on the menu.
It'll be on menu.
Right.
But if you need to find the THC stuff, you can go to Find Our Nuts on the corner over there and
find those nuts. Find their nuts on the corner.
And
Or
right
the
there.
multiverse.
Finding nuts on the corner.
Damn.
That's
Find
just
all
don't
these,
say that again.
Okay, Stanley
awesome
and Kimbo's
dispensaries.
got them. There you go.
Don't say that again. So 1,000 milligrams. You got to be a medical patient. They're
Have you tried it?
CBD
No,
almond
but it
butter.
sounds delicious.
I mean, you can't go wrong, right?
It's a good idea.
It's like peanut butter, weed. Done. That's it. That's all it says. That wasn't hard to.
Yeah, it's perfect
stretch
for
your
on
brain.
the go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's 200 milligrams right there in that spoonful.
Wow.
Love it.
Vinny normally does sound effects, makes it all
Numbnutsco.com.
sound good, but then he always forgets, and then it comes out later. So, it's all.
So we'll have a done deal set up next week.
Yeah, baby. Missed it again. Okay.
But if you're driving up to Breckenridge, hit up Breckenridge Organic Therapy and tell me you heard about him on the Adam Dunn Show.
Hell yeah.
We'll figure it out. But great company. It's Adam Weiss and Spencer. Spencer's my poker coach when I did very well. So Breckenridge Organic Therapy in Breckenridge. Hit them up.
Seeds
Oh,
here
we
now.
need seeds here now.
Oh, those guys. And yes, of course. That's where you want to go. Not
You
only do
wanna-
they sponsor us, they
No, you
sponsor
want to go to
Grow Show, they sponsor Dave
www.adamdunshow.com.
There's all kinds of new things on the
Sponsor
website, though,
everybody's
David.
show.
As long as we don't see those little vape cartridge thingies or whatever
No, that's
those
what
are.
you're gone. That was the
Oh
one.
my goodness, you're
Delta
crazy,
eight or whatever
dude.
that He's like-
he
he's-
remembers like I forgot that even happened, and he's
I
all
know.
like still
He's-
on it. Anyways,
He's still hanging on.
they got the flavor of the month.
Hanging
They
on.
got the breeder of the month and the seed of the month club.
Seed
where
of the
they'll
month
actually
club.
send you, and supposedly it's all heaters, man. So
And like I said, that is
these are
pretty
all
much
things you need to check
That is
out.
pretty much the vault redesigned in a sense because the vault is no longer there, and that was the. I think that's how they decided to do it instead because this way, you get in there, because there was probably X amount of people that were really using it properly, and so why not just
Flavor of the month.
Get them on that program.
Get them on the flavor of the
Flavor of the
month.
month is pineapple.
You're
breeder
gonna
of the
do it
month.
anyway. You might as well get on the program. It'll
On the
make you-
program.
What?
For sure. So yeah,
All right.
check them out, ccsnow.com. And of course, the
Adam
Adam
Dunn
Dunn
Show.
Show. Might as well, for my birthday, buy a fucking,
Yeah.
I'll guilt you all. If you haven't bought one yet, what?
Yeah,
This
buy
is the
one.
perfect weekend. I could be like, look,
If you
Cece,
wanna-
look to my wife who built the site and designed everything and
If
made it
you
all
wanna
nice. Look, it's
buy
working.
a fucking
it's working.
mug.
People are buying them. People are buying
Buy
mugs.
the motherfucking Adam Dunn Show one
Yeah,
to,
get the one that
to
I'm
like
wearing.
annoy people at the grocery store and
Oh,
stuff.
it
you know what I
definitely
mean?
annoys people.
Oh yeah,
I go to church and
What
it.
did you
That's
get?
Mark, right?
It could be Mark, but it's not.
that's MTI, dude.
That is you.
It is
Yeah,
so
bro,
you, but it's
thanks.
not. I know. And the kid, we have the kid in here, but he's not. Where's the kid? Did I send him the fucking link?
I don't know.
I thought I sent
Is
him
that a hoodie?
I sent him the link. He just didn't call in.
But we got all kinds of stuff. There's Team Warp
Somebody
stuff. in
buy
there.
me a hoodie. God
You
damn.
know, I should promote that one, too.
Yeah.
Team Warped. Buy Team Warped stuff. It's actually sold more than our show
The
stuff.
coffee mug that'll get you kicked out of work.
Did it get you kicked out of work?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding, dude.
You can't
got
say
this
fuck
kid
at
But I do
work.
like
You're like, you
wearing it
gotta
because I
cover
feel
it
like
up.
I'm back in high school. Like, yeah, I got the motherfucker.
Yeah.
They go, who's Adam Dunn? And I go,
Give it to
me.
him.
And then they're like, oh shit. They can't even say nothing anymore. They're just about to say, who the fuck's the motherfucker? Adam Dunn?
How wonderful.
Freshmen love it.
Anyway, check it out. There's that one right there. That THC's with the swallow, never seen before.
Maybe you should all buy a subscription to Patreon.
Exactly.
That would be really
Oh,
cool if
that's
you're still
another good way
listening
to
right now.
Oh yeah, get on
birthday
yeah.
present.
Yeah.
Get on
That's
there.
right.
Forget about it. Most important. Get on the program, and totally forget about it. That's the best plan that I tell
I
everybody.
am compiling the
The
next
Sternbergs, the Sternbergs are
It's the
smoking
Patreon
a big
plan.
fucking
It's the
joint.
Patreon plan. They just like, they're like, oh yeah, did I sign up for that?
Think after a year of doing that, he would be good at it.
Jesse Elliott.
Guys, have a great time. Go to
Well, thank you
Patreon.
very much, guys. And we're going to come back on Patreon in a minute
Yep.
because we got a party going on here anyway, so we don't have to do
Thank
much.
you, Banner.
We just have to.
Thank you, Strap. You'll stick around for Patreon.
Yeah, we're going to Patreon. But so you made it up with Andre. Took Andre on the hustle. Andre, jump back here real quick before we get off.
Yep, came up from the San
Just
Luis
get back
Valley.
on. Might as well. We got
Quick
you both
plug,
here.
Area
Yeah.
420, coming up from that end. Colorado area 420.com.
They let you out.
Brainstrap _. I have 3 on the 4th account now. Agro's 55.
You're on the 4th now. That's all right.
I'm still holding strong though. Actually, Discord, man. If you can go into the link tree, just tap on the Discord invite, and that's the best place to go right now. It seems like to really be able to.
And also,
do
if
what
you
we
want,
do.
if you are on Discord, go check out Cultured Biologics. Their page is popping all the time. They got lots of people on there and all passionate, and there's like lots of good energy on that one. So
Yeah, and you can talk freely. You don't have to worry about all the restrictions and community guidelines.
And you could actually give away U.S. secrets about the Ukraine.
That was pretty crazy.
You could do that. You could do that too on Discord. I heard.
That dude was in deep shit after he did that.
Yeah, it was a bad move. It was. You don't want to be like impressing your friends on Discord with your secret documents. Not on this show.
Secret documents.
No. Thanks for the book, Andre. That's
You're
awesome.
welcome.
It's now a
Thanks for
cake,
having us
it's a cake
here.
holder right now, but it's
we represent Area 420.
we represent. Well, it's good. I'm glad that you were able to be close enough to there to be able to. Not because it would have been sad if you were like, we're all up here and you were down there and we're like, come on up. But it's nice to see, every time I go down there, you're there, which is awesome. And it's, I think for those guys, great to have you help document.
Absolutely.
It's really interesting.
Like it's going to be an epic book one day. It'll be good. You guys should just make a big coffee table book with all the Andre stuff.
And then you should come
especially with the
down
train
there too again.
Especially with the train, because if you open it up and you have the
again.
train on a double giant coffee book.
Yeah, he had a lot of his literature out on this last seed event on the 10th.
Yeah,
So,
how'd that go?
It went pretty good.
And how's the? I looked and there wasn't no wind, so I was like, that's the most important part.
It's
If
funny
there's
you
no
say
wind,
that. There was one vendor. It was a couple of vendors that the canopies
it
flew
did?
over the deck, and they kind of caught the leg in time, but one of the legs swung over and nicked this guy's eye, so he had like a little nick on his eye.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
It's a bloodbath. It was a bloodbath, basically.
It did bleed. He did bleed.
So you did get, that's the thing about Colorado in general, is it could be the most beautiful, epic day, and everything's cool, and you're all just good, and then
It
all
was
of a
just
sudden,
casual
out
conversation.
of left field just comes a little whoop, 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 and it's like, whoosh. We had it at the old spot at the Hood Lab, and Vinny and I were talking about it one time. We were setting it all up. We had just bought these tents. Like, we went down, bought like 6 tents, had them all set up. We're looked at it. We're all proud. And I swear to God, a storm came down the road and cut into my place, and then whipped everything up like a fucking maniac and put it into all the power lines and everything. And it was like, and then just left. And it was like, now it's beautiful again. And we were like, are you fuck? What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, I always tell them to bring weights. Bring weights or rocks and stuff like that, heavy to tie down the legs and the cloth, and then a big roll of duct tape always works well to tape stuff down to the table or the booth or whatever.
Reminds
you're
us
working
for
with.
tomorrow for Bar Terp Town.
Yeah, there
Got to
you
make
go.
sure you got enough buckets.
All right.
To strap everything down. Strap it down. But see, there you go. Look, you got to strap down.
Stay strapped.
You got to strap down at the end.
I'm
just like
impressed
that.
with the bad weather here or the surprising changes of weather.
It's not necessarily bad. We need that.
Now it's nice.
No.
You get like 6 weeks of rain.
We get a point where
we
it's
live.
like, yeah, we need it, but we don't actually need it for this long. We could probably cut back a little bit because it got a little crazy.
Yeah,
and
there was a
hectic.
nice little storm that came through today.
Oh, we had our whole road got flooded out because Kyle came over to my house, and on the way home, all of a sudden, like 20 minutes later, he was driving back again. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, the road's washed out. I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, well, it rained pretty hard. So
It did.
hopefully tomorrow's going to be cool. I heard it's going to be like, a little maybe sprinkle winkle here, but we can deal with it. Colorado. All
Bring
right.
on the sun grown.
Peace out, guys. Thanks, everybody. And see you on Patreon. And my beautiful wife is here, and my kid is right there. So I don't have to give them the shout outs beyond what up, guys. And see you next week. Big week
See you in
next
a few.
week. Got a lot of people coming into town for the
Maps.
Maps.
Peace.
Out, guys.
Practically every one of the top 40 records being played on every radio station in the United States is a communication to the children to take a trip, to cop out, to groove. The Psychedelic Jackets on the record albums have their own.
This is a special question. We don't want you to smoke genetically modified ganja. We want you to smoke the real thing.
Me?
Want you to smoke the natural herb.
Sweet.
Some call it marijuana.
Sweet.
Some call it sesame.
Sweet.
Some call it lamb's bread.
The tea.
And some people call it ganja.